Die Europäische Zentralbank legte den Referenten.
This is the Opie and Anthony channel.
And now, a show the likes of which America's never seen. So appalling, so offensive, yet so entertaining.
It's not your normal show.
Beamed from satellites in space down to you every single day.
What planet are we living on?
It's the Opie and Anthony show with Opie.
We're experts, and we already know this is going to be great radio, so shut the fuck up.
And Anthony.
I live in a big house, I make a lot of money, and I fuck attractive girls.
And little Jimmy.
I don't even like in our opening. It sounds like a little...
What? You dang open-handed, don't listen to dang open-handed.
Stop with that shit.
And now, here they are. Why am I introducing these buffoons? I'm William Shatner, goddammit.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes, good morning. What the heck is going on?
Huh? Yes.
You hear that?
What is it? I hear us.
Oh, my God.
Ew, it's us. Ew.
Is Mars here today? Someone messed with the gains.
What happened? Oh, boy.
What are games?
This shit.
Oh, man.
Does anyone know where they're usually?
No.
And why is people fiddling about?
People fiddle.
Yeah, someone messed with the games.
What about the losses?
Your mic sounds fine?
Yeah, now it sounds.
Hello.
Whoa.
Someone messed with the gains. Can someone call Mars and ask about the settings?
Why would they do that? I noticed that this wasn't set up like it usually is either.
Oh, no. Yeah, that
keyboard out.
Yeah, that has to go down.
And the keyboards are on here.
The keyboards are back.
Why are the
keyboards are back? The keyboards are back.
Why are the keyboards back?
I don't know. Mine was one was out in front of me this morning. I had to toss it to the side again, so I don't know.
Why are they back? Why is that mouse back?
Who uses this besides Ron and Fez?
And then this whole screen was turned around. That means nothing to anybody, but whatever.
Someone else is here.
Yeah, who's in here? Who's sneaking around when we're not here?
Someone's sneaking.
We got to put a lock on the door.
Let's go blow our nose.
Jesus, why is everyone sneezing?
I woke up with like a tickle in my left nostril.
Right.
And it's making me, whoa, that's weird.
Jesus.
I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
That's perfect.
I'm trying to figure out the setting on my mic.
Oh, no.
Because whoever the fuck was in here fucked. Oh, shit.
That ain't it.
I don't think you're supposed to push these buttons. These buttons.
That wasn't it. Oh, my God.
Is this good?
No.
That is so fucked up now.
Well, what do you mean? I think this is really, really powerful.
That's fine, yeah.
I think it's really, really good.
Why isn't that like a good setting?
How about this? Yeah.
That's nothing.
Actually, that's way better. How about why'd you leave it there? All right. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Oh, my God, that's funny.
How about this?
Oh. Ooh.
Fuck, I feel like I'm on crystal meth. I drove from the beach house. It's a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour commute. It's a wake up at 4 and get the fuck in the car immediately.
And start driving like a maniac.
Well, you can't drive like a maniac because you got to leave the beach area. So you have to drive 20 miles an hour. And I'm in such an isolated area that the cops followed me out because they're like, holy fuck, why is someone driving at 4 in the morning?
Oh, yeah, they assume you're fucking shady.
They assume that I, decided to, bury a body on the beach and now I'm getting the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, I think you're really loud now.
Huh?
I think you're...
I turned it down. I told you, I feel like I'm on fucking drugs.
It's...
How's that?
There we go.
But I have the same gain as you.
Yeah?
You must have a more powerful voice.
No.
So,
all right,
so then the cops follow you out because they're like, you have to be up to no good if you're driving around this area at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you finally get to another country road where now you're dodging deer. This is what I saw today. A raccoon, many deer, including a baby deer, and for the first time, a red fox.
Oh.
And assorted cats and stuff, but we see cats all the time, so who gives a fuck?
Domestic animals they don't count.
And then you finally get on the LIE, and I was telling Anthony, it is the sickest rush hour you could ever have at 5 in the morning. Now, officially, that's not rush hour, but it's all the other assholes, like, driving, back to the city from faraway lands. So everyone's going 80, 85 miles an hour, making ridiculous moves. And you see everybody is holding a hot cup of coffee in their right hand, driving with their left hand.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Everyone's trying to beat the next guy.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Faster.
And I'm going to make an announcement. Someone will die on the LIE in the HOV lane. This is maybe too local for people, but they decide they need to do that midnight to 5 a.m. construction, and they close lanes.
Yeah.
And so I'm going about 70 in the HOV lane, and I have to come to an abrupt stop because the construction crews are now getting rid of all the, overnight construction shit.
Yeah.
But there's no sign that, they're up ahead. So you have to quickly jam on the brakes. Then all the cars back up. And now you have to cross the HOV double lane crap to get back on the regular LIE.
And people are screaming.
They're screaming by you at 80 miles an hour, and there's no spots, meaning no spots to get in.
Yeah.
So I see people just like fucking hedging their bets and poking their nose out. Someone's going to get smeared. On the LIE in the HOV lane trying to get back into traffic.
Yeah, because now you got to go from 0 to highway speed with absolutely no on-ramp type
on-ramp and no room to get in. There's absolutely no room to get in.
Oh, man.
And people start getting frustrated, so they start hedging. And then you get people just screaming by you, beeping like lunatics because they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why would they?
The system sucks, and I'm telling you, someone is going to get smeared.
Yeah.
On the LIE in the HOV lane around 5 in the morning when they try to get rid of the construction.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyway, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How's everyone?
Good morning.
How's everyone?
I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah.
Everyone's sneezing.
I know. My nose is fucking like...
I'm not sneezing. I had that little sinus thing last week, so I've been just blowing my nose a lot for the last week, but I don't have a cold.
Did that work out for you?
I don't know. It feels okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the left one's still a little clogged, but...
A little clogged. Yeah, and I'm a little cloggy today. I don't know why.
Yeah. Breathe.
Just breathe deep. The gathering gloom.
Watch lights fade from every room. Oh my God, I played that song a million fucking times.
Bet you did.
Moody Blues.
Well, I had some adventure and excitement on the way in yesterday.
I heard. They finally got you, huh?
They finally got me.
How did they get you? I wasn't able to listen.
Yeah, this fucking guy was there at the
waiting
the
for you?
I don't know. I think he was.
What would you do wrong?
I think he was waiting for someone. Get this. He stopped me right at the gate. You know how they stand there sometimes looking for seatbelts and things like that? Well, I have everything on and everything. But he pulls me over and he goes, "You didn't signal when you changed lanes to get..." You know when you pull into a toll plaza and you pick your lane to go in through the...
Right.
No one signals.
That's what they got you for?
Yes. I didn't signal
no
as I was picking and choosing my fucking toll lane.
It goes from 3 lanes to now you got 8 options, whatever the fuck.
And all you do is look for the open one or the one with less cars, and you go. Yeah. But I saw his face. He was like thrilled. He knew it was me at that point. He's been looking for me, this guy. And
seriously?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So every day he knows your license plate?
He knew the Escalade. He knew what I looked like.
So every time he sees an Escalade, he's making sure you're driving perfectly.
I think so. And I think, well, he was there looking for people that were fucking up. He wasn't there looking for me specifically. But when I pulled up, he must have been like, "Oh, there's that fuck."
Was it Mustache Joe?
It was Goatee guy. Goatee guy. Goatee
Charlie.
Yeah.
He's there too.
So he nailed me there. He got me for, my registration in the window.
Right.
It's expired, but I have the good one.
Everyone lets that shit lapse.
I know.
And then you take care of it when you finally get your dumb ticket.
It's right there on my fucking counter.
Insurance. I always know when my inspection sticker is due when I get the ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, oops. And then my insurance also, and I was bitching yesterday about it. Like these days, your insurance card expires every fucking week and a half, it seems like.
Right.
And you got to get a new one. I have insurance. It's no problem. And then the blinker. He got me for that. So he wrote me 3 tickets.
3 tickets?
Yes. And then as he gave it to me and he was leaving, I went, excuse me, you're screwing with me, right? I go, you're screwing with me. I go, first of all, these 2, and I held up the 2 tickets. I go, they're done. I'm just going to show them my stuff. And I go, the blinker one? I go, I'm just going to say that NYPD van that was kind of in front of me veered over to his lane and pushed me into that lane, and that's why I didn't signal. And I go, that's getting thrown out. I go, so you're screwing with me, right? He goes, you're free to leave, sir. I go, I go, just stay with it. You're free to go, sir. And he's smirking at me. So I'm like, all right. Well, apparently, the message board there, the transit, the bridge and tunnel cop message board was alight last night.
Really?
It was alight last night with a celebration that the big bad ogre Anthony was gotten.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So,
please don't give him my license plate number. So I'm commuting that way for a while. Please don't.
So,
really? What was the
I gave out the thing, and it jammed up the whole fucking message board.
Good for you.
Yeah. And, well, one of my buddies is a cop. He's on that message board and was just taunting them and making fun of them. But they were so happy.
What was the title of the threat?
I don't know. I'm an asshole or something.
Be
on the lookout. Bolo. Yeah, so they were getting me. But here's what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'll put the Reggie in my window, and I'm completely legal. I am just going to fucking ask them every morning when I go through. I think I'm going to go through the cash lane, just so I could stop and ask them, "Hi, hey, did you clean the tunnel out today? Did you pick up any garbage? Is that anything? What else is your job? You ever really do anything cop-like, or do you just make change?" Like, I could say that. I could just fuck with them. As long as I'm not in his little fucking 1,000 yards of jurisdiction.
It's 1,000 yards of jurisdiction?
I don't even think it's that much. It's probably 500. The plaza. He's fucking sheriff of the plaza. Look out. I'm just going to fuck with them every day.
I just want to announce that I drive a smart car, if you're looking for
is that
I drive a smart car, yes. What assholes.
Yeah, they were
obviously were on the. Well, we all knew they were on the lookout.
Be on the lookout. I want to see what my buddy.
Wait, how the fuck do they get you though? Why wouldn't you just keep going?
Oh, he waved me over because they stand there. And he gets in.
They
front of
stand there
car.
and they look like cops, but they're not cops, or are they sort of cops?
They're sort of cops.
Guns?
They have the jurisdiction.
But guns.
Oh yeah. They got their guns.
Really?
Yeah. They made a comment. They started making comments about the task force or something, because that's the one they're always trying to get into, but they can't because they suck. So he replies, first off, it's fugitive task force. Look into it. And then put out another bolo for horn honking. Put out a be on the lookout for someone honking their horn.
Ew.
Why?
They're serious. Okay.
Yeah. And then I guess they were asking me things. Yeah, and I got the username and password for the message board from somebody I know, so I could get on there and start fucking wreaking havoc. It's just a fun little hobby. I guess people are trashing their little message board. Yeah, so I guess that battle's over.
It's not over.
No, nothing's over.
It's never over.
It's never over. Just what a pain! Like really, you're gonna fucking. For a blinker not being used in a toll plaza. Who uses their blinker when you're picking your fucking little toll slot lane?
I've never seen anyone use a blinker.
I've never seen it.
Every time I do.
No, you don't,
Every
Jimmy.
time.
And when are you supposed to use the blinker?
Yeah, right.
If it's like a funnel.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? Where's the lane you were in, technically?
That's just it. It doesn't.
Where was the lane you were in?
You're not
before you have to pick one of the
lane. It's turning into 3 lanes.
It's turning into 8.
8 lanes, right. So each lane is turning into another couple of lanes. It was so ridiculous at that point.
He probably had a huge heart on.
Oh, did he? He was
and he
loving
couldn't
it.
wait to tell the boy.
He made me wait there, too. Like you could tell I was there much longer than it took to write his dumb tickets out. Well, and then he started yelling at me at one point, too. He goes, roll your windows down and wait here. And then he's like, roll your windows down. And I'm like, that's as far as they go down. You know, the Escalade rear window doesn't fucking roll down all the way.
Why is he getting so mad when it was just a dumb blinker thing?
Dude, he was just fucking with me. He was taking his little bit of authority that the bridge and tunnel cops have.
Right.
and fucking with me. Using that authority to fuck with me. I said I knew what it was like yesterday to feel like a black young man.
No, you were profiled.
I was profiled. I was singled out, and the cops were the fucking
and you
fake
were unregistered. And you had no insurance card.
Yes, exactly.
Oh fuck, that sucks.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna taunt. I'm gonna taunt when I go through. Not to any, no threats, nothing dangerous or anything. I'm just going to spark up a little chat with them every time I go through that toll.
Could he tape it?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
I told him he's got to have 2 GoPros. One facing where it gets him and the window.
Yeah.
You got to get that.
Of course.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get the fucking... So you can see your blinker, you can see your speedometer.
So, you looking for any excitement today? As a law enforcement officer, breaking a 50. What's the big thing happens here at the plaza? Huh? You can't make change. Freaking out.
You think they're still happy?
They won't be.
Are they still happy today?
Oh, they're probably still gloating.
Really?
Hey, how about that? They're probably patting them on the back. Good job. It's like if a real cop did something big,
right?
Like caught somebody who was planting a bomb or
a terrorist,
a terrorist or
some Al-Qaeda shit,
or thwarted a robbery or something like that.
Right.
This guy's being pat on the back. Probably his fucking captain came down to the plaza. Hey, I heard you got Cumia there.
You think you got a
plaza?
Little,
good job.
Think you got a little stripe or something?
He got a little ribbon for his fucking uniform.
Maybe a ribbon, right?
Right.
A ribbon that's going to fall off his uniform.
Of course, because it's going to...
When you drive by him too fast.
Yeah, it falls off his uniform. His badge gets all tarnished from the exhaust fumes of the toll. No law enforcement officer should double as a toll taker. You see him there. They don't just stand there as the law guy. They stand there also literally taking the tolls like a chick. Like a bitch. In their little fucking toll booth.
You gotta make sure he doesn't know it bothered you.
Yeah, it's a little too late.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
It did bother me because he used his menial little bit of authority to fuck with me personally. It was a personal thing.
So if you fight it, does he have to go to court?
Yep.
Oh, fuck, fight it.
Oh, I will.
And then at least smile and laugh at him, go, ha. You're wasting a day here.
He probably likes it, though, because it gets him out of the fucking exhaust fumes of the toll plaza for the day. But, no, I will. And I'll get all 3 tickets taken care of. And I'll fucking just be like, yeah, that worked out well, didn't it? Like when the murderer got off the hook and he had to get in the elevator with Harry Callahan. And Dirty Harry was like, fuck, technicality. Yeah, punk.
And when you get off, you got to make sure you wait for him at the toll plaza and show.
Hey,
remember that nonsense you gave me that day?
How you doing? I'll use my blinker. I'll go into the fucking... I'll use my blinker, go into the one that he's in. Be like, hey, how you doing there, pally?
And he'll be telling us his mafia chief, and he smiled at me. I stood there like a fool.
I suspended the sentence.
Did he see you this morning?
No, I stayed in the city. I was hunkering down. I went to the mattresses. I holed up. I was on the lam.
You're scared.
No, I stayed in the city.
You're scared.
I'm scared. I'm definitely taking the Queensboro Bridge home.
I don't blame you. Assholes.
Until I get my Reggie back in the window.
Well, it brings up a bigger topic, man. These people that have just a little authority and then they act like they're the fucking, the kings of the world.
It was literally him using his authority for a personal vendetta against me. It was a personal thing, and he's in a position where he can do something.
And obviously, he picked you out of nowhere. I mean, it wasn't like you.
All right, look, I may have hit the gas and whipped around him one day. But again, I said I didn't want to have him dress me down.
Absolutely.
It wasn't anything. I beeped my horn at a car that was stopped in front of me, a minivan, when the gate was up. And like, why wouldn't he move? So I went, bam. And then the guy peeks out from in front of the minivan. He was standing there. Old goatee shithead was standing there. And he had stopped the minivan. I didn't know this. And then once the minivan went, he went to wave me over, not to give me a ticket or anything, but to fucking just go, and you don't beep your horn when we're... I don't need to be fucking dressed down by some cocksucker when I'm fucking just beeping for that reason.
Absolutely. Why would you obey the direct orders of a police officer?
Oh, it's not a cop.
So why don't you have a beer summit?
What?
It's obviously a misunderstanding.
Fuck him.
Yeah, this isn't going to end well.
What?
This isn't going to end well.
Nah, it'll be fine.
This is one of those little things that just starts off as like he beeped the horn.
Right.
And the next thing you know, there's carnage.
Hatfields and McCoys.
And he comes in here day after day. He got me again.
Yeah.
No. He got me again. It's going to...
No, because once I put that fucking Reggie in the window where it belongs, there's nothing he could do. I'm fucking legal.
I don't want you to be confused. I'm on your side. I'm Team Anthony.
Yeah.
But I am praying that you come in here a few more times.
With just a stack of tickets at some point.
With he got me again.
He's going to be like an old southern sheriff. Take his billy club and break my taillight. You got a light out, boy. Looks like your windshield wipers are broken, too.
Ah, shit, he got me again.
He got me again.
Fuck.
He got me. Apparently my tire tread didn't cover up Lincoln's head on the fucking...
Right. Make sure make sure he doesn't drop some, drugs or anything.
Oh my God! Car. Right? You see, he drops a fucking bag of coke in my car.
I would have cameras on all the time when you're going through those toll booths.
Oh my God!
I don't trust anybody.
What do we got here?
Right?
What the fuck?
What do you mean? What
do
we got here?
Kilo of heroin in your vehicle? No!
And then you hear the dogs come. Sniffing. What?
Oh my God! It turns into a fucking 30-year prison stint.
Just because you beeped and swerved around the fucking asshole.
Oh, man, that would suck.
It would suck and be hilarious all at the same time.
No, I don't find the hilarious
Let's
part.
go to beer summer. Let's get this over with.
You think?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. We ought to take care of this?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't leave it like this. He got me. I got to get him. I got to mock him.
You beeped at him. You evaded capture. You mocked him publicly. And then he just got you on 2 shitty tickets. He didn't even get you on a real thing.
I wish he would have written his name better on my ticket. I can't even fucking say who it is.
Of course
not.
What's
it going to be a failure to signal? It's nothing.
He did that on purpose.
I know. Oh, he did, definitely.
He doesn't want you to know his name.
No.
Oh, well. Well.
Cocksucker.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Hey,
What are you going to do? He's got to sit there in the exhaust fumes every morning. Enjoy.
Fuck. I saw Mustache Joe. Because I heard that you got the ticket, so I was trying to figure out which guy really has it out for you.
He's some weaselly-looking Irish dude with kind of a reddish goat.
A reddish goatee?
Yeah.
I'll give him the finger tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Because I'm incognito.
There you go.
In my smart car.
Are you going to make like you're scratching your cheek or adjusting your mirror?
I'll give him the finger? right to the fucking face. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I haven't been on the air in a few days. Do you guys talk about the terrorist warning? Why won't they let us know, if we should be going into subways or
chatter?
On buses?
You mean the chatter? They've heard chatter?
Or maybe we shouldn't be eating outdoors, or maybe we shouldn't be in a mall.
Just go about your business, or the
I
terrorists
hate these
win.
fucking people.
The terrorists win if you don't go about your business.
But there's like an inside club.
Yeah, they know, who knows where not to go.
Yeah, there's an inside club on the news hinting that there's a terrorist warning. They feel really good about the info they're getting, the chatter they're getting. They're saying this is on the level of 9/11, but they won't tell us what to stay the fuck away from.
Go about your business.
But they know.
Yeah.
So why aren't they telling us?
Exactly.
What? Don't go to Europe. Don't.
Imagine some guy.
Don't broadcast from a high rise like we're doing right now.
Imagine if the guy slipped past us in a truck or something while the guy was giving me a ticket for a blinker.
God damn it!
Imagine that.
Think of that one. You're
Imagine
absolutely
that.
right.
He would have gotten the guy,
right?
But he's busy giving me a ticket for a blinker,
right?
When he should be taking care of business,
right? So you're honking. You're beginning this war with this peaceable officer. May have doomed this city.
Don't you kiss their ass, Jimmy Norton.
Dude, I don't. Please, I don't drive. Me and my BMW, they can do whatever they want.
You.
But what should we be looking out for?
I don't know. It is creepy, right?
White vans. Why are they so pompous? Why do they know and we're not allowed to?
What
is that about?
They always know just enough where they can't give you any fucking thing that will help you at all.
We get on those news shows, they're like, oh, this is strong. This threat is really strong. This is on the level of 9/11. The chatter is strong. We feel confident. All right, but what?
Strong chatter.
Am I allowed to go in the ocean today?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of scary, I think.
Yeah, it is. Oh, is that, what's that?
Email?
Oh, I thought it was a message board.
Oh, no, I can't get on that message board.
Oh, okay.
And the other thing,
I wish.
I know.
And it has to be brought up, but Troy Kwan is like maybe fired, maybe not fired. And I was on the phone, all of us were on the phone with Scott Greenstein and Steve Blatter and whoever the fuck would listen to us.
Yeah.
And none of us want him fired, period.
No one.
And I think there's some weird tug of war going on upstairs because they're having meetings. You know, I basically told Scott Greenstein, I personally called in a favor. I'm like, look, I can vouch for the guy. We don't want him fucking fired. He does very good work for us.
Yeah.
It was an unfortunate on-air fight.
Yeah.
That went a little too far, but Troy Kwan even admitted it went a little too far, and that he doesn't, he's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
He's not going to harm anybody. And his track record, he's been here for years, making shitty money, and the guy shouldn't be fired. They should do something else.
Yeah.
He's not officially fired, but it's weird that he's still, he's suspended without pay.
And we don't get any kind of, they're not giving us any info.
And Greenstein, when I got him on the phone, he basically said, the company wants to fire this guy. We want him fired. I'm like, slow the fuck down. Let's talk about this. I said, look, the type of radio show we do, we get really edgy. There's been a million horrible fights on this fucking radio show. Why is that one worse than the others?
And the guys are trained to make it more. You know what I mean? It's like people know that we're going to replay it the next day.
Yeah.
Troy knows what's expected of him when he comes. How many times has he walked in here, kind of with a smirk on his face?
Right.
So what? You don't like Denny? No, I don't like him. And he goes right in. It's like he understands what kind of his role is here, and it just got a little bit too much the other day.
After the heated fight with Mark Zito, where I would absolutely admit it went a little too far.
Yeah.
But I also went home that day thinking nothing of it. Like, I know Troy didn't mean any of the shit he was saying. He went on Ron and Fez immediately after the fight, basically, with a calmer head, explaining everything to Ron.
Yeah.
And that should have been the end of it. And then I reminded Scott Greenstein of the time Bubba the Love Sponge wanted to fucking punch me in the fucking face. He said he's coming up to New York just to punch me in the fucking face.
All right.
And he also encouraged his listeners to punch me in the fucking face.
Right.
I think that's way worse than what Troy did.
Yeah, because
he was getting listeners involved and shit. I was a little concerned, but I also know how radio works, so I knew it was going to be okay in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, no one has any thoughts that Troy's going to do anything.
But I think, like, Scott sort of hinted that, he's going to save him. But then I think there's lawyers involved and HR involved upstairs. So I think I talked to Troy yesterday because he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I go, I think there's a weird tug of war going on right now. Because Scott fully understands that none of us on this show want Troy Kwan fired. There's not one person.
No. Not at all.
So
no one thinks Troy's going to do anything violent to anybody around here. It's ridiculous. They have these zero tolerance policies where
right.
Oh, if you do, they don't even look at like the context of anything. Here's what happens. All right, we do this.
Or the winking that's going on. Like, look, I'm really fucking pumping this up for the radio show right now, and people are loving it. I'm getting people talking for you guys for the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah.
Yeah, this didn't happen in a broom closet. This was on the air. This was in very public view.
Air, which we always thought was a safe place.
And we tell them it's a safe place. We always tell the guys on the staff, hey, man, say what you want as long as it's on the air.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
if it was in an office down the hall, different story.
Much different story.
But it wasn't.
I feel like I talked Scott out of having Troy fired, but now I haven't heard anything in a few days, and I heard they had a meeting yesterday, and I think there's some weird tug of war going on. Because I don't trust the lawyers at all. They never make the right decision. They just fucking, pull the trigger way too quickly, and get rid of talented people that fucked up. Yeah, he fucked up. I don't think he fucked up as far as our show goes, but from a company standpoint, yeah, sure, I guess he fucked up. But not to the point where he should lose his livelihood.
Well, me and Jimmy talked to Scott yesterday, and
no,
that's right, we didn't.
He wouldn't see us.
Oh, that's right, we were summarily dismissed.
Why?
At the door.
Who knows?
You're kidding.
No.
Oh, no. We walked up to the office.
Right.
We were waiting there because he was in his office with somebody.
I had gone at 9 o'clock to his assistant. Can you tell him that I want to come by at 10 for 5 minutes?
Right.
'Cause I was gone. I know he wasn't here Friday either, but
Right.
I said at 10. Now I did get a call from Bladder about that. So me and Anthony. I'm sorry. Go ahead, tell me. We went down there.
We went down there. We were gonna, go into the office in 5 minutes.
Yeah, make it clear.
Plead our case for Troy and shit. And he pokes out. He goes, "Yeah, I can't do this. I got it though. Opie told me everything that needs to be told. This is this. That I got it. And pretty much treated us like a board op for the '60s channel." And just
pretty serious. He should have met with you guys for 5 minutes yesterday.
Well, he was in a meeting with.
Yeah, but he could have said, "Could you wait 15 minutes?"
I agree.
I mean, 20 minutes, whatever the fuck.
Exactly. He was in a meeting with a chief financial officer, so they were doing something.
Right.
And Bladder called me later that day, and he said, "Look, I asked about it, and he said the reason he did that, and I still am furious, but this was his explanation, was that no, I had it. I knew what you guys wanted, but it wasn't the fact that we didn't get to talk to him. It was just, and Anthony felt it too. It was like, hey, these two jerk offs are bothering me.
Yeah.
It's
We
like,
were
hey,
dismissed.
sorry, there's a major thing going on with our show, and management always complains, hey, you guys don't come to us. So we calmly go down.
Yeah, and that's
then
what we
we're
get.
treated like two jerk offs.
Yeah.
It's like, why would we ever go down there?
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, that was great.
No one, I'm going to reiterate, no one on the Opie and Anthony show wants Troy fired at all. Because we all understand how this shit works. Okay?
Yeah.
It went a little far, yes. But not to the point where Troy would do anything outside this fucking studio. Or even inside the studio. There's been times he knows that he can't touch anybody. We all know that.
Right.
And, the show's in a good place right now. And this would be a real fucking bummer. A real bummer for everybody.
Yeah.
Human Resources has a job to do, and it's like, at times what they do is...
they?
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
they
Do
stop
they?
women from being... They stop certain things from
Stop
happening.
women from being sexy.
But they, I get it. They have a job to do, and they're the line between the corporation, and this is any company, and lawsuits. That's what their thing is.
I don't get it. And I never will, Jimmy, because I've been. I'm sorry. I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I do get why they're.
apologize.
That's okay. I get why they're there.
Right.
But they overextend and they read into like this. They have to understand the context of the show they're dealing with. It's like, your job is to stop certain problems from happening, and all right, that's your function.
Yeah.
This is not one of those problems. This was an on-air thing that got made more. Because it's on air and both guys know they're being listened to, you have to take that into consideration. This is not an argument that you overheard in the copy room.
Right.
I have a real problem with HR being involved with entertainment companies. Period. I've been on the radio since I was 18. I've been around edgy radio for a really long fucking time, and for many years, I don't even. Did AF have HR?
I don't think so.
And I don't even think any W did at first.
No, it was just the GM and shit.
It was the GM and stuff.
Shit.
And somewhere along the line, these companies decide they need a human resource department.
Yeah.
I'm here to say I spent many, many years on the radio, around edgy radio, never seeing any real fucking problems where you would need human resources to come in and clean things up.
Right.
So with that said, then you bring in a human resource department, and you bring in some of these fucking lawyers, and they start seeing problems that aren't there in the end.
Because they have to justify their job.
They're not. There's no problem with Troy Kwan.
Yeah.
But they
have
are
to justify
seeing
their job.
problems that just aren't there.
Because if they're just if no problems happen for a protracted period of time, then people will go, do we really need this department.
Right.
Let's cut back. So they make problems.
Right. They make way more problems than solve problems. And that's the problem I have with those people. I don't even know who the HR lady is. I have no idea. I have no desire to ever meet her.
Yeah, I don't. It's never good when you have to deal with them. It's never good.
No.
Because it seems like they never will err on the side of, oh, okay, I get it. That's a part of the culture of the radio show. And this wouldn't happen on the show I listen to. But on your show, it's understandable how two guys would yell at each other like that and then shake hands after, or they could see each other in the hallway and never, ever have an issue. Yeah. It's like they don't know the difference between that and the guy that comes in military fatigues because his ex-wife is cheating on him. Right. There's a great difference between those two people in a workplace.
Yeah. We live in a very, very different world in this studio. Very different than even most of, I would say, just about every other show here at Sirius XM. I mean, the only other show would be Howard. Yeah. It's us and Howard that live in a really strange world where there are going to be like crazy on-air fights. Never a fist fight. Certainly not on satellite radio. We had fist fights at NEW, and even those, worked themselves out.
Yeah.
But this isn't the 60s channel or all these other fucking the morning mashup and all that crap. This is a much different world, and we should be graded as such. So I just had to get that off our chest because no one out there knows what's going on, and it's time they do.
Yeah, we wait here now and try to fucking see what happens.
But I think there's some weird fucking tug of war going on. I think Scott heard us loud and clear. But I think he's probably getting the ear of the lawyers and HR, and it's just a thing that is happening. So I just wanted to reiterate once again that there's not a person on our staff that wants fucking Troy fired. And there's not a person on the staff that thinks Troy would ever do anything. Yeah. Anything. Especially outside the studio.
Well, that's a good idea. Fucking hashtag justice for Troy Kwan.
Well, you were there. Sam was there. It's like you knew it wasn't getting crazy. You would have stopped. Obviously, you've been in the studio a million times during things.
He's an irresponsible broadcaster.
You've seen almost everything that happened in here, and you know the vibe of when two guys are just. You know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I told everybody that I had to tell. I would have stopped it in a heartbeat if there was any threat of actual violence.
Irresponsible broadcasting.
You think that's what it was?
Sam Roberts is at fault. You were the captain of the ship that day. You had the con. You had the helm.
Have there been any threats of violence in this studio before?
No.
Never one.
Not a one.
No, not a one. Not a one.
My mistake.
I don't even think there's ever been real threats. We've talked a lot of shit in here.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any time. Well, yeah. I had a fucking fight with Jesse Ventura in here. Right. I had a fairly nasty argument with Chris Jericho.
Right.
Neither time, I mean, with Jesse, that last moment, I got like a little worried.
When wrestlers, Jesus.
But it was really weird. Like, you never think, oh no, there's going to be an explosion of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you understand that we're both talking into a microphone, and everyone involved kind of gets that.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally been staff members that say, I want to punch you in the face. I want to cave your head in.
Right.
Well,
Duffy, yeah.
But it never happens, though.
Yeah.
And people bring it up. I mean, they're fans of radio. This guy, Pat on Long Island, Artie on Stern's show, tried to punch someone and never got fired. That was another incident.
Well, that's a whole different animal over there,
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're shit.
We're pieces of shit.
Yeah, we're shit compared
left
to
at
that.
the door.
Right. Because, Bubba was allowed to fucking threaten me. Because Bubba was connected to Stern at the time. So.
Yeah, they didn't do anything to Bubba.
They did nothing. I sent the audio clips to Scott going, hey, remember this?
Yeah.
And then I didn't cry like a bitch to any lawyers or human resources, by the way. But I said, remember this, because I'm trying to save Troy. I'm like, you do remember this, right? The guy threatened to fucking come up from Florida, which he never did, by the way. Of course he didn't. To punch me in the fucking face. Yeah. And then when he was too fucking lazy to, get up to New York, he told his listeners to do it. That wasn't a problem, obviously, for the company whatsoever. So why is this a problem? So.
Ridiculous.
We'll see what happens. But the silence, I don't think, is good at all.
Yeah.
I think there's a weird tug of war going on.
And we're not being unreasonably defending someone just because they're a part of it. There's been people who've been let go from this show that nobody on the show said anything about because at the time we felt like it was the right move. Like, we don't just run in and blindly defend every person that's let go. Right. Hey, you can't let them. There's been times where they made decisions that were like, all right, you got to do it, you got to do it.
Yeah.
So it's not like we unreasonably fucking scream and yell every time they want somebody. This is just not right. It's the wrong decision to make. He's a great worker. He's not. I've been on the road with him in fucking crowd situation. He's fucking great, man. The guy's great.
We just got back from Montreal only a couple days before the fight. He was unbelievable up there. He did everything we asked of him. Yeah. Everything, even shitty little dumb jobs.
Yeah.
And there's nobody. The gathering is this weekend. There's nobody. I'm not going.
Oh, Sam.
With anybody else.
Not about you.
Oh no.
What about me?
No, meaning Troy is the guy.
I know.
That you would have went with.
Yeah.
You don't want E-Rock to go with you?
Yeah, E-Rock could step up and go to the gathering with you.
E-Rock gets easily distracted on trips.
Oh. E-Rock, that's true?
Sure is.
He's off mic.
Sure is.
Are you going to the gathering this weekend?
No, I'm not going.
Why not? We might need you to.
I wasn't
Yes,
asked.
your story made no sense.
Oh,
I would go.
Did you just hear? This is what Jackie's dealing with on the phone. She just goes, "Yeah, your story made no sense."
Thank you. Because I'm on. I'm on Twitter and I'm reminded of something. And I got a message for Fez from Ron and Fez. Troy's not going to do anything to you, so stop with the nonsense. Okay?
I think he knows, doesn't he?
Yeah, he stopped.
Did he stop?
Yeah, I think they actually went back, both of them, and said if there's anything we can do to help him. No, I think those guys actually stepped up.
Stop with the nonsense.
I don't think he's after.
He was scared to come up here for a few days. Stop. Seriously, stop. It's not helping the cause. You're on the Opie and Anthony channel. We're trying to save a guy, and we had Fez for a few days scared to come up here because he thought Troy was going to do something to him.
Oh no!
There's not one person that thought Troy was going to do anything to you, Fez.
Oh no!
I don't give a fuck. Enough already.
Oh no!
But it worked itself out?
Oh, yeah. I think those guys went back and said, do we need to write a letter? Like, I think they were actually proactive. Ron and Fez. I think we're actually proactive.
Okay.
To do
well, then, fair enough. Then that's the whole story. But last I left it, I heard he was scared to come up here. So if he did that, then that's very good. Thank you. So trying to save Troy Kwan. Christ.
Save Troy Kwan.
I mean, I will say, if Troy wasn't here, there'd be one less guy for the girls to look at.
Oh.
Maybe,
that could be.
Making some lemonade, are you?
All right, now that you said that, okay.
You know, it really is humiliating when the strippers in here and he fucking wanders in. And like he doesn't need to pay for them. It really is humiliating.
Good point.
But yeah, we're not blindly defending a guy, man. He's a good worker and he's a good dude, and we all feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable with somebody who's going to be violent in the studio. Nobody would.
And we live in an environment. We've said it many times. Like we could get fired today. We never know because our type of show is so much different than every other channel except for Howard's on Sirius XM. It's so different.
Yeah, you can't.
They're never going to have problems like this on any other fucking channel. And if they did, then it would be so obvious there's an issue.
Right.
But in our environment, it's almost like it was just a regular day.
That would have been completely forgotten. That would literally, I never would have thought of that again.
Exactly.
After that day.
Yeah.
But I don't think the guys upstairs that are like, trying to get Scott's ear are educated enough on what we do and how it's much different than any other radio show in the company.
No, they see it the same as they would fucking some guy that's spinning on the lithium channel.
Right.
We're the same exact thing. Everyone, and we're not saying, we're above the law here, above the rules.
No, but our rules are
a little different based on, what you do.
Right. Because what we did yesterday, maybe it's not okay today. We never know. We just never fucking know.
No.
I don't think the guy, doing 60s on 6 ever worries that he's going to lose his fucking job because of something he said on the air.
Do you remember that day Sam was lobbing fucking tissues at Pat Duffy or papers at Pat Duffy's face? And Pat Duffy
was ready to rip Sam's head off.
Was growling.
Yes.
And he'd go, I'll fucking kill it, whatever. And Sam was just fucking... I was like, what a ballsy little cocksucker. But
Sam's
it was
a little gnat in someone's face.
But he knew, like, deep down, it's like, you knew that the guy, like, it sounded so much worse than it was. I guess because we were in the room and you can see things that people can only hear. But it sounded like Sam was going to be fucking murdered on the radio. And he's continually lobbing them. But we could see, like, Pat would walk up and growl or whatever, do what he was doing. And he was annoyed. But even he knew in that moment, you don't go beyond a certain line. Like, you don't, you just don't. And watching that and being in the room with that, you understood what was happening. Whereas if you're listening to that, you're like, there's a murder going to happen.
Right. And you know, if the fight that Troy and Mark Zito had, you know, continued outside the studio, it didn't.
No.
Then it would be tough to defend. But as soon as you walk in that door, it's a very different world.
And Zito was fine with it.
I hear he is.
Yeah.
All right.
He was
God. All right. Well, we made our point, I guess.
Well, if Zito's not fine with it, I'll fucking take him. Oh.
Did you guys
maybe
really?
I shouldn't.
You walked down the hall and he just.
Yeah, after I told his assistant at 9, like, I'd like to see him at 10 for a couple of minutes. Just, you know, we only needed a couple minutes. And he didn't say, hey, guys, could you wait? Or, hey, I talked to Opie. I'm in the middle of a meeting, but we are cool. I did talk, and I'm going to fight for you. Like, it wasn't like that where we would be reasonable.
It wasn't apologetic.
Yeah, it wasn't like, hey, look, I'm a little crazy right now, but
Yeah.
I have your message, and I'm...
He's probably in a tough spot.
It was
probably feeling the pressure. I don't know.
Pretty much. Well, I got it. I don't need to hear from you guys. And then he like walked back into the office as he was saying something like, "Hey, you shouldn't have said that on the air."
Yeah, it was basically beat at you jerk-offs.
Right. Yeah. Scram.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. It's like, you wonder why people don't want to talk to management. That's why. It's like, you know, it's not even that we didn't get the yes that we wanted or we got a no.
Right.
It was just that horrendous moment. It's like, Jesus, dude, we just want to... We're not yelling and screaming. We're coming down reasonably to sit down for 5 minutes, just maybe present a point that hasn't been made or...
Right.
So we sit here wondering.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, well. We got our food.
Things aren't the same since Sydney left.
Oh.
I know.
It's not around the same. The whole place is going. Look, that's what's happening. This whole thing is...
Yeah.
Sydney's gone and Jackie's going. It stinks.
Oh.
Jackie's last week?
Yeah, because we're taking off next week.
It's Sydney minus 4 days.
There's never been an intern whose name you remembered 4 days after they left.
No, it's Sydney. I even sang She's a Rainbow all day long.
Aw.
She's a rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When do we get new interns?
September. Filthy guys, I bet.
By the way, if who does the intern interviews?
Sex man.
Okay, sex man. If 3 guys come in here, I'll bite your nose.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Look
to make
how
sure
nice it was.
We're getting guys.
It was so nice.
No, he's working on it. I think you're right.
Oh, we had such a like it helped morale, didn't it?
Sure did.
Right.
I would actually. I don't know if they couldn't hear this off the air, but like as I would walk in, I would every morning I would go, hey, da 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 da.
Yes.
When I walked in, I would actually say
da 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 da. Yeah, yeah.
Every time I came to the door.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna eat some food.
Oh, Roland's got gifts.
And if any females want to intern, SiriusXM.com/internship.
Thank you.
All right, when we get back, the latest on Wiener and the Pig. The latest on her.
Mornings with Wiener and the Pig.
Jesus.
That is a morning show sounding thing. Wiener and the Pig with you all morning. Tune in.
Wiener and the Pig. And also the A-Rod stuff. He was welcomed back to baseball yesterday. It was very nice.
Yeah.
You believe he's been a Yankee for fucking 8 years, right?
Really?
Or 9 years almost. Since 2004?
Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman in Oblivion.
Yeah.
Wasn't this a bust?
Yeah. I
was a
saw
bust,
it.
right?
I saw it on demand.
Was it good?
It wasn't bad.
Boy.
It has a lot of like it's like, okay, there's a little 2001: A Space Odyssey in there. There's some Planet of the Apes in there. There's some fucking it's like a few movies thrown in, kind of a thing. But it looked good. It looked pretty cool.
It did well.
Kind of interesting.
It did well overseas, but here domestically it was a bust.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, because so many movies like that came out at the same time. That fucking what's his name that was in here? Charlie Day's movie. That the Will Smith movie. Hollywood just—it's amazing how they do one thing and they carbon copy it immediately.
Yeah.
However, people don't give original sci-fi movies a chance. You know, like people really want something that's been done already, and people see Oblivion, which is an original movie.
Yeah.
It's not like something that's based off a TV show or a remake or something, That's why, like, Pacific Rim, it was so nice to see people, like, actually going to see something original instead of something that was just a carbon copy.
Was this original or no?
Yeah.
But maybe they all came out at the same time. So that's the
That was
problem.
out
Is
in
that
April.
They're all. When did the other ones come out?
Like July.
Oh, okay. I thought they were all together.
Oblivion.
People like that new movie. What's that new Matt Damon movie? Elysium?
Right, another one.
That looks really good.
But it's not. But people are not saying good things about it.
Oh. But he shaved his head.
Everybody that I've talked to has said very bad things about it.
Oh. Well, who are you talking to?
Who are you
I've talked to a lot of people.
Oh.
Yeah, who do you know? Larry Elysium?
People also know if a movie comes out in April, it's going to suck.
Yeah.
We're kind of getting conditioned that,
I never understood.
they hold back the good movies.
Understood that. Like, if your movie's good, you can put it out whenever.
And
That's
you're
a
gonna
good
go see
movie.
it. I'm going to go see it.
It's a good movie.
Exactly.
And you see it no matter when the fuck it comes out. Well, I don't go to the movies in April. No. It's crazy.
I only
don't care
go
how good it is.
I only go Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
They have figured out how to make $100 million. They figured out how to make $50 million in the opening weekends, though.
That's crazy.
They really know what they're doing. These folks.
Yeah.
They haven't perfected it. R.I.P.D. in its third week just cracked 30 million. So
Nice.
Congrats to those guys.
That just looked terrible
Well,
anyway.
we knew that because Jeff Bridges came in.
We're not stupid.
Yeah.
You get someone as big as Jeff Bridges coming in here.
Trying to promote his
the movie
movie,
needs
yeah.
fucking help. We know. That's why I didn't see the movie ahead of time.
Budget for that movie.
It cost 130 million to make.
Oh, it's 100 more million.
Baby steps.
They're not going to recoup it.
So
That's what movie companies like. Baby steps to the goal.
It's the Bill Murray "What About Bob" approach.
Yeah.
And then the next time Jeff Bridges is in a movie that is up for Oscars, we won't see him.
Oh, you won't see him.
You don't think he'll come in for like the Big Lebowski too?
But we know this game. I got my picture with Jeff Bridges. I was excited.
Mike Myers.
But Mike Myers, the only time he came in,
the Love Guru. He came in for the Love Guru.
Right. What else?
Austin Powers, we never saw him.
We had
Ben Stiller come in.
Willem
Dafoe, Guy Ritchie.
Willem Dafoe came in for a bomb.
For all the lemons they come in.
Ben Stiller. What movie did Ben Stiller come in for? He came in once.
He came in here.
Yeah, after all these years, he came in once.
Yeah.
I think it might have been his indie movie. I think it might have been Greenberg or something. He did a movie called Greenberg.
We don't even know.
Exactly.
We interviewed the guy. We don't even know why he was here.
The Love Guru has yet to recoup its budget. It came out in 2008, though, so there's still time.
Yeah, you know what?
That was 5 years ago already. Mike Myers was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was back at K-Rock.
Yeah.
And it's a $60 million movie. It has yet to recoup.
Was it Night at the Museum, too?
Night at the Museum, too, for Ben Stiller?
No.
And we were really nice, and we never got them back anyway. It's like it proves it doesn't matter if you're nice or if you're awful because they don't come back.
Hey, what did Gary Oldman come in for?
He came in for a couple things.
He's been in for a couple times.
Yeah.
Dark Knight. We actually got him on a roll.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, he came in twice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Roland's ready to give you the...
Well, Gary likes us.
Well, I'm just reading off of Pal
No,
Talk.
they
and
end up liking us.
Someone just fucking...
Most of the times.
You're stupid, Alex fan.
Well, Gary got starstruck when he was in here.
He sure did, Jimmy.
You know how it is.
He sure
Oh,
did.
right. He did. He knew Jimmy.
Yeah, but these guys, they don't know what to do.
Huh.
Ben Stiller came in for Tower Heist.
Oh!
That is such a bad movie.
And I saw that movie,
finally. Yeah.
Oh, my God, that was horrendous. You can't push a car out.
We got Tarantino for Django, though.
Yes, we did.
That was
no,
well,
we did. We
And
do.
we got him for,
Tarantino,
Grindhouse.
Yeah.
We definitely get, some guys here and there for real
Tarantino
movies,
doesn't come to
but
New York, though. Every time Tarantino's in New York, he's done this show. He just doesn't come to New York.
he seems to like our show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get that impression.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges liked our show,
Tarantino's one of
but
my
he'll
favorite
never
guys.
be back.
Tarantino is fucking amazing.
Remember, what did we get Tom Cruise for that time? He came in. Well, that's right.
Yes.
Never gotten him.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
No one gets him for
Would you
radio.
even? I know. Yeah. Could you imagine? Like, what the fuck would you even talk to him about? I've seen him on interviews, and it's fucking.
He's a weirdo.
Oh, you're being glib, Opie. You're being glib.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I know what I talked to him about. This fucking stunts in Mission Impossible. How do they get insurance for you to run down the side of the Burge Tower? How does a movie company allow you to do that?
Oh, that's a good one.
How long did you have to sit up on top for those promo photos that they took with the helicopter?
And you'd say, oh, it was all CGI.
Yeah.
I just sat in a studio with the green screen around me.
Yeah, but I understand that. But it's like you actually did run down the side of the building. There's got to be a part of you that you have faith in those guys. But isn't there a part of you that you get scared?
My publicist is saying I have to go.
No, but wait, Tom. I have more questions about running down the side of the building like a magic man.
I have to go.
I want to know. I have questions.
Magic man.
I have to go.
Oh, yeah. We talked to him all day about that.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of food did you eat over there?
Oh.
I'm thinking of going at the end of August. Did you guys stay in the Birch Tower, or did you stay in that there's a really another like a 7-star hotel? It's shaped like a sailboat.
Like enough about the Birch Tower.
No, but I want to know.
No.
If you did.
I would have stayed in the sailboat.
That's a nice hotel too, but I wouldn't stay there. I would stay in the tower because I'm afraid of heights, and I think it'd be fun to stay there. And you know.
Oh my God.
Now back to our show. The Opie and Anthony Show. Now back to our show. Continues. Now back to our show. Now back to our show. The Opie and Anthony Show. Continues. You drop the bomb on me, baby. You drop the bomb on me, but you turn me on. You drop the bomb on me, baby. You drop the bomb on me. You were my friend. You were my friend.
That's a good one.
Oh, I get it. Thank you, whoever you are. U.S. dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima 68 years ago today.
Oh. How'd that work out?
Pretty good. It gave them really nice subways.
Yeah.
Their subway system is amazing.
Yeah, we did all the excavating for them.
Yeah.
They got some modern shit there because of us. See?
And
See what happens?
Godzilla.
That's right. It made Godzilla.
The radiation from the bombs made Godzilla.
Which is cool because we like the Godzilla movies, right?
Yes.
Not as much as the shark movies, the Sharknado movies. But.
No.
New Godzilla next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that another reboot?
It's going back to the original style. It's not like the American version.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like the remake where it looked like an iguana.
Yeah.
I like fucking Godzilla. I used to like Godzilla.
I used to call him a weird name.
Oh, no.
I don't know why. I just was uncomfortable.
What did you call him?
Oh, you asked.
Kadzuki instead of Godzilla.
Why?
I
Kadzuki.
don't know.
You really called him Kadzuki?
It's a goof, yeah, but it was just uncomfortable.
Do.
Makes no sense.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is pre-Chippa.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking pre-stand-up.
Kadzuki.
All right, what's going on with Wayner and the Pig? You know what commercial I like?
What?
I have to the Eliot Spitzer commercial.
Yeah.
I think he's working it perfectly with that commercial of his.
Why haven't
with the music and stuff, admitting to his wrongs.
Really?
I like it a lot.
I haven't seen it.
And I'm not a fan of Spitzer. I'm not a
Let's
fan
see
of
it.
any politician.
Let's see it, Sam.
Because he, of course, was also in a bit of trouble, as we all
certainly
know.
was with the hookers.
That's Spitzer and the prostitute in the mornings.
Oh,
competing with Wiener and the
prostitute.
Pig.
You're a prostitute.
For some reason, I really like this commercial, and I like the music they used.
He's creepy. Oh, this video is what? Private.
Why is it private?
Commercial for.
Or does Time Warner own that too? Anyone on the fucking Time Warner CBS thing? What the hell's going on?
Yeah,
Who's at
that's
fault?
terrible. Well, you
You
know
listen
what?
to a CBS radio station. Oh boy, it's Time Warner's fault.
Yeah.
But then I'm hearing that CBS wants too much.
Here's what I base it on: the fact that
Wait, for the people. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because it really is. This one's a very local story. I think it's just for New York, or is it?
New York, L.A., and Dallas.
Yeah. it's
Okay,
big-
those are
big
three
markets.
huge markets. New York, L.A., and Dallas. Officially, right now, you can't get CBS on your cable
CBS
system.
or Showtime.
So can't you unplug your cable and just get the rabbit ears for CBS? Or
Yeah.
you can, or
Yeah, apparently.
but how does that work?
Well,
Does anyone know how to do that?
I don't know.
You have to buy one of those
gotta be
digital
digital.
converter boxes.
Yeah, no more rabbit ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, there's rabbit ears. I've seen them.
They don't work.
No,
But they
rabbit
don't
ears
work. No more
rabbits here.
No more analog signal being
Yeah, they're
sent
not
out,
sent out.
anymore.
No, I've seen rabbit ears. Stop it.
I don't know what's on that band anymore.
They don't work.
No, they work.
Fucking ham radio now or some shit. I don't
I
even know.
refuse to admit that technology has passed me by. Rabbit ears work. Stop
Put some tinfoil
Stop
on it. Put some tinfoil around the aerial. Adjust the aerial. I got to watch my
Okay.
programs.
So just for the people that
My stories.
So what's the deal now that we?
I would think because I've had Fios, Verizon, for a while, and they go through these things, but they work it out somehow.
Right.
It seems to me Time Warner is constantly going through this, constantly having to drop the channels.
Right.
And I think they're cheapos.
And they're terrible service.
Yeah.
I have to side with CBS just because Time
It's
Warner,
terrible.
they're pigs. They're terrible, their service.
It's so bad.
They're slowly upgrading shit, slowly, as our cable bills continue to go up.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Time Warner is the worst fucking service out there.
So are they holding up CBS, or is CBS holding up them?
I think they're probably both at fault to some point, but I think...
Thank God Travis is
I
here.
think Time Warner
Travis
is more
knows
at fault.
shit.
Does he?
Travis just guesses, but sounds. Travis comes in after we've discussed it, and whatever opinion he gives, we sound like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But he just knows stuff. He pays way more attention to us. He reads the Washington Post or something.
There's
I think.
lots of papers in front of you guys.
Yeah.
With lots of news stories and lots of show prep. And it's my job to know all of them.
Oh, right.
All right. Yeah, but
So
I got.
when you say, what's this about?
Can I explain why?
know.
I wanted to, because I was more concerned about Don and Dawn.
So was I. That's like the third story in a while. That's one of the most important stories of the day.
We'll get into this idiot soon.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Make
that guy
a
is.
fucking decision.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So what's your question? Who's at fault?
Yeah.
They're both at fault. It's $2 billion
Greed?
companies
lot of
arguing
greed?
over millions of dollars. Yeah.
Way to take a stand.
Well, look, if it was so
Go
clear,
on half a dozen of the other.
All right. Oh.
I think CBS wants like
$2,
$2
right?
per person instead of $1. Time Warner wants all of CBS's like back catalog that they give to like, well, they don't give, but they sell to like Netflix and Hulu or whatever. They want it for a certain price. CBS apparently said, we'll keep giving you our programming while we're under contract. Time Warner apparently is the one that cut CBS and Showtime off because they know that they can do it now before football season starts.
Oh.
They'll have leverage if they do it now. If they were to drop CBS when football season started, there would be riots.
Oh.
But why would people be laughing, though?
It's a riot. You didn't use the Chip voice.
I know I didn't, but I should have.
Chip thought that one was funny.
Yeah.
But don't they have leverage now because CBS is in a tough spot? They need Time Warner.
Yeah,
But
I've
how
read-
else are they going to get their shit out there?
I've read that they're losing $400,000 a day.
Right.
Yeah, because right now they're only off in certain big markets like New York and
Dallas
LA and
and
Dallas.
LA,
But
right.
like in most of the country, where I guess they have deals with the local CBS affiliates, they're still on the air. And people are getting pissed off because Showtime's not on.
CBS is fucked in this. They're going to have to pay.
Well, they'll both probably concede.
Call Time Warner and tell them you want CBS back
Yeah, and
Showtime.
Yeah, they're
Both of them
making
are
us
like-
do their dirty work for
If
them.
you want to watch shows like Dexter,
Right.
I swear to God, I thought they were fucking with me on Sunday because I tweeted that I can't wait to use my Time Warner cable internet to illegally download
Yes.
Dexter. And about 2 hours later, everything in my house stopped working. Like my internet was off. My cable TV was off.
well, if it wasn't Time Warner, I would say they were
Yeah, exactly.
doing something. But Time Warner constantly fucks everything. I have it at the apartment in the city here, and it's just horrible. I've had to make a hotspot with my iPhone because my internet just doesn't work.
Terrible.
It's terrible,
Yeah,
and
you
the
have
box
terrible internet in
is constantly. And you could plan your fucking day around rebooting a Time Warner box. Holy fuck! It takes forever.
It's unbelievable.
And the FiOS box, you reboot it, it's done in like a minute.
And now they started charging a rental fee for their modems last year. You know those tiny little box modems that are like 30 years old. Yeah, they're charging you like they were charging like $4.
That's reasonable.
And
is it reasonable?
What's the average cable bill, you think?
$8 million a month.
That's what I
mine's
thought.
about
That's what I thought.
$150.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. What are you getting for that?
That's for cable and
shitty service.
Yeah.
And now they're taking CBS away for now.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out before football season.
What would they do if it was
3 or
football
4 weeks
season?
away, right?
What
would happen?
If it was football season, they would be getting a lot more complaints.
What would people do, though? If people complain, what would they do?
Nothing.
Could they go to Dish Network, or like could they do that? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you can drop your cable service anytime, but the problem is that, like, you know, a lot of these, like, Time Warner's got a monopoly here. Like, if you're not, you know, in a place where you could just get FiOS, then you have to stay with Time Warner.
Yeah,
right.
FiOS was pulling some shenanigans.
Yeah,
it was
I saw
low.
that.
It was low level shenanigans, but they were pulling some shenanigans.
I knew it was a matter of time. They're all fucking assholes.
I noticed if I stepped away from my TV for 10 minutes, you'd get a message up on the screen that said, hit menu on your remote to, you know, bring back your fucking picture. It would go into, like, sleep mode.
Why?
I don't know. Just like an update that they sent through.
But how does it know you're not watching?
Well, I guess if you haven't changed the channel or anything.
Well, maybe you're watching the same channel for a while.
I know. Exactly. So I was like, what the fuck is that? And then someone said, well, go into settings and this and that. And apparently you have to redo your settings. They updated, and the default setting is like the shortest period of time before it gets sent to sleep. So I guess that saves the bandwidth for them, for people that just leave their TVs on all the time like I do. And but the thing is also, if you go into settings, when you go and click how long you want it to wait before it goes into sleep mode, you have to scroll back one for never. It says never, and then 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, or something like that.
They don't want never.
And you don't even see never up there.
They don't want never.
You have to
clicked.
scroll down one. It's hidden. So, yeah, I was able to find that, and yeah, I'm the worst fucking when it comes to bandwidth. I leave, like, my bedroom TV's on right now.
Really?
Yeah. I just like the idea of having people yapping in my house when I'm not there.
Aw.
Someone might think someone's home. Oh, well, Morgan Freeman's home.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman's home with Tom Cruise.
Aw.
That's why there's always parties and stuff. Anything to stop Anthony from having to be alone with Anthony.
Oh, I'm getting a kitty.
That's cute.
Are you really? I saw that too.
Yeah.
I figured you'd break eventually.
I have to, you know.
Ann kind of likes cats. Always has.
I love a good cat.
Big A will sit on it by accident.
I killed your cat.
Like Christopher and the dog.
I was sneaking around trying to get some video, and I crushed its little.
You're still thinking about doing this?
Well, I'm definitely going to do it.
Wait a minute, though.
Before you go to Vegas or after?
After.
There's many levels of assholery when it comes to cats. You gotta make that decision.
Yeah, what if you get an asshole cat?
There are cats that are just complete and utter assholes.
Sam still bites them.
Right.
I'm getting a Bengal.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that they're like the nicest
They're
cats
playful.
You gotta be around it for a little while.
Yeah. That's just it.
I had 2 cats. One was really fucking cool, and the other one was a complete asshole. And I knew it from day one when my mom... I lost a cat, so my parents... I was living at home when I first moved home from Buffalo, and I lost my cat to the fucking highway in front of our house, which took out all our pets and eventually took out my own dad.
Oh, God.
You would think we would have moved.
Jesus.
Took out everybody. It took out 3 or 4 different dogs, 2 or 3 cats, and my dad.
Jeez.
Right in front of my fucking house I grew up in. But anyway, so I lose the cat because it got run over, and my parents, to make everything go away, they just plop a brand new one in its place. Like, you won't notice the difference. But they plopped an asshole cat on my back as I was sleeping.
Damn.
And I knew from day one it was an asshole.
Was it a kitten?
It was a kitten. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know from day one if a cat's going to be an asshole.
Oh, you got to raise them right.
No. No.
Look.
Cats are way more...
I'm going to go to the cattery, and I'm going to pick out a cat.
Play with him for a
far better
while.
chance of getting an asshole cat than you do getting an asshole
Wait,
dog.
you going to a place?
Yeah.
What is it called?
A cattery.
Is it really?
Yes, they're called a cattery.
Oh, they make it a nice name, knowing that they're going to kill half of them.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's a cat slaughterhouse.
It's a cat slaughterhouse. They're all.
No, you breed them. They breed them there.
That's like saying Auschwitz was a Jewry.
Oh God!
That's all cat. That's all that. That's all that is. It's a nice name for a fucking.
It's not.
And those
slaughterhouse.
And those kittens all smell it in the air. That's why they're all nice to you.
But
and then
it's
as soon as
not
they know they're safe from the fucking Holocaust, then they're going to be assholes.
No, it's not a place that kills them. It's a breeder.
It's going to stop being a kitten, and you're not going to be in love with it anymore.
No, I loved Jack when he wasn't a kitten.
People are saying the cat you're picking out is awesome.
JD.
Yeah, Bengal cats are awesome.
They look so fucking cool, and they play. I like a good playful cat. Something you could go jingle, jingle, jingle with a little fucking feather, and they go bat it around.
Slowly going crazy.
What? Am I crazy cat guy?
Yeah.
I've always liked cats. I've always liked cats, though.
The kitten my parents replaced my cool cat with. My cool cat was flattened on 25A.
Oh.
The fucking thing. And I was living in my parents' house for a little while in between radio job. Well, I had a radio job, but making no money. So at 30 years old, I moved back home with mom and dad for a short stint. And this fucking kitten they got me would just would go under the bed, wouldn't come out, and hiss all night. I'm like, what the fuck are you hissing at?
That's fucked up. That's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I knew from day one that cat was an asshole.
That's crazy cat. Yeah.
What are you going to do if it's an asshole?
I'm like, what the fuck is you? What are you hissing at? I'm trying to take care of you. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you right now.
It's going to be fun.
No, it's
just make sure you fucking pick the right kitten.
I'll look and I'll be like, I think there's a new litter in early fall is what I'm hearing at this cattery.
All right.
And then I'll go there,
lay
I'll
down,
check them all
and just
out.
see which
Is this
one.
like pumpkin picking?
I'll play with each one. I'll go like, oh,
how about this?
Meow, meow, meow.
How about this? Close your eyes and open your eyes, and whatever cat doesn't swipe at your fucking face because it sees eyes opening, that would be the one you'd bring home. Oh, I don't know that from experience either. Waking up because I feel like someone's looking at me, and I open my eyes, and there's asshole cat swiping at me. You would think it would understand eyes opening and closing.
You'd think, huh?
Just get the runt. The runt is always the best.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think the runt is?
Yeah.
Because it knows?
Yeah.
It has to try a little harder. It's kind of like a fat girl.
Here's what I predict.
The fat girl of kitty litters.
He will bring home more than one kitten.
No, definitely not.
I say that you're going to be
Definitely
so
not.
smitten by a couple of them.
No,
you're going to feel guilty.
No.
Pulling them away.
I would never.
No?
No.
And two kittens would be cute.
One goddamn cat.
Needs a friend, right?
Imagine two kittens
one.
frolicking on your fucking... Just two of them. Your massive
On
house.
your patio. You need two so they have company.
No, I'm the company.
Because you don't
you're
speak
not home all
cat.
the time.
I'm the cat's little
They make
pal.
little biscuits on you.
Right.
Freaking biscuits.
Jimmy, you're missing the... You're missing the best part of this. So he brings two cats home. Fast forward 5 years, Anthony's crazy cat dude.
Yeah.
With hundreds of cats.
Houses full of cats.
Duty all
shit,
over.
Piss everywhere.
We can't go in that room. That's
Everything's
the
shredded.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't
God.
go upstairs anymore because you've been saving the cat duties.
The pool's empty and just full of cats. It's just shit everywhere. Cat shit everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh my God, the theater. You open up the theater door, the seats are shredded and cats are sleeping everywhere.
You come in here looking like you're wearing a fur coat from just all the cat hair.
Yeah, just fucking shedded cat
You
hair.
just can't get it off yet.
Oh God, that would be terrible.
You and Patty will have something in common.
Oh, Patty. I
you could
passed
take
the
it to go
New
get
York.
those free things.
I passed the New York Foundling Hospital yesterday. Every time I see it, I just laugh. I think of dumb Patty there.
That place really exists.
Dumped off. I was at the Foundling Hospital.
Anyway, Eliot Spitzer. Can we play the commercial?
Oh yeah.
So Eliot Spitzer fucked up pretty bad with the prostitute, and I think this is a perfect commercial for this guy as he tries to make his little comeback. And I don't like politicians, but there's something about this. I think he played it.
I haven't seen this.
Really?
No.
It's all over TV.
I haven't either.
No.
Look, I failed. Big time. I hurt a lot of people. When you dig yourself a hole, you can either lie in it the rest of your life or do something positive.
The sheriff of Wall Street is back. Former governor of New York.
Running for New York City's comptroller's office.
That's why I'm running. Make sure your money goes where it's supposed to go and does what it's supposed to do. And make sure the Wall Street firms that want us to invest with them place on the rules. So if you hear any negative noise out there, and you will, keep in mind where it's coming from. Maybe being hated by the Wall Street firms isn't such a terrible thing. Look, when I made billion-dollar corporations pay back low-wage workers, when I pushed to give exploited, undocumented immigrants a real chance, when I was taking on Wall Street firms that were cheating millions of middle-class investors, it was all about the same thing. Everyone no matter who you are, deserves a fair shot. I'm asking voters to give the same to me.
Yeah, you know, I
that
don't.
part with the dun, dun,
I don't
dun,
dislike
dun,
Spitzer at all. Like
I still
like
won't
him
vote
more.
for him, but I love the commercial.
I don't know if I would. I might.
Love the commercial though. Isn't that great?
He's probably more liberal than I care for, but I there's something about him going after those guys that I really like.
Right. And the music, it goes along with his voice, and
it's not cheesy.
No. And then you got stupid Wiener just smiling at every parade he can get himself into.
He's getting out of an Oscar Mayer truck like a dope.
He's fucking delusional. It's hilarious.
I think so.
He's done. I
think he's completely delusional. I really do.
No chance in hell of winning. No chance of winning.
And now the pig made a sex tape, but she's trying to say it's not a sex tape. Why isn't it? Isn't a sex tape?
Technically, she's not having sex with anyone.
No.
I want to see what her vag looks like.
I don't think that's.
Is it plump and fat and juicy and meaty?
So look, they put American flags all around her. Oh, God.
You think she's milking it?
Oh God, is she milking it?
I love her. What a delight.
Delight.
She's sexy.
She's a dope.
Let me see how sexy she is.
Much. Is it makeup time now? Okay, good.
Okay, go enjoy
Pause. All right, I like the voice.
Yeah?
Yeah, she doesn't look that bad right now. That fucking swimsuit photo shoot was horrendous.
Terrible. What'd she do? She hit the gym for a few weeks? Eating better?
Yeah, going to the gym, eating butter.
Eating better.
I'm Sydney Leathers. I grew up in Southern Illinois, but right now I live in Southern Indiana.
Wow.
Anthony Weiner and I had a sexting relationship for several months, and that came out in the press, so here I am.
She's hateable.
So here I am.
Look at her juicy. Let me see her Sam a little bit more. Look at them juicy legs, man. I like that.
She looks way better in
The
this
lips look good.
Than the swimsuit.
Yeah.
Photo shoot.
I like that.
Get the fuck
yes.
pause.
Nice.
No.
She won me over. That is a juicy rump, and it won me
That's
over.
a guy's ass.
No, that is a tiny.
Look at her bottom.
Tiny.
Spank
Look at,
it.
It goes way up where the hip. That's not a hip.
No, you know what it is? Her fucking, because her it's a terrible angle for her legs. Her legs should be straight, and you'd see like how juicy and melon-like those ass cheeks are. That's
huge.
a bad, yeah. Oh, deep crack. Oh, she'd smother you with that and teach you a lesson. I'm plumping up. I fucking think.
I don't need to be taught a lesson. I don't want the ass to look like normal.
No, dude, her ass, that's a bad angle for her, though. That's a bad angle. I'm telling you, that's a nicer, fatter, juicier ass than you think.
What's the fucking folds over there? Is that the bottom of her ass?
That's where her
that
ass
looks like it's
ends
halfway down her leg.
and her leg starts.
That's a big ass, man.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. You know how bad that smells?
Oh, it probably smells wonderful.
Keep that clean.
After a bus ride through Vancouver where a beheading has happened, she's all nervous.
No.
I don't know what the fuck.
Let's keep going. What is this, the preview clip?
Yeah.
Good.
Initially, Anthony Weiner had poked me on Facebook, and that's how our conversation started from there. I am attracted to intelligence, so that's what turned me on about him the most.
Liar.
I was shocked and flattered at the same time when I saw that he poked me, and then as the conversations progressed, it quickly turned sexual.
Look at her cankles.
And it was just like
Hold on, I don't like this.
Dude, Jesus, Jimmy.
You guys are nuts. Dude, that is a fuckable woman. I'm telling you, you look at how juicy and big those legs are.
Those legs.
You hold those ass cheeks and you make. She smothers you with them. She hugs you with her legs.
From the I would say the belly button up, she's actually isn't bad, and her boobies look pretty good right there and firm. But then it looks like legs from another fucking woman.
I would hit that in a second, dude. Fuck. Look at those big juicy legs. I like that. Those are nuts. You wouldn't bang that girl?
No, I would.
Oh yeah.
I'm with you.
Oh.
Fuck, man. Look at that little fucking boy shorts.
Yeah, I did.
Kind of like the booty, don't you?
Face is good. The boobs are good.
I like a nice big ass, man.
The voice is kind of.
Look in the mirror.
I have a big ass.
All right, continue.
That was third grade.
Yes.
I just remember him complimenting me a lot, and then I could tell where it was going from there.
Oh.
Boobs.
Her tits are great. Don't get new tits.
Yeah, they're all right.
Look at that. Look at those legs up in the air. Oh, I want to see your vag, please.
He's begging. That's great. I want to see your vag, please.
Dude, look at that. You fucking hold those big chubby legs up like that. Oh,
They're only going to get bigger, too, man. She's a young girl.
Don't marry her. But I'm saying, do you know how good that would feel? Like, it would probably, when you put it in, go like... It would make the sound like you have fucking rubber shoes in mud.
Really?
Yeah, you'd sound like you just lost your fucking galoshes in a storm. Old galoshes pussy. Hey, galoshes box, get over here.
Fred from Brooklyn. She has Andre the Giant ass.
Oh, she's sexy.
God.
Fred
That's
Brooklyn
crazy.
on Twitter. Very good. Fred.
Damn.
I think she's sexy.
Yeah? You like that?
Yep.
He would always compliment me on, you know, my breasts, my ass. He would tell me stuff about my feet.
Go back to the ass again. Let
and
me
how
see.
good I looked.
Oh, he liked her feet, too. What a dirty boy this wiener is.
The ass looks
Stuff
better in
about
that
my
shot.
feet.
The ass looks
bad.
better in that shot.
Ass. He would tell me.
Yeah, that's a little fucking... She's got big, like, bigger legs. Like, the ass is not big enough to fill out the
Yeah,
legs.
look at her ass is in the middle of this mass of leg and hip and stuff.
But that's still nice to drown in, man.
Something going on there.
I would die in
The
there.
thighs go, like, way out.
Yeah.
Past the ass on the sides.
Dude, you know what you do?
You look at just the ass, that's pretty good, but you got to cut it off way over there, then it would look way better.
If you're on top of her...
You got to lose 3 inches on the right side, and then it would look
man.
in proportion.
You reach under and hold those butt cheeks and those big soft thighs wrap around you and just hold you. Oh, you would just hump, quick humps, like dog humps. You just give her fucking dog leg humps.
I love how Jay puts this. He's actually doing
himself.
the
I think he's touching himself.
and he's doing the dog hump.
But do you know how good that would feel to just be in there, like those big legs holding you in there? And oh my, she would
Yeah.
just milk come out of you. You'd be finished. It's probably all sloppy.
Keep your hands above the table.
They are.
Okay. They weren't.
I know they weren't.
God. Because I know they weren't.
I was primping.
Are you?
Jimmy's really into this.
She is.
Yeah, I like her.
There's that ass.
It's not that bad.
It looks better than the beach pictures.
Beach
that's
photo
for sure.
Yeah, they were terrible.
horrendous.
They were
Yeah,
terrible.
for sure.
Stuff about my feet and how good I looked in heels and how I was the perfect height to wear heels and stuff like that. So
Boobs are a
he
little
had kind
droopy.
of
How
talked
old
about
is she?
maybe helping me get a
How
condo
old
in
is she?
Chicago.
The boobs shouldn't
And then
be
that became
droopy.
this whole other fantasy of, you know, well, how will I sneak in and out without people recognizing me, and you know, how will we have sex and have the neighbors not hear, that type of thing. The fact that he was hitting on me was extremely flattering.
Good.
We
See,
did
see what a
send each other
comedian does.
pictures. They were pretty much all nude. He would ask me very strange things, like, you know, what are you wearing today? You know, may
Why
I
is that
see?
strange?
You know, what kind of shoes do you have
was at a
on?
funeral.
What's underneath that dress? That type
Jimmy knocked that one out of the park.
Where would
Fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what he's done that's wrong so far. She's saying he would ask weird things like, "What am I wearing?" That's a normal, sexy question.
Yeah.
See, they know, like, most of this video they're showing from, you know, just pretty much her face. Because they know.
Yeah.
Her face isn't bad at
Yes.
all. And the boobs aren't bad at all.
They know we want to see that fucking hooch. I want to see it. I bet it's fucking. I hope it's not like sometimes like there's really weird pussies that go like concave, and they're just like. I hate them. There's nothing to them.
type of thing. So there were photos in and out of clothes, but most were out.
With her clumsy
He had
step.
a very big fetish for high heels. I don't know if that's something
Wearing
he's
them.
about for all girls or if it was just something for me, but he loved pictures of me in high heels. I am into sex. I'm pretty open about it, honestly, especially for someone from the Bible Belt. They're not really used to that there, so
Something about her
a little
voice makes me
different
wanna
from the
punch her in
normal
the face.
Midwestern girl.
She sounds like you're hearing her underwater.
Yes.
I thought this would be way worse. Like,
Yeah.
if we're being honest here.
I'm in love with her.
But
I'm gonna date her.
Are you?
Yes, we're gonna go out. Get some dinner.
do you guys follow each other on Twitter?
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you?
Do you white knight her?
No. I told her she was a delight.
Oh.
And I meant it.
And she followed you.
Well, she was following me before.
Before the scandal?
I don't know how long. I'm not sure.
Why?
I don't know.
That's odd.
That is.
It's not. I'm pretty. I tell a lot of jokes.
They're famous.
Now, who knows if she even runs her own Twitter account? She might just looked at me through someone else.
What do we have here?
Who's this funny man?
All right, keep going with the.
Boy.
She's big.
She's not perfect, but I like that, man.
We had phone sex several times a week while this was going on,
Attaboy,
so
Anthony.
we spoke frequently.
Yeah.
I was on a train to Chicago, which he knew at the time, but he insisted that he needed to tell me about this sex dream he had about me right at that second.
Oh, boy.
So he called me, even though he knew I was on the train, told me about the dream, and then it just kind of progressed from there.
Oh, look at her.
It actually was exciting, and he asked to see what I was wearing that day, so I showed him, and then he wanted to know what was under it, so I actually took a picture of my
Can you pause
panties
this?
on the train.
I'm all in with Anthony Weiner. This guy is a professional. All she's done is make me like Weiner more. Honestly. That's all normal shit. Hey, what are you wearing? Let me see what you're wearing. You got
It's
nice
not
shoes.
crazy, wild.
You're seeing this guy's naked underbelly, and that's what he likes. He's not some crazy guy who wants her to be 10 years old.
Yeah.
Look at all these pieces of garbage you guys elect. He's just a guy who wants to see this chick. I don't believe his wife's probably all uptight. Hey, Hillary needs me to go take dictation in a fucking hour. Hillary needs me. Hillary needs me. Fucking boo.
Hillary needs
And this one's got the high heels on. The other one's like, I'm wearing comfortable shoes. Hillary and I are going to be walking all over Capitol Hill. And this one's fucking all flirty. Oh, I'm going to Chicago. Tee-hee. I'm on a train. My cunt is sweaty. Tee-hee. Tee-hee. Honey, could you put on some high heels? No, I certainly won't. I'm wearing smart ankle socks. Hillary needs me to run some memos. Ugh.
She's on the train, fucking.
So you can see why this guy would stray.
But yeah, to women, that's what you got to do. By the way, all the women that could wonder why your guys stray, it's because you turn into fucking bores. Take a picture of your twat on the train. Be fun.
Sure, there you go. You're like a marriage counselor. Take a picture of your twat on the train.
Jimmy's going to get women arrested all over America.
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy told me.
Yeah, there's gonna be a spike in train fares. We're just taking the train, but you know what I mean. Like that's why guys like younger women, because they're not jaded and fucking boring. So how about you do that?
Fuck, is that funny?
To do some dirty shit. Talk about your fucking tootsies and what you're wearing on your feet. I gotta cut my hair and put on some comfy shoes. I gotta run around. Oh, black
comfy shoes.
Yeah, exactly. She's wearing Keds. This one's got fucking...
So Wiener's still married because it helps his political career, obviously, right?
And who knows? He probably
seems
loves
like a
his
guy
wife.
that's not really into the marriage thing.
It's the mother of his kids, so he's like, yeah, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, you know?
The only problem I have, I think you're right about a lot of the things you're saying, is the fact that he had the second chance. So it's like, push that shit down if you really give a fuck about being mayor.
Yeah,
because they're watching you closely.
The perv switch,
right? That's the only fucking problem I have with the whole thing.
Yeah,
they accepted it. They were all in. He was leading in the polls and everything. It was working for him.
Somebody said on Twitter, how come no one jumped on when I said all she does is make me like Wiener more?
Shit.
I guess we're all so tired of the Wiener puns.
Wiener jokes.
And we just take it for granted at this point.
Yeah.
No, I don't like Wiener more. Never.
Yeah.
Wiener and the pig. All right, let's get to the end of this. Why would you buy the video if they're pretty much showing you everything you need here?
I think this is just like an interview. I think the video, she's going to be doing some sex, right?
She's masturbating in the video.
Oh, that's how about that?
Well, what do we got here?
Oh,
we're gonna have Chip do the play-by-play of that.
Oh, yeah.
I love when Chip does play-by-play of pornos.
Cooter.
That's because I know how to get everybody fucking turned on.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Pekka.
You want to
Cuda.
Want to do some play-by-play with the remaining minute of
She
this
ain't
video?
showing nothing.
All right, let's see what
She's
happens.
fucking smiling right now. Her head is tilted in a devil-may-care fashion.
Okay.
For him to see.
She just tossed her hair, but now she's in front of a bunch of flags, and she's holding a paper over her cunt, and she has a half a tie on. I hope she's not going to hang herself. She's wearing a man shirt, and it's wide open. Sometimes the buttons would fall off of my shirt. My mother would say, Chippa, where's the buttons on your shirt?
Recently come out in the press a little bit, but I haven't talked about it before.
Oh, there she's wearing a nice bathing suit.
Wow.
It's a lovely deep blue like the ocean.
That's a big fucking girl. They blew it right there.
It looks like the flag blue. She's wearing. She's in front of the flag, and she's wearing a very deep blue with very red lipstick and white skin. She looks like a giant flag or something. I want to come all over her stripes.
She,
Sam, you still in for real right here?
Absolutely.
That's a big belly.
I like that she's chubby though.
I don't mind it either, dude. I don't like fat chicks at all, like even as friends. But this one is fucking sexy. She's not a fat chick.
I've been enjoying looking at chubby chicks recently though.
Oh, really? See, that's not to me. That's like. That's not even that chubby. That's like a little bit thick. That's thick. That's not chubby, really.
She's a big girl.
Yeah, how tall is she?
At the bottom.
5'1". How tall is she?
I don't know.
She's not that tall.
I like her. If she was 6 foot, I'd fucking marry her.
6 foot.
She's a giant.
Yeah, big, nice, long feet. Make me smell them.
Tall, chubby girl.
No, I don't want a chubby girl. Honestly, no.
Well, she's chubby.
She's not, though. She's not.
chubby.
She's got a little chub. I like
She's
it though.
chubby.
She has a little meat on her, but she's nowhere near fat. Chubby is different than her, I think.
She's chubby. She's got giant tattoos.
E-Rock is chubby.
Oh.
E-Rock's a chubby boy.
Average sized girl could never pull off these giant tattoos that she has on.
No.
He's a chubby boy.
Chubby boy.
E-Rock's a chubby boy.
Can we get those? E-Rock, would you put those bra and panties on?
You might need a bigger cup.
E-Rock, the boss wants to know something.
Yeah, I'm not answering that.
He just doesn't play anymore.
Yeah, I think she's sexy, man.
All right, we're just about done with this video.
Yeah.
It's on, where is it, Gawker, I guess?
Yeah, it's all over the place.
All right.
Is there a
I'm
video
sure
out there?
people are finding it.
I don't know if the video is out yet.
Stop saying video twice.
I was finished.
My first sugar daddy was someone who kind of just helped me pay the bills.
Oh, I love her.
was several years younger.
Sugar daddy.
And he helped me with rent, helped pay for my car, just normal things like that.
Oh, yeah,
Kind of
normal
just spoil
things.
me. The funniest part about that situation was that I kind of made him think that something would happen eventually, and nothing actually did, and that went on for 3 years.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It was like the most exciting part of my life at the time.
Wow, it sounds thrilling.
Yeah.
She's got no stories, by the way.
Of
She's
course.
trying
She
to
had a
make
sugar daddy.
She's trying to make everything sound.
Yeah,
but
that
even
is
the
funny.
sugar daddy story is like nothing ever happened.
And we took a. She sounds like a female Uncle Paul. And we took a layover, and I was waiting in Detroit Airport, and I noticed that there was a. hot dog stand, and I said I normally don't eat them, but I said today, va va voom.
Exactly. What? She got nothing.
You don't think she has sexy stories?
No.
Yes. One time I was stiff-legging a shit, and Anthony Weiner texted me. Stiff. Yeah, one day I took a shit that was so hard that both of my shoes shot across and scratched the door. My high heels that he loves so much put scuff marks on the door.
Oh, shit.
How come nobody's mad at her for putting her feet and vagina all over the American flag?
I know, right? You're right.
That's a good
very
you know what?
disrespectful.
Fucked with Lil Wayne.
Yes.
That's true. I guess, yeah, you're right.
She's laying on the flag like that.
Good point, Sam.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that point.
Racism.
Yeah.
Well, that's just
totally racist.
Look at her legs open like that, inviting you.
Inviting.
Come on in.
Yeah, I'm going
She's ready
to
for
decline the invite.
You wouldn't?
No, she's just a fucking...
Sydney Leathers.
Leathers.
She-
Can't be a real name, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
I mean, for most of that video, she wasn't that bad. When she was standing up with the blue bra and panties, or was that a swim? I don't even know what the fuck it was.
What that was.
That wasn't flattering at all.
Crazy.
She'd get it.
Well, all right. Good for Sydney Leathers.
I think she's delightful.
And for all of us.
And what is? And Wiener was smiling like a lunatic at what parade was that one over the weekend?
Oh, he was at a parade. I didn't see that
parade.
one.
Yeah.
But he loves smiling and making it look like people are cheering him on.
Right. Him and A-Rod.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy fuck.
Well, thank
I'm
everyone
delusional
for
over
all the
those two.
support I'm getting. You're not getting any.
Yeah. You hear what A-Rod said after the booing? I guess we'll play the booing after the break.
Yeah.
I love Chicago. I love the fans up here. They're great.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, they showed how great they were.
Didn't hear anything.
Booing your ass.
There's no part of A-Rod that sounds like, ooh.
He is hated in New
They're
York,
not
man.
booing him. They're saying A-Rod.
He's
hated, dude.
He's hated everywhere.
Wade Boggs became loved here. Chuck Knobloch. A lot of guys from rival teams and rival players come here.
Yeah.
Keegan Clemens won people over, even though they kind of always had like a you're a dick thing. But
Once he got into George's box.
Josh.
Yeah. Oh, what a wonderful moment.
Hey, you all got, what did he say?
You're going to be seeing me real soon.
See me real soon.
Real soon.
It's great to be back.
There you have it.
What did he go 4-17? What was his record that year, Jimmy? It wasn't
I don't
good.
know. It was terrible.
Could we please hear that?
The
I
long
wanna,
form.
Yeah, I just want to hear that whole thing where she's
and you got to
her
play
bad voice, him saying,
and you got to be you got to play Chip doing play-by-play for porn. I know we got that production piece. We'll play that into break, but first we got to do the Susan Waldman thing again.
Yeah, I love that. She's so fucking.
Seeing y'all real soon.
I'll be seeing y'all real soon.
Gonna go 4-20.
There you have it.
She's gonna go 4-20. That was terrible.
Oh wait! I fucked up, Sam. Sorry. Started.
What is the pig for?
That's, I think, representing Susan.
Oh,
nice.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh my goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box, announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee, and there we go.
We need the other clip where Roger's gonna be seeing you all real soon. And then our new favorite part of that clip is where she's like shushing somebody because it's her moment.
It's her big moment.
And someone's
You hear in the
fucking with her.
background.
Someone's probably like, Susan, we got to go to there's a toilet cleaning product commercial I got to get to. Quiet.
I want to hear about Posada, the dugout, the Yankee dugout.
Yeah, Andy
Nothing
Pettit
was happening.
it was the worst party. The guy in the fucking shining hotel was at a better party than that was happening in the Yankee dugout.
He's trying to make a moment.
Yeah, Posada's smiling. Great party, isn't it?
Oh, God damn it.
We should have had some sugar daddy jokes with her being fat, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, someone wrote, with this girl needs a Nutri-Sweet daddy.
Oh, really? There you go.
That's a good one.
That's the joke.
Goodness gracious.
Travis?
Eric doesn't have the long clip?
I said I did, but they didn't tell me to play it.
Yeah, why are you yelling at
Who did you say? Who did you say that
I
to?
said it on the air.
What?
I didn't hear him say
I
it.
said it on the
A guy
air.
in a pig mask.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, and Posada's got an axe. He knew.
Oh, shit.
Roger Clemens is standing behind the column with an axe. A guy in a pig.
She's making a moment. Oh, he's got it?
Yeah, he said it there, I guess.
Oh.
Thank you all. Well, they came and got me out of Texas, and I can tell you it's a privilege to be back. I'll be talking to y'all soon.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh my goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box, announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee, and there we go, John. You don't have to worry about who's going to take that spot in the rotation. You should see what's going on in the Yankee dugout. Big grin on face on his face. Andy Pettit knew. Big signs. Roger Clemens is now a Yankee. Attention fans, he is here. And now we don't have to discuss who takes that place in the rotation.
In the rotation.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bats and some balls and gloves.
There seems to be a telephone on the wall.
It's the worst celebration
I've never heard of a worse party.
Cups of Gatorade.
That could also be what happened at a wake.
Right.
Because they all knew he was going to go 4-25.
Right.
All she says is you should see what's going on in the dugout.
And then she describes the moment.
One person
Do
is
we have
smiling.
the video?
Yeah.
And I want.
Can we get that
No, it was
video?
on the radio.
And do we have a longer clip? What happened right after that? Because that's where our clip always
Right.
ends. Did John Sterling pop back on?
Yeah,
or-
he said, "Shut up, cunt."
Shut up.
Shut up.
And why did New York
You're an
accept a
idiot.
lady with a horrible Massachusetts Boston accent to do play-by-play for Yankees games?
Yeah.
Blocks.
In George's box.
When she jumps in right after Roger
Oh,
Clemens.
God. Roger Clemens, we're going to be talking to you real soon.
Oh my God!
Oh, my God.
It just comes screaming in.
I'll be talking to y'all soon.
Roger Clemens! George's
Nails on a
like
chalkboard.
It's like a wig monster came in. A Muppet face wig monster just broke into the room.
Holy fuck.
She's the only one not affected by the chair legs on a fucking tile floor.
That is so fucking funny.
Fuck.
Oh, my
The
God.
amount of excitement for something so not exciting.
What was his
Right?
record for real? Like it was under 500.
That year? Yeah, he didn't do well. I can check.
Yeah. Turned out to be a bust for the Yankees organization. Is there any other Susan Wallman clips that people play out there?
That's by far the most
It's
famous.
the best one ever.
I know. What's the second best one ever?
Susan Wildman. She is fucking. That is the greatest fucking clip. Her excitement at nothing.
Yeah.
Just
that
just the fact that
description.
she's like, let me explain to you what's going on in the dugout.
Let me
and then
set
she just
the
says,
picture.
one person is smiling.
Yeah. And another person knew, so I guess he doesn't have to be smiling. He knew already.
Have to smile. You got it, Sam?
Oh, God, that's so fucking great.
He had a record of 6-6 and
Fucking one more, and he'd have a pretty fucking cool record.
Oh.
4.18 ERA.
He had 6 ties.
6-6.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was 2007.
I think they could.
He was 6-6 with a 4.18 ERA.
They could have brought someone up to do 6-6,
Anybody.
right?
He actually won 6 more games than I would have. It's not very impressive for Roger Clemens in that ovation.
And you could have fucking, pitched in front of everybody at Yankee Stadium. How cool would that be?
Yeah, it would have been a lot of fun.
Wouldn't have been that much worse. They would have had 6 less wins.
I would have had to answer to the press after the first game. You walked 17 people in the first inning. It's just the jitters. I'm getting over it. You hit 2 batters. There was a line drive home run. And you gave up 22 runs with 17 walks and got only 1 out. And that was because the line drive that was going over the fence hit the foul pole and was caught. Like, yeah, it was the first game, jitters. My parents were watching.
How much fun would that be?
Jim Norton's in George's box.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have ruined the team that much more than where it was.
And they could have taken all that money they saved and paid for a good pitcher.
And that would have been entertaining as all hell.
Yeah. Look what's going on in the Yankee dugout. There's a questionable woman in a dress. Jim knew.
I would love to find that clip and see what happens after.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's get the date.
It's out there somewhere. We'll find it.
Tough to find full audio of it.
Hey, now you go to fucking fullaudio.com.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about Don and Dawn next. And we got A-Rod being booed and being oblivious to the whole fucking situation.
Boo.
We got his press conference too, right?
Yeah, Sam's got it.
Yes, she does.
But first this.
All she's done is make me like Wiener more.
Welcome to another viscous entertainment production of Porno for the Blind. Narrated by sex god Lyle Chipperson. This is Farrah, Backdoor Teen Mom.
She's sucking his pecker. Yeah. Yeah. Now she's still sucking his pecker. Now she's back. She stopped and now she's sucking his pecker again. She's holding his pecker. Now she's looking at his pecker. Now she's back up. He's got his pecker in her. He's playing with a clit with his pecker inside of her. He's got his hand on her leg and his other hand on her clit, and he's put his big pecker inside of her. She's moaning because she loves his pecker. She's got her head on a pillow while he slams her cooter with his pecker. That's a cool picture right there. You could see her butthole and his pecker slamming in and out real fast. Now it's out, now it's in, now it's out, now it's in. Now it's out, now it's in. He's holding her butt cheeks while he puts his pecker into her really hard and fast. Now he's moving her hair because it's on her shoulder, and he's holding her hips, and he's putting his pecker in her pussy really hard. He's giving it to her good. That's the way I fuck.
Why the fuck did we use that guy's voice?
Thanks for listening, and be on the lookout for more Porno for the Blind releases from Viscous Entertainment.
The Opie and Anthony show continues. In moments. The Opie and Anthony show is back. Go on, sit down. The celebrities are ready to entertain you some more.
Rocking.
We are rocking.
It's rocking.
Rocking.
I woke up this morning
Rocking with Dawkins.
Rocking.
On the home of rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Yeah, I woke up this morning, I guess I fell asleep with MTV on.
What
I don't even know what was on.
that
but
about?
I don't know. Something must have been on that I was watching. But then, of course, there's some videos being played this morning. And, Jesus, it was a Justin Bieber video where it looks like he's doing a handheld
Beauty and the Beat.
Beauty and the Beat.
Beauty and the Beat.
Featuring Nicki Minaj.
It's so bad. It's so incredibly bad. He's in this ankle-deep water at one point, and he's dancing. It's so embarrassing.
This video is big because it came out in October.
Yeah.
And like a week before the video came out, they were reporting, oh, Justin Bieber's laptop got stolen. Oh, and there's an anonymous source threatening to put out video that they found on his laptop.
So to make him,
and then the
They're
video,
trying to make it look like the whole thing's like a selfie, like a fucking Vine video, or fucking
like he's just partying,
like
with
it's
Nicki.
just partying, and it's so produced, and
let's see it.
It's
so they're trying to make this look like it was stolen.
I mean, that was the gimmick to get it started. Now
you could tell you could tell it's bullshit because it says stolen from musician Justin Bieber, and we all know
exactly
that can't be true.
And he got in trouble in the Hamptons.
He gets in trouble every
little
day.
fight.
He's
another
he's
fight.
a little troublemaker.
With who?
I don't know.
Some chick.
Oh,
I don't know.
Stop hanging out with Little Twist.
I love all these fucking rappers that are hanging with him. Then doing these videos with us. Wow, you guys are really hardcore street guys, huh?
Yeah, a lot of street cred. Oof. Yeah, I woke up and I'm just, and then I think out loud I was like, how long is this?
It's a fun song to wake up to.
Let me see it, Sammy.
It just went on and on and on.
Is he cool at it though?
Yeah.
Is he trying to be cool though?
He's trying.
I'll make a prediction.
Yeah.
Little Jimmy's going to be tapping his toe.
I might be.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Is it catchy?
So. I think so. It is a little catchy.
I like Boyfriend more than I thought.
He starts dancing. He's like,
oh really?
And grabbing his dick.
Yeah,
and
that's side to side dancing shit.
That's side to side dancing shit.
It's happening in
But your feet are staying in one place, but you fucking move side to side.
It's terrible.
Nicki Minaj comes in for a
Nicki Minaj. Nicki
Minaj count here.
Yeah. She's in there making funny faces.
Legally uploaded by an anonymous blogger, but they can't get it down.
Yeah. Oh, they're trying to make it look like. Look.
See, so people thought, oh, it's his personal footage.
Oh.
Let me talk to Nikki.
Let me talk to Nikki. Why do they show that?
Would you rather?
I'm hungry.
And they're like, oh, he's crazy on the road. He pulls pranks.
I like the sound of the video camera.
Young Money.
This is just him partying, right?
Yep.
But why is it only beautiful people?
Well, that's probably his life.
Oh.
By the way, he's holding on to a fucking camera on a dolly. like, there's no way he's keeping himself in frame like that. This is all horse shit.
Well, you cracked the mystery.
The synchronized swimmers in the fucking little lazy river. He's at a water park, apparently. Just partying.
It's his house, dog.
Oh, it is?
It's not his house, is it? I don't know. Kind of my gullible.
There's chicks all over the place.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to believe at this point this was stolen?
No, now you know it's the video.
Oh,
but they got you.
I wasn't sure where the crossover was.
I'll say it's an original concept for a video. And it's not terrible, the song. It's just who cares?
I like the song.
No, I don't like it. I don't hate it or like it. It's
Don't
there.
make me go on a Troy Kwan rant. Oh, look at him. Look at his dad dancing.
You don't think he's good?
Why is he ruining his
terrible.
shoes?
He's fucking standing in the water. He's gonna get his fucking ankles all wet.
Oh.
Hope he doesn't get yelled at for tracking that through the house like I would have. Chipper, get out of the water.
He's bad at singing and dancing.
Oh.
How come he's singing under the water? I couldn't do that. I got water up my nose. My mother yelled at me. Chipper, you're gonna drown in there.
Maury's wigs don't come off. In hurricane force wind. He's just popped out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this a big hit?
It was very big.
When does Nikki come in to ruin the whole thing with that?
I think right now.
Nikki killed it.
Right here?
What is that? What's cameras underwater? That's crazy.
Yeah, this was a
That
big
gonna
one. for
destroy their equipment. You put it underwater, it's gonna get electric ruined. They're all on a slip and slide dancing.
Oh boy.
How come he's not wet and they're all wet? He's backing up and everybody's got water on him.
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Crazy.
This guy's magic.
Oh. Is she gonna make crazy faces?
It's mine. 10 little letters and a big sign. Justin Bieber. You know I'ma hit him with the ether. Buns out, wiener. But I gotta keep an eye out for Selena. Beauty and the beast. Beauty
It's Selena. It's Selena.
Isn't that weird? They added the R to that one.
He's sexy with her.
She's sexy.
Yeah.
No, I said he's sexy with her.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah, it's hot chemistry.
Ugh.
All right.
Well,
they were
yeah,
feeling
it
each
goes
other?
on
Yeah.
and on.
It was like somebody throwing Wonder Bread on vodka, watching those two together.
Yeah,
all right.
That was great to wake
That's
up
all
to.
right, whatever. Fuck.
It was a huge hit.
Yeah.
I was very worried about the Kardashians.
Why?
Oh.
I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and they're in Greece.
Oh, sex.
And the young daughter's just not having a good time, and no one in the family's talking to her, and her fucking vacation's being ruined, and she thought that she would get some fucking alone time with one of the Jenner boys. Brody Jenner.
Boy.
You watched too. I was very concerned.
Yeah, she felt left out because they went on the 4x4s without her.
She's in the most beautiful place in the world, Santorini. Santorini. And she's not having a good time. I was feeling it, yo.
Yeah.
I had to watch the
Felt
Kardashians.
really bad for her, man. She doesn't have a privileged life after all.
No, huh?
She has
We all got
problems. She has
Terrible.
problems just like you and I, Sam
That's
Roberts.
terrible.
I had to watch that. It was on after Total Divas.
What the fuck is wrong with that family?
Well, the one, Kylie, what's wrong with her is nobody pays attention to her.
She's the hot one, though.
Yeah, she is.
Like fucking Bruce and what's her name? Kris Jenner.
Yeah.
Kris whatever, Kardashian / Jenner. They had the two daughters together. And
Right.
the one is fucking beautiful and the other one's homely.
Although I've completely turned around on Khloe.
Yeah?
Chloe had a big ass in that fucking episode.
I'm all about Chloe.
She had a trucker's ass.
Yeah, very
that
much.
ass is no.
Yeah, I agree with Sam.
No.
Chloe's more than Kim or the other one.
Kim looks horrendous pregnant.
Kim was not exactly glowing.
When you're pregnant, you're supposed to have a glow about
glow.
you. She looked horrendous.
Pregnancy did not agree
Everything was blown up on her, like she had too much salt. Everything was puffy on her.
Dark
she
circles.
looked horrendous. Yeah. And she laid around like a beach whale. She gained way too much weight. You're not supposed to gain that much weight when you're pregnant.
Yeah, it really didn't agree with her at all.
But if you have a life where no one tells you no ever, and now you're pregnant, guess what? You're not going to be able to control yourself.
Yeah.
You don't watch the show?
No, I don't.
I've never seen an episode of it.
I've seen, a while ago. But
fun to
now
watch.
I didn't even know it was still on, to be honest with you.
Yeah, every season they do their vacation show.
Yeah.
And this year it's in the most beautiful place in the world, Santorini.
Well, they're Greece. They're Greek,
And
aren't they?
Mykonos. Yeah. Mykonos and Santorini.
Are they Greek?
Albanian,
right.
Albanian.
Right.
Oh, from Albania.
Armenian, maybe.
Armenian? Romanian?
Which means they get 5 o'clock everything.
Everything. Big, hairy fucking.
Everything is growing at all
Fred
times.
Flintstone mouth pussy.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's just growing everywhere.
If it's quiet, you could hear it.
Right.
And just growing hairs out of their fucking
everywhere. Their assholes, their ears, their eyebrows,
great.
their nostrils.
In the late 80s, I went on a date. There was a hot waitress. She was Romanian named Alice. And
Yeah.
we went out, and she actually went out with me. And we kissed, and I could feel a little bit. I was
You
like,
can feel the stubble?
Yeah, yuck.
You've turned it around with the Chloe, huh?
Yeah, she was up here, and she was looking real good.
She wasn't looking good in the Santorini episode.
She was looking better than Kim was.
Yeah, Kim looks ridiculous. Yeah. How much longer does Kanye have to stick around with that shit?
Kanye's in love.
No, he's not.
Really?
No, he's not. That thing is over within a year. Well, Don is back, thank God. Don was Don, and then he became Dawn, and now Dawn is Don again.
They always do that.
What do you mean? They
The
always do
names.
that.
It's so ridiculous.
Oh, the Don thing.
Yeah, they always have the names. Whenever a guy turns into a girl, he's got to make his name kind of like the guy's name. Bob, now Barbara.
What would your girl name be?
I'd have to be Antoinette. I'd have to be
I
Antoinette.
think there's one for Greg.
Mine is Jamie.
Oh, Jamie. Ew.
Jamie, yeah.
Jamie Norton. Hi.
Jim Norton, who is now Jamie Norton.
And we just have to accept it because he's so damn funny.
Yeah, and I have to come in with my wigs, but no one can acknowledge it because I won't be mocked. I won't be mocked for this.
That would be one. Greg Hughes, who's now Greta Hughes.
Greta! That's the only one that works, though.
I don't know.
Fuck. Why can't I have a cool, sexy
I
fucking
know.
girl name?
Yeah, like Victor and, of course, Victoria. You could do that.
Yeah.
Opeta.
Opeta is my favorite.
Opeta. Opal.
Opal?
Opie, who's now Opal.
Gregaria.
The Opal and Anthony show. Opal and Antoinette, the first shock jocks to have sex changes. Oh, would we be some ugly fucking chicks?
You're ugly men.
I know. That'd be terrible.
We should do it for a year.
Oh, yeah.
We should just come in here every day in women's clothing.
That's
make
it.
the company and everyone accept us.
Yeah, exactly.
You get some ink.
Get some ink.
Definitely get some ink.
What's ink?
Press.
Fuck.
It's not even ink anymore.
No, I guess
Get some digital pixels.
hits.
Pixels.
Pixels.
Yeah.
Know how sad it's gotten? I was in that Geneseo scene from my old college. I was beyond excited.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, we used to be in real magazines. I forgot.
There aren't even magazines anymore.
True.
For the most part.
Although our Vice article's online, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
it
saw
is.
that.
The
That
Vice interview was nice.
Yeah, yeah.
She
She was
did a
very
pretty
good.
good job,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Definitely.
Definitely.
I think it's on Vice.com right now. I tweeted yesterday, I guess. I'm a guy again. ABC newsman who switched genders wants to switch back is the headline. He thought he was a woman trapped in a man's body, but it turns out he's just another boring straight guy.
Oh.
What?
Well, you'd better know when you make this decision that you're making the right move.
ABC News editor Don Ennis strolled into the newsroom in May wearing a little black dress. A little black dress.
Yeah, girls like that.
Usually that's pretty hot.
Right?
But not when it's on Dawn.
Not Dawn? Well, it's Dawn.
God, no. And an auburn wig, and announced he was transgender and splitting from his wife. He wanted to be called Dawn.
Dawn.
Man, I know in this new fucking era we live in, we're supposed to be way more accepting than when we were growing up, but are we allowed to say this one fucking is a little weird?
It's very weird.
I don't know, though, man. Adam Carolla got in trouble.
Did he?
Yeah.
For the same thing?
This shit's a little weird. I'm sorry.
It is a little weird.
It's weird. All of a sudden you're at work and the guy you knew as a guy comes in as Dawn and insists that you call him Dawn. That's weird to me still. I'm sorry.
It's very weird.
I'm sorry. Are you allowed to say that or are you going to get in trouble?
Yeah, I think you're all right.
But now he says
well, I won't have that type of talk.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. But now he says he suffered from a 2-day bout of amnesia that has made him realize he wants to live his life again as Don.
What? What is he, a soap opera plot? This is crazy. Amnesia.
I accused my wife of playing some kind of cruel joke, dressing me up in a wig and bra and making fake IDs with the name Dawn on it. Seriously, Ennis wrote in an email to friends and colleagues Friday, explaining his shock after he woke up from what he called the transient global amnesia last month.
I've got to buy stock in that company.
Sounds
transient global amnesia. It's going up. Oof.
Get some puts, some calls. It became obvious this was not the case once I took off the bra.
Keep reading, Opie.
And discovered 2 reasons I was wearing one, he said, referring to his hormone-induced breasts.
Oh, it was his... What did he all of a sudden...
I don't understand what's going on.
I'm being led to believe.
He only wore the wig for 2 days, but he was taking the hormones to turn into a woman before then?
He had amnesia.
For 2 days.
For only 2 days? Or it took 2 days for him to wake up from this?
How do you forget you're a guy?
Right?
I've forgotten a lot of shit, but I've never forgotten. All you do is look down at your cock and balls, and then brings your memory back.
Oh, yeah.
This story's more confusing than Dawn.
Oh,
see what I did there?
Don is an asshole.
Don's
an asshole.
How long did he have the transient global amnesia for?
Oh, no.
Oh, fudge.
2 days. What? All right, let's keep reading.
Yeah.
It became obvious this was not the case once I took off the bra and discovered 2 reasons I was wearing one, he said, referring to his hormone-induced breasts. I thought it was 1999, and I was sure...
Was he partying?
Yeah, I should have waited there. I knew that was coming. I apologize. You can't say 1999 and keep going. Purple Rain, which 1999 is not on, was voted the 2nd greatest album of all time by Entertainment Weekly.
Thriller?
Nope. Entertainment Weekly.
Behind...
Sgt. Pepper's?
Sgt. Pepper?
It is a Beatles album.
Abbey Road?
No.
The White... Meet the... Rub...
I believe the answer is, if I was paying close attention, I believe it's Revolver by the Beatles.
Oh, Revolver.
What's on Revolver?
Some really good songs, man.
I would hope so.
Great fucking song. I thought it was 1999, and I was sure as hell that I was a man, and it said in the email titled, Not Reportable, Very Confirmed.
I don't know what this means.
Fortunately, my memories of the last 14 years have been since returned. But what?
All right. This is fucking horse shit.
It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense.
I'm really confused, because it says he had a 2-day bout of amnesia, but his memory came back of the last 14 years?
It's utter dreck.
During that 2 days, his memory came back? I don't know.
No, it says from a 2-day bout of amnesia that has made him realize he wants to live his life again as Don.
Tell him too
Don on the
bad.
phone. Yeah.
You get 1 switch.
I don't believe amnesia makes you fucking forget you're a guy. Shut up, Don. Go fuck yourself.
I love how angry we get.
Horse shit.
We all just take turns getting angry.
Getting angry.
That's silly shit.
Yes.
But I don't understand what's going on.
I don't either. That's a wacky story.
So he was aware that he was a girl, but then he had amnesia for 2 days, and then when he came out of the amnesia for 2 days, he realized, holy fuck, I'm really a dude.
I like peckers.
Fortunately, my memories of the last 14 years have since returned, but what did not return was my identity as Dawn, said Ennis, who has been wearing lipstick, skirts, and heels.
Oh, what a delight.
I'm writing to let you know I'm changing my name to Don Ennis. That will be my name again, now and forever.
Thank God.
And it appears I'm not transgender after all.
Ah.
I've retained the much different mindset I had in 1999. So he went from 1999 to 2013 as a chick?
Yeah, a 14-year bout of amnesia, and then his wife fucking smashed a mallet into his head. He went, oh, yeah, I'm a guy.
Right,
What a
I get it
dick.
now.
What a dick. He's a dick, this fucking guy. Make up your mind.
Let's see. I have retained the much different mindset I had in 1999. I am now totally, completely, unabashedly male in my mind, despite my physical attributes. So he still has to get rid of his tits.
He gets bored. Get a hobby, shithead. He gets bored.
He does. He gets bored.
He looked
and
at
has
his
to
dick
do
and
something.
balls, which are probably uneventful, and went, meh.
Who needs them?
And now he's looking at his tits and going, meh.
Yeah.
I'm asking all of you, this was all in an email to all his colleagues, so he involves everybody.
Sure, why wouldn't he, Mr.
What a
Attention?
me asshole.
What does this have to do with fucking making sure the file's in order?
Exactly.
Holy fuck.
How about this? If you have a wig on, we'll call you Donna. If you're wearing a fucking Yankee shirt, we'll call you Don. Surprise us. Right. How about just, hey, asshole?
Yeah.
How about we remove the gender?
Your answer to that?
That should cover it all.
Hey, asshole, yeah.
Oh, God. I'm asking all of you who accepted me as a transgender to now understand I was misdiagnosed.
Is that what you're calling himself misdiagnosed?
Yeah, but Mr. Diagnosed, right?
That's
Go ahead,
what
take it.
I did.
I'm already using the men's room and dressing accordingly.
why wouldn't
Noted.
you be?
Is he letting his coworkers feel his tits? Because he's a guy now. It's like kind of
Yeah, now
funny.
you gotta, right.
If it was the girl,
then you'd be in HR.
Yeah. But if it's the guy, you're just like, hey,
Right.
Don, could I grab a handful of tit?
Let me see how those tits feel.
And then he'd be like, sure, go ahead.
I'm using the men's room, dressing accordingly. It's so odd to be experiencing this from the other side. As recently as last Friday, I felt I was indeed a woman in my mind, body, and soul.
Aw.
Until last Friday.
Right.
I hate this fucking guy.
Jimmy.
That annoys me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do
Even
you
though
think he likes having special treatment?
He loves it.
Oh, does he love
so
it?
tell us more. Well, my journey. Shut up.
do you hate when someone has a journey?
Here's what this guy's problem is. He's an attention whore.
My journey of self-awareness.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. For a long time, I felt like I was living inappropriately as a man, and then I was a woman. But I guess I got some comment. Oh, tell us more about your story. Well, you know, it's funny. I was very confused. I had amnesia. Oh, chatter in the lunchroom was about you again. Shut up. Just fucking. I don't care what you are, but don't make us all adjust.
Why do we have to read your stupid email? I don't
Enough
give a
already.
fuck.
Yeah, and our whole lives now have to revolve around him at work.
Who wants to see that at home?
We're involved.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved.
Meanwhile, you send out a picture of your cock and write LOL and you're fired.
Yeah.
But he can send out this drollery and you have to fucking take it seriously.
You have to, or else you're fucking
Don again. Ugh.
hate crime or something.
All right, okay. Even though I will not wear the wig or the makeup or the skirt again, this is in an email to everybody.
That's a victory.
We don't care what you wear.
I promise to remain a strong, straight ally, a supporter of diversity, and an advocate for equal rights and other LGBT issues,
fucking nerds.
including same-sex marriage.
Good for him. Good for him.
What the fuck does this have to do with your job?
Exactly. You know what? Nothing.
Why do we have to be involved? Ennis has previously told friends that he suspected his sex mix-up happened because his mother gave him female hormones as a child that made him look and sound young to prolong a bit-part acting career. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, remember that?
Yeah. He was a child actor that was growing up, so mommy gave him hormones to keep him, you know, a little soft.
Right.
To get a few more paychecks. But he ended up developing breasts and started thinking he was a woman.
Thanks, Mom.
God, all the things you could do to your kid. Holy fuck.
Exactly.
Why would you give them hormones?
What snapped? He said
just so they could be on a fucking Burger King commercial.
Crest commercial.
Right.
Yeah.
He finally came out of it one day when he kicked his mother in the cunt and realized that was all he needed. Selfish bitch with no stage career. Fucking stage mother nightmare.
Giving him drugs to keep his fucking voice like that.
You want me to keep reading it?
Please.
God, yes.
He explained he had gone to the National Institute of Health in Bethesda for testing last month to understand why his mind and body changed from male to female. He said he learned it was a hormone imbalance that could be fixed. A week after he was discharged, his wife rushed him back to the hospital because he thought he was having a seizure and was experiencing a drastic loss of memory.
How much attention does this guy need?
Every
Take
second.
me to the hospital. Take me here. I've got to rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Fucking Don, just deal with it. God almighty, what a drain. You know what your wife wants to do? She wants to straighten out the fucking curtains.
Not deal with your stupid, confused,
She
attention-whoring ass.
just got used to living with a fucking woman.
But it's going to explain the amnesia. See, now we're getting into the 2-day amnesia thing.
Oh, good. I'm sorry.
So he went down for testing to, figure out why he thinks like a woman, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he had this weird shit that a drastic loss of memory, so he was rushed back to the hospital. Don added that he now feels fantastic as a man again.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's good to know.
Because everyone got used to it and wasn't talking about
Yes.
it.
Probably.
And he was like, uh-oh. Oh, what could I do to get attention again? Oh, I'll go back to a fucking guy.
Yeah, center of attention.
Anthony makes a great point.
Sure.
There was a guy named Michael
Hunt? Michael
Habenka? The fat dude. Michael
Habranko.
Habranko.
Sorry.
Why would you?
The story of Michael Habranko.
Sorry.
Yes.
He was one of these fatties they had to cut out of his own house.
Yeah.
Then I think Richard Simmons got involved in this one, I think. Lost all the weight, became a fucking star. Like, he was everywhere.
Yep.
And then guess what? People didn't give a fuck a year later.
So what did he do?
So what did he do? He missed the attention. He went and got fat again.
Yep.
And he admitted the reason he went back to being a huge mess was because he missed the fucking spotlight.
I miss my fans, the adulation.
So I think you might be onto something here.
Yeah.
He's a douche, Michael.
And he said he hopes that with the hormone treatment and surgery, things will only get better. He plans to change the gender and name on his driver's license, work ID, and email.
There you go. More
attention.
about you
Look
and your
at that.
journey.
Attention from the people at DMV. Attention from everyone. Oh, Don, what is that? Well, let me tell you.
You think he put the New York Post on everyone's desk this morning?
Yeah.
Look who made the paper again?
My story.
He's proud of himself. Right.
If you want to continue keeping tabs on my story.
But then he downplays
this.
it like, oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I didn't even know why they're reporting on it, to tell you the truth. It's just my life.
That make-believe fucking downplaying bullshit.
Oh, this guy's the worst. He's just an attention whore.
Terrible.
He called his 3-month odyssey into the world of woman.
Wait, 3 months or 3? How does
I don't know, Jimmy. It's confusing because
when did this happen? It said 99. He started getting tit implants. What were you doing that to be silly at parties? What are you doing?
Hormones.
Exactly.
He wasn't a child in 99, was he?
I hope not. He's the fucking ugliest fucking teenager I've ever seen in my life. Jesus.
I think he went bald at 12.
Yeah.
That is really a bald head.
He's awful.
Got the little horseshoe
It's
hair.
like that waiter at that fucking place we go to.
Oh, I missed that
Looks
guy.
like Grady.
Yeah. They actually stole my wig and tried to burn it down.
My tits had to be corrected.
Your son is attempting to bring a transgender into this situation.
Transgender?
We're almost done with this entire story. If someone else has a better timeline, help us out.
Right.
So he was getting hormones in 1999, but his mom gave him hormones to prolong a career as a child actor.
That fucked his mind up, I think.
But then he was a woman for how long? And then he had the amnesia for 2 days and then decided he has to be a man again. But now they're saying that he called his 3-month odyssey into the world of woman a tremendous gift. So right there they're saying he was only a woman for 3 months. I don't understand.
Odyssey.
I know my wonderful colleagues, this was in the email, Jimmy, you're going to love this. I know my wonderful colleagues will no doubt make it easier for the next person to transition at ABC, he wrote. The startling he to she back to he move came after Ennis had publicly announced on Facebook in May that he was leaving his wife of 17 years, Wendy, to become a full-time woman.
Wendy?
All right, so in May he decided to become a full-time woman. So what, he was just confused from 99 until May of last year, or May of this year? I guess, June, and then 3 months officially as a woman. But before that he was sort of a woman because he had the hormones that gave him tits. The Connecticut resident has now assured friends and colleagues that his switch back to being a man isn't a joke. The new change I'm revealing to you today did not arise because I couldn't hack it, or people wouldn't accept the new real female me, or I had trouble finding shoes that fit. a little humor.
A little levity. I like that.
At least he hasn't lost his sense of humor.
But then in those parentheses, he writes,
I found tits.
He goes, I found plenty, more than I could afford. He
look out. He's just like any other girl.
Right. But he's a guy now.
Loves his shoes.
What are you?
Aw.
Sneakers, shoes.
so
Make up your
cute.
fucking mind. Get a hold of yourself for Pete's sake.
Right?
The editor had said female was the gender that ruled my body and now my mind.
Female's the gender they gave me.
But Ennis said in last week's email to colleagues that he was reversing course again, declaring, no, I'm not fucking with you. No, this is not a joke. No, this is not an episode of Would You Fall for That?
No, it's an episode of It's Not All About You, douche.
Yeah.
Enough already with yourself and your journey.
How many of his colleagues have added him to the spam fucking folder? Enough of you and your emails.
How annoying is this fella?
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, Godspeed. Enjoy your newly fucking realized penis and
I don't care
have
what he
yourself
does.
a field day.
How about
It's his journey. You know?
It is his.
Or how
his
about you just
personal
keep it to
journey.
yourself and not include everybody?
It's hard to keep it yourself when you got tits.
Yeah, but all right, then you come back in with your stupid bald head.
And then if someone asks, you go, yeah, I decided, fuck it.
Exactly, and that's
I'm a
it.
dude now. Not a big statement and fucking interviews and bringing everybody into it.
Oh, God.
Me.
Send to all.
Send to all.
Will you ever send an email to all?
No.
I don't think I've ever done
If
that.
you ever see me do that, you know I killed myself.
I definitely pick and choose out of the who sends, like, when you get a huge email, I'm like, well, he doesn't need to know. Yeah. You're on a need-to-know basis.
I've never gotten one of those.
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
Oh, wait, we got a guy.
Yeah?
Hey, fellas, what's up?
Hello.
Oh, wait. I'm learning. All right, hold on. I'm going to go to you in a second, Doug. I'm learning that this guy, Dawn, back to Don, was the understudy for Skippy on Family Ties.
No way.
Is that true? All right, whatever. Go ahead, Doug. Boston.
Yeah, so I'm a director in Boston and the WB affiliate. And the first time I walk in for my first night, I'm introduced to my producer, my weekend producer, 6'4", ugliest woman you've ever seen in your life. And I find out that it was Gary, or it's Carrie, who used to be Gary. Okay?
You hear this?
Gary.
He's dealing with a 6'4" ugly
Oh, God.
Who's now Gary. And I still laugh at this shit, and I have to say it. I don't understand this one. I'm sorry.
Well, the problem was she was taking all these hormones.
Right.
Of course, the news business is pretty high, intensity, and she would fucking lose her mind when stuff would go wrong. Kick shit around, scream, and yell. Oh, my God. It was unbelievable.
Did she grow nails on her giant hands?
Oh, God. She had man hands.
Man body, the whole thing.
Man body. She had man body.
And they always...
Really long hair, and
Don't you just love lobster?
And they all look ugly.
Yeah.
They all look ugly. They don't know how to shop like a woman or anything.
Yeah. Well, and actually, I have somebody in my town. They're one of the kids, a poor kid. His dad went from Bob to Ariadne. Okay, that's not even close.
Right.
So, and Ariadne is another one of those hideous-looking, whatever.
There are people that go that are transgender or whatever, and
they
like
struggle. I get.
I'm
that
sure it's
part of it.
confusing, but this guy just annoys me because he's like an attention whore.
Yeah.
Right. All right, sir. Oh, he hung up on his own there. All right, Bobby in Kentucky. Bobby.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, brother.
So I feel like I can explain the Don situation here. He became a woman 3 months ago, and then this recent episode of amnesia took him back to '99. And when the memories started flooding back, he's like, "I got pissed. I'm a woman. This isn't right." So it was the amnesia recently that made him realize he's not a woman.
Right.
Oh. Ugh.
Right.
How draining.
Yes.
He's fucking draining. God almighty.
Because then he's going to have amnesia again, and he's going to go back to
Go
being
back.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, what was I
realized-
thinking? That was stupid.
I realized I was a woman.
I didn't remember to go to work.
Yeah.
I bet he remembered to piss in the toilet.
All right. There's your explanation from Bobby, though. Thanks,
That's
Bobby.
great stuff
Oh,
right
this
there.
guy's full of fudge.
Can we listen to A-Rod getting booed last night?
Fuck
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So what happens now? He was suspended for 211 games, is it?
Yeah, he can play while he appeals. He's got until tomorrow, I think, to appeal this ruling. It's questionable whether he's going to appeal or not, because if he appeals, I think they're really going to come down on him hard. And they could kick him out of baseball for good.
Yeah, but he might be thinking, I'll be fucking 40. What good will I be if I honor this?
Right.
Right.
There's
Wait a
a
minute.
lot of things that could happen.
So Bud has another card to play if he has to?
Yeah, I think so. I think if he tries to appeal this, they're really going to fucking come down on him.
If he appeals,
a
it
lot harder.
loses.
Yes.
But how long does the appeal process take?
I don't know, but he's allowed to play during that appeal process. So
But how long? If then they say, well,
I
now
don't
we're
know.
banning
Maybe
it
you can
from
stretch
baseball.
the appeal process out for 2 years.
Well, that's what I'm yeah.
That'd be interesting. It's like in fucking Casino. All right, now he's the beverage guy. Now he's the entertainment director. They just keep shuffling him around.
Eric Stengel.
You're the bat boy. You just play.
Eric Stengel, of course, from the Stengel brothers there.
Yes.
We know Justin a little bit more than Eric, but Eric's a cool dude as well.
Sure.
Works for Letterman. He was killing it on fucking Twitter with this A-Rod thing yesterday. His tweet that made the paper. There was one.
That made the paper. Yeah, I read that.
No, there was one that was even better. This one's funny too. He tweeted, "A-Rod, I hope you've learned your lesson. Now have a good game tonight."
I didn't read that one. I read the other one though.
The other one was really funny too.
I can't remember that one. Andy Levy had one too.
Yeah, Andy Levy, I think, made the paper.
Did he?
He made the paper too, but not. Where the fuck was his? Whatever. Yeah, he had a good one too.
Yeah, his is good. It's like
I don't know where it is. It might be in the other paper.
I had a fucking
What was it,
hilarious one.
Trav?
Sorry.
It was the good news for the Yankees is that this suspension includes postseason games.
Yes,
Oh, right. Very good.
You see mine?
What was yours, Chip?
I said, keep taking steroids. What do you want to hit the ball Timbuktu or something?
Holy fuck. That's just terrible.
What happened?
Interrupted.
It's not even fucking the least bit funny.
And by the way, he turned into Edgar first, and then didn't say anything, and then turned into Chip. He's got a terrible problem.
My tweets are all in the paper today.
Did it?
April
Wow.
Fools.
Jesus, I forgot. It's
I just hurt my neck doing that.
He's pulling muscles, and Edgar really is like difficult to watch him do.
There's a lot of muscle involved.
Yes, a lot of muscles.
Hurt my neck doing Edgar.
Should maintain like 7 different Twitter accounts for all of them.
I've thought of that. I really have. So I don't like doing the Vine videos or whatever as Jim Norton, because then there are people who don't know me from O&A, and that's not, I would love to do Chip Chipperson as...
They think you just like wearing cowboy hats?
They probably just think this guy's not funny. What's he doing?
Yeah.
What are these characters?
Like, but they don't even know their characters. They're probably, this is what he thinks. Or I meet a girl, and she just fucking follows me on Twitter, and then sees this, like you're something. And she's like, this guy's a comic. He's fucking awful.
Then she gets amnesia and fucking pulls her dick out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I forgot that, someone had a PayPal account. Home run theft.
What? Yeah, I didn't.
What?
Television.
Do we have the A-Rod booing? I definitely want to hear that.
How about this? The boss wants A-Rod booing. Play it.
Ooh,
was it this one? I was looking for the Eric Stengel. Was it not sure when A-Rod's suspension will be announced? This was before it happened, obviously. But if they could do it in a way where he's let off the field in cuffs, that'd be great.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he was killing it yesterday, man. Eric Stengel on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm going to tweet a hilarious one.
He doesn't. By the way, he doesn't risk being banned for life if he appeals. He's
Really?
appealing. Yeah, he's appealing what he got, which is
not
211 games.
Yeah, but if
Why are the other guys are appealing?
Because it's in their best interest.
Why though?
Because
why they're not appealing?
Yeah,
probably because they get the stuff pre-peeled.
Worse than Anthony.
But what could be the problem if they appeal?
Because there's a mountain of evidence. The reason that A-Rod is appealing,
a lot of evidence.
Well, the reason that they're going to try to win the appeal is that they feel that he's being unfairly targeted because he's a first-time offender. He should be getting 50 games instead of 211.
And the bumper.
But they're saying that he violated.
What did you say?
Fucking fenders and bumpers.
Oh,
offender. Or bumper.
Fuck yeah, taillight Yuma. Go ahead, Tef.
That's a good taillight joke.
Fuck yeah, that few and far between.
Shit.
But when they work, they work.
Oh, my fucking nothing gets a bigger laugh.
Nothing gets a big. Oh, God. Fucking jackers.
I know, it's never enough.
Didn't even have a big pecker.
Nothing worse than that. You tug at a little Asian one. My buddy would be like, get that out of here. Whole toothpick.
What?
What are you saying? Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
No, I want to know. So basically, he has to appeal because it's his career.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
As he said, he's fighting for his life.
But could they ban him from baseball for appealing?
No, you lose the appeal, you serve the 211 games.
I thought they could fucking...
So basically, the appeal process is going to take a really long time, wouldn't it?
It'll probably be done by the end of the year. But he'll probably play the rest of the season.
I just got a text from Pete. He said appeal will happen in November or December, so he will play out the season.
Yeah. And then he'll just end up being, if the appeal stands, or if he has 211 games to serve, then he'll do next year and then some into 2015. Because 211 games is the rest of this season as of Thursday, plus all of next year.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But he's probably thinking that he could at least go through this season, have a postseason or whatever. Whatever. I don't know what did I just say?
So he's not going to be the all-time leader in home runs now.
No,
but it was a guarantee for a while.
Unless he gets 50 games. He could survive a 50-game suspension.
Yeah, but he won't.
I don't know why the Yankees just don't get rid of this piece of shit.
Could you imagine it's the greatest fucking season and postseason he ever has now, and it's like, we're going to lose this guy.
What do you mean?
Everyone will be like,
two runners on and nobody out, and then he flies out to the outfield instead of hitting into a double play.
Exactly.
A-Rod is back. Only one out. Only one RBI missed. Fucking hunk of shit.
The double plays he hits into in those clutch fucking situations.
And any of you people that go, yeah, 2009, he took the Yankees. He's getting $250 million, you fucking assholes. He should have.
Should have gave you more than one.
Yes, that's his job. Fucking Brian Doyle fucking carried the Yankees through one.
Never remember watching him play.
Who?
Brian Doyle Murray. Bill Murray's brother.
Brother from Caddyshack.
Oh.
And everything.
No, Brian Doyle in 1978 was the unknown guy who carried the Yankees through everything. I believe just in the world. He had a phenomenal World Series. You didn't know him before, you didn't know him after.
Where's he?
But that's what I'm saying. A-Rod did what Brian Doyle did. How many other fucking weird heroes have been in these World Series for one series? Look up Brian Doyle, Sam, while we make love.
I think Posada was smiling or something.
Yeah.
Posada smiling?
Brian Doyle's back!
Hey, Brian Doyle Murray. There he is.
There he is. Wonderful actor.
He was a great player.
Yeah, from Groundhog Day, too.
It's not the Brian
That's right.
Doyle.
Kind of pulled out the fucking...
161
He pulled out the rat.
He
was. He was
the rat.
Pulled out the rat. Is that it, Travis? What else?
It's basically.
Why is he so hateable? Because he makes so much fucking money?
He does it to himself. He's a hateable person.
He wants to play. Sorry, Travis. He wants to play this season because the contract money is bigger this year than in 2015.
The way his deal is structured is he makes less as the years
Tell Pete
go
to
by.
stop listening to us.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Shit.
He actually heard you.
All right, stop listening to us.
But
that's weird.
He
that you're
stands to
listening
gain
us.
financially.
But that's who A-Rod is. This cunt.
Yeah, he just cares about himself.
Clint Howard.
That's right.
Fucking man, right? I'm with you.
Is that Brian
The
Doyle?
greatest lesser
Clint
brother
Howard.
of all time.
Clint Howard.
The greatest lesser brother of all time is Clint fucking Howard.
Clint Howard.
Over Brian Doyle Murray any day.
That's right.
Serial killer on Seinfeld.
That's right.
Although Tom Hanks'
What's
brother.
that? Tippa. Chambermaid, I think.
What's
right?
that? Oh, Tippa.
Chippa.
Pop up Tom Hanks' brother. This goes with our retarded
Tom Hanks' brother. It's the slightly off, retarded version of Tom Hanks.
But he got some lines
Jim
in
Hanks.
Toy Story.
Yeah, he was in Jim Hanks was in a movie called Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, there you go. Bit of a drop off between the brothers.
What's his brother do, I wonder?
They gave him lines in Toy Story.
And he was in
Now look at the head of hair Tom Hanks has.
Right.
And this guy is totally bald.
Well, maybe, Tom Hanks could afford the follicles.
You think Tom Hanks got some follicles?
Maybe.
Let me see that hairline.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you can see it in the hairline.
Let's see. Pull that pick out and let's see the fucking hairline.
Yeah. I mean, let's do it.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah. Follicles.
Oh, yeah. You can see follicles.
Blow that up. I think you're right.
Dude, I see him already.
Yep. He got the follicles.
You could even see the slight scar.
Individual follicles placed artistically in the direction the hair grows. Let's see. Yeah, get up
Nostril
close.
hair.
Wow. I think his mustache is.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's see.
All right, we're going up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's follicles.
Yeah.
He had some follicle transplants.
Looks like they hammered them in one at a time.
Because the side is like, it's a little fucking strange.
You get a little recedy.
Look at that.
And then the front is, good for him.
Hair plugs.
They're not hair plugs.
Oh.
They're individual follicles.
Follicles.
It's like fake.
1s, 2s, and 3s placed artistically in the direction the hair grows for a natural look.
Like a wig?
Yeah.
No!
It's like a high-tech wig.
No, it's not a wig at all. It's your own growing hair that you can style, swim, color, whatever you did with your other natural hair.
Do everything but comb it, or it rips out your scalp. You have to put a hat on, obviously. Because if you pull a comb back once, your fucking scalp comes out from the cheekbones up.
Could you play A-Rod playing last night, even though he's suspended? Very confusing. Must be nice you can be suspended, but you still go to work.
Well, he's not suspended.
That's like Troy coming to work today.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, with a pair of tits.
Like fucking
that was Don.
Troy. or like George coming to work after he quit.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, you thought that was
What are you
serious?
doing here? That's why I'm here.
Hold on,
and you're over there. The way he shoves and fucking
cocky.
puts his hands. That's why I'm over here and you're over there.
Couple things going on. Someone is trying to claim that Chris Farley's brother is the greatest lesser brother of all time.
What?
No.
Howard?
Stop it.
You're not going to be Clint Howard ever.
He was in the film Together.
Let's say hi to Mike Francesa, who knows a little bit about the A-Rod situation. Mike?
Boys, you were looking for a little insight. You called me at home. Not a problem. I'm always glad to come on. It's been a while.
It's been a while, Mikey. How are you?
I think what bothers me most about Aaron, okay, I'm sitting there like the rest of the nation, okay, we're watching this press conference, okay, and we don't know, okay, exactly what goes on. I wasn't there, you weren't there, okay? We only have the evidence was given to us, okay? But when Alex is up there in front of the world, driving country, okay, and he says, I feel fortunate to put this uniform on again, okay? I feel like I'm 18 years old again, okay, when I first faced the Red Sox. Alex, you're not there because you're coming off an injury, and this is your grandstand, okay? I mean, you have to move on.
It's
Okay, you're a big major champion, okay? And you took the words out of my mouth. Okay? If Alex could play yesterday, I think Troy Kwan should be here today, okay? That's my opinion, okay? But I'm not an expert on Troy Kwan, okay? Troy Kwan, but I don't think there's any problem with these gay remarks, okay? The fact it works for your station, he's defended, and the fact it works for your station, okay? Now, I'm actually going to have problems at home, okay, because outrage mic comes out, and then I change my tone of voice, okay? And my wife has told me I don't know what this big deal about A-Rod is. And I say, I'm at the dinner table with my small children. I said, the guy did steroids. What's the matter with you? We don't know what he did wrong.
Oh, it's the angry Mike now.
That's right, he is.
The guy did steroids.
That's some wonderful insight, Mike.
All right, so guys, that's all I have. I don't want to burn out here, okay? So talk to you guys soon.
All right, there you go. Mike Francesa, everyone. Very good, Mikey. Stop with the Chris Farley brother thing. He's not going to win.
No.
He's not going to win over Clint Howard.
Clint Howard's the best. What about Swayze?
Swayze's brother?
Brother Swayze doesn't really do much.
Greatest lesser brother of all time?
That was a good one.
If you want to...
Why didn't they just take
Don Swayze?
Why didn't they just take Don Swayze's pancreas and put it in Patrick?
They tried. Dominant to hiding. He knew it was up.
Look at him. It looks like Patrick Swayze, but they put his head in a vice a little bit. Squished it down.
Good point, Kenny. Kenny raised a good one.
Oh, Kenny.
Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone.
Greatest lesser brother of all time.
That's a biggie, man.
Yeah, he's a big one, dude.
That's a biggie.
I don't think he beats Clint Howard, to tell you the truth.
Wait a minute.
Oh, fuck. We got
Look
some
at that
competition
head
now.
of hair on him there.
He almost looks like Sly.
It's just off. It's just off of Sly in that picture.
He wanted to.
I'll tell you another greater, younger, lesser brother who became a greater brother.
Ooh, Brother Joe?
Joseph Simmons. Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons
was
the
he?
lesser he was Run's brother of Run DMC.
All right.
And he started Def Jam Records, but for years, I think him and Rick Rubin did, but nobody knew who Joseph Simmons, Russell Simmons was, other than the occasional mention. And then Def Jam happened, and he was a behind-the-scenes guy, but now he's more famous than fucking Run almost.
That's true.
Oh, that's yeah.
But
he is black.
It's no Clint Howard.
Well,
you know.
Daniel Baldwin.
Oh,
we all
Baldwin.
just decide not to acknowledge
all those
Billy
Baldwins.
Carter.
Billy Carter, greatest
was a
lesser brother
fucking
of all
good one.
time.
Yeah.
Drunk.
Billy Beer.
Yeah.
Billy Beer.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What an
How
idiot.
about Lee Harvey Oswald? Everybody
Oh.
knows his older brother, Hank Oswald, was a very favorite. He was a Dallas hat salesman, and Lee hated it.
I bet.
And hated all things hats. That's all that was about that day.
Okay.
He was aiming for Jackie's hat and he missed.
That stupid pillbox hat. He just wanted to see it go whoo, flying off her head.
He created IHateHats.com and no one knew what it was.
Might have to go Robert Kennedy for the win.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
That wacky,
unfortunately.
Yes.
almost JFK look.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, can we play A-Rod getting booed?
Yeah.
We could do the greater, lesser brother thing.
By the end of the decade, we will send a man to the moon and do those other things. Where it's like, what? What are those other things?
Well, he was too busy, looking at pussy.
We will send a man to the moon and whatever other horse shit you want to do.
I got a whore waiting for me. I can't
got
finish
a
my
whore.
speech.
I just do other things. Bring on the whore.
Right, exactly.
Where's Mimi?
We need more here, sir. Nah.
Those other things. The moon. Other things. Bring the whore.
Jim Belushi. Greater, lesser brother of all time.
Robert Kennedy has him murdered. You're right. Kid, there's no one better than Robert Kennedy.
I'm going Clint Howard for the win.
I think Clint Howard beats Robert Kennedy.
For the win.
No.
Same in Apollo 13?
Maybe if they're racing through the kitchen. But
and now it's on to Chicago.
Exactly. Unless my head is fucking blasted right by some dinner rolls. And the last thing I see is Thousand Island Caesar salad dressing. Fucking
Try plugging the hole with croutons.
Literally almost a more depressing kill than JFK was RFK.
Oh.
I watched a documentary on him recently. It's just Sirhan should have they literally should have taken a knife and cut him open from the fucking pubic area up to his throat.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, totally off subject. I watched a video last night. Never before bet again will I watch a video called Man Destroys Face in Attempted Suicide with Shotgun. And it's all I'm thinking is,
did you not know what it was going to be?
Yeah, I thought it was a comedy thing with a blue porn mixed in.
Like a fucking cartoon.
Why would there... Because it's footage taken by a doctor, and he's on an operating table, and they're trying to save him. And I'm like, why don't they just kill this guy? Like, let him die, because he has...
Oh, fuck. Was it just a hole in his face, right?
It's his
completely gone?
Face... I'll show you where it is.
No.
Nobody
I
wants
do
to
not
see
want to
it.
see it.
No.
I don't even want to
I'll
see
tell
it.
you, but as
No
much as
desire whatsoever.
I've watched that, and I've thought, God almighty, I would never shoot myself in the head, because occasionally they miss.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I could imagine what it looks like.
Boy.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
But why would you watch it?
Yeah.
Because now I know, like, I've thought of suicide many times, and I thought, like, my God, I would never do that. Never.
That's why you got to do it multiple times.
Dude, that fucking... All I can think of while I'm watching this, because they're putting a breathing tube in, is what is this guy feeling? Like the confusion.
Oh, he's
and I
probably
know
so mad at himself. What did I do?
But are you
what
even
am I,
thinking that way?
indestructible? I'm like Superman.
His nose, his teeth, his mouth are gone, his eyes are gone. He's just a head feeling something. Like, it's just all these brain things. Like, what's going through this fucking horribly disfigured head?
Oh, why do you do that to yourself?
I would take
Jimmy. I'm talking about Jimmy watching that.
I would take Excedrin.
Yeah, you think Excedrin would stop that? Excedrin works really well.
It works well.
And
for
you
a
wouldn't even have
headache.
to swallow it. You just put it in the hole in your face and it dissolves.
Dude, you can't even breathe.
No,
You can't sniffle.
Oh, God.
You can't pick your nose.
All right, let's do the A-Rod thing.
I'll show you on the break.
Because we got Ty West. We're
Ty West don't want to
Ty's
see
in a
this.
movie.
Yeah, the show's backing up here, though.
Great.
Let's do some A-Rod, and then we get Ty West in here.
Oh, boy. Wow. Holy shit, are they booing him? Did he hit a home run and shut the crowd up? Yeah. Oh, God. Did he whiff?
Ball one.
That one high for ball one. The fans here not appreciating A-Rod.
They're losing their minds.
And the pitch.
Gonna balk?
Oh, stepping
Well,
out of the box.
I don't know what he did with this at bat. I'm hoping.
Stepped out of the box.
I don't know.
Let's
All
see.
right. Here goes the pitch. Low. Ball 2. 2-0. That's low and inside. 2-0 count. A-Rod steps out of the box. And a bunch of people taking pictures.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And
a lot of attention.
set and pitch. And he flies out to left field and charging in. And it's dropped. And it's dropped. And it's stuck in his asshole. He rolls over the ball. Oh, my God.
He gets a
bloop single.
A little single right
single
there.
to the outfield.
Drops.
And then 0 for 3 after that, right?
What do you think it's
1
like
for
to
4 for
know
the
you're
night?
the most hated person in baseball?
Depends on why. Like with Ty Cobb, he was
even-
the best, so he probably didn't
He
care.
doesn't give a fuck. He looks at his bank account and goes, boo all the fuck you
No, he
want.
does care. That's why he's fighting.
Yeah, that's true. But
No,
no,
I
they
know.
didn't like it. Could be for money.
He's
though.
fighting for his legacy.
He's fighting for money. His legacy.
Yeah, but he wants his amnesty too.
He's fighting for the rest of his money.
That's
when you know they're coming.
And maybe the home run record.
No, he's got no
He doesn't
chance.
give a
at
fuck
that.
about
He's
the
got
home run?
No chance at that.
Doesn't have a chance anymore.
No, he's a broken
Shit.
down 38-year-old. Got no chance.
And then
I got no chance. No chance.
A-Rod after the game.
Thank you for being here today. I know I wish it was under different circumstances.
So do we. Your funeral.
I just want to express to you guys and the fans of baseball that the last 7 months has been a nightmare. It's been.
Come on. A nightmare.
Yeah, fucking models all over the place.
Someone-
yeah.
I know, if
Relaxing.
only someone had learned his lesson the first
Could someone, and I'm serious, can you put a price tag on his nightmare, please? I need to know
7 months.
how much fucking money A-Rod made as he's looking at it as a nightmare.
A couple grand.
No. What does he make a year nowadays?
It's different every year. The way his contracts are structured. I can find out. I mean, keep talking.
I bet you could
It's
find
$1 million a month minimum, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so 7 months would be $7 million minimum.
Poor guy.
Is that a nightmare to
Dude,
anybody?
that's way more than that. He probably makes $30 million a year.
It's $28 million this
All right,
year.
$28 million. So
How long is the base? $4 million a month.
so that's no 2+ million a month.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 2.3.
2.3. So times 7,
16.3.
14.
How do you even live off that?
16-ish. 16.
Terrible.
His nightmare cost him $16 million. Meaning he got.
Yeah.
A nightmare. It's been, probably the worst time of my life for sure. Obviously, for the circumstances that are at hand, and also dealing with a very tough surgery in a rehab program, and being 38. I am thrilled and humbled to have the opportunity to put on this uniform again.
I will humble
and to
you.
play Major League Baseball again.
With camel clutch, I humble you, cocksuck.
He is so. Why is he so hated? Like, is it
That's
because
what
he
I'm
didn't
asking.
perform, or because you know what it was? He came off like such a cocksucker.
He's a greedy,
too much money being
jerk
paid
off.
for a complete lack of performance.
But it does bother. There's no one that doesn't care that they're being booed and hated. That he knows he's a hated guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's a very greedy.
I feel like
yeah,
like I was 18 years old back in Fenway Park in 1994 when I went into face
Japanese?
the Red Sox for the very first time.
Oh.
And
What
it's been
happened?
20 years.
Did you choke then?
Just very excited to have the opportunity to go out there and play baseball and help my team win and prove to myself.
It's like Bizarro
my
Jeter.
teammates,
He's Bizarro Jeter.
fans in New York,
Just fucking can't
the fans of
perform.
baseball.
He fucking his
That I
personal
still
life
have
is
a
a
shot to,
shambles. He's fucked
game
professionally.
at a
He's
high level,
cheat
and I'm gonna
and
give it my
ass
best.
wipe. And then you got Jeter, who's just the fucking baseball sweetheart.
That son of a bitch really does come through in big situations.
The best was him coming back from the fucking DL and just smashing a home run.
Jeter's
first pitch.
He's one of the greatest players of all time. He really is.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
He's one of the best players ever.
You'd be hard pressed to get a legitimate argument of that. Yeah.
I think he's. Is there a better shortstop in baseball history than Jeter? I mean, as far as production and team leadership,
Bucky Dent.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously the home run power of Bucky Dent. I mean, when you can put 4 or 5 home runs a year over the fence, who's going to argue with that?
Barely.
248 lifetime batting average. I mean, that's obvious. Number 20, good old Bucky Dent.
Bucky
hits one
Dent.
3-run home run in 1978. We're still
Yes,
talking about him.
that was a big one.
He was related to Bucky Tooth. That cocksucker. Go ahead.
I'm not saying that anyone is making anything up. I'm not saying anything about MLB or anything that's going on. I am saying that we have a process.
Wait,
This is
here's what
America.
you're
You
saying.
have an opportunity to defend yourself, and I think the process, like all of us Americans, will have an opportunity to defend ourselves in a due process. And I think that's what we have today, and I'll have my day.
All right, so he's going to lose between $30 and $33 million during his suspension. So he wants that money, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And then someone's saying he's hated because he's stiff servers, too good for anyone, shitty personality.
Yeah.
I gotta get a little personal.
There's lots of reasons to hate him. There's not just, you know.
We got to take a break because Ty West is waiting to come
Yes. Yeah, let's take a little breaks. And then we'll come back.
The Opie and Anthony show continues in moments. Sirius XM. It's the Opie and Anthony show.
Turn off your mind, relax and float downstream. It is not dying. It is not dying.
What is this? Why is this being played?
Revolver.
Oh,
E-Rock with a good pickup.
Beatles, very good, E-Rock.
Remembering
Entertainment
we talked
Weekly
about
saying Revolver by the Beatles, the #1 album of all time.
what else is on this? I don't know.
Got Ty West outside the studio.
Yeah.
What's he up to?
Bring Ty in. I was reading all kinds of things. He's in a movie.
He's in a movie.
In a movie. Yeah.
But you're not making a movie. You're in a movie now, Ty.
That's pretty cool.
I'm doing both. I'm
So-
trying to expand my horizons here.
Yeah.
Nice.
As actor.
Yeah, I'm in 2 movies actually that come out the same day. So I figure if you're going to do it, it's like, go big or go home.
Yeah.
So I'm in a movie called You're Next that comes out August 23rd that you're probably seeing.
I see all.
everywhere
Yeah.
before.
All. It looks very scary.
And then I'm in a movie called Drinking Buddies with Olivia Wilde and Anna Kendrick and Jake Johnson from New Girl, and that also comes out the 23rd, and that's on VOD right now. So that one you could watch.
Video on demand.
Yes, and that's a rom-com.
Oh shit!
You're in a
about
rom-com.
craft beer. and relationships.
Oh man! How'd you fit into that?
I play the dickhead that works at the brewery.
Oh, okay. A little comic relief?
Yeah, a little bit, and more just sort of I'm kind of the bad guy in the movie, and I'm the one that kind of no one really likes.
Oh, but a little more calm than rom for you?
It is a bit more calm. Actually, I don't want to give too much away, but I do have some rom in this movie.
A little rom,
and
too?
It gets me in a lot of trouble.
Do you get to do any kissing scenes?
I don't want to give too much away, but I do have.
Do you have any scenes as hot as like Kevin Bacon got in The Woodsman?
Yeah, I'm like the kid in The Woodsman.
Yeah, The Woodsman.
But yes, no, I do. I get a little action in the movie. So one of my best friends, who's actually in Your Next also, and is in my new movie, he directed that movie. So it's this very incestuous group.
Yeah,
of us
there is a lot going on.
If we just work with each other, then we'll just keep having jobs.
And you keep working. Yeah, absolutely.
So he's one of my best friends, and he cast me as the asshole. So
what's going on with this relationship?
I'm
just auditioning, letting Ty know
that's
that
pretty good.
do a little bit of that.
I believe that is pretty good.
Yeah,
very believable.
What are you leaving me for another guy?
Now, very scary. I've seen the trailer.
Yes.
What is this? Home Invasion?
It is. So Your Next is a movie that a friend of mine, Adam Wingard, made, and we made it 2.5 years ago. So it's kind of weird that it's coming out now. But it's a great movie, and it's pretty crazy. So it's a home invasion movie that's, kind of, as we all know, a group of family gets together at this house for like a reunion, and then the bad guys show up. But
they should have guns.
The twist, the twist in the movie, that's like what people like about it.
Yeah.
Is that the girlfriend the son has brought home to meet his family has this background that she's this sort of like ex-survivalist. So that's sort of the twist. Is that the bad guys show up, but the people in the house are a problem too.
They didn't bank on this happening.
So yeah, it's almost like this. It's kind of like this crazy horror Home Alone sort of movie.
Right,
where the people in the house fight back. But it's
look
pretty
very
wild.
Scary with the masks on and stuff.
I think how scary that I don't get scared that easily. And the movie you did, that scene of her being chased through that basement towards the end was a creepy fucking scene. Like, I thought of that recently for some reason, watching The Conjuring, which was pretty frightening in moments.
Yeah, it has some great set piece scary moments.
They showed too much in the trailer, which really wrecked it, but that scene where she's being chased on that really was fucking creepy.
Yeah,
the old guy coming after her.
Innkeepers, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that was the innkeeper.
Yeah, that was fucking creepy. Yeah, the old guy, like, he just show up in the light a little bit. Yeah. That's the shit that is scary. Like, blood and guts and stuff doesn't really fuck me up. I watch it, it's like, but that, when someone moves in a way that they're not supposed to move, like their arm turns backwards or they're on the ceiling, that shit still fucks me up.
Yeah, I think it's the stuff, it's the stuff that you think might, like, the violent stuff is like, well, at least I'll see it coming or I won't, and it won't matter.
Right.
But the, like, creepy ghost stuff, and I think that's why people think The Conjuring is so scary, is like, what if I come home and I open my closet and that is in the closet? Even though it doesn't make sense, it's just that, like, weighs on you, and I think that's very scary.
I'd be so used to hearing this from all of my years in stand-up.
Oh,
but no, I mean, that brief.
Yes, that's it. That's all you get.
Exactly. You're next.
I saw The Conjuring also, and it's kind of, it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be.
It might have been a little overhyped.
Yes, I think so.
I think everybody kind of came out of it saying it's going to be the scariest movie you've ever seen, which
Yeah.
is a little unfair. I think it is scary, but you went in thinking, like, I'm going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, very fucking scary, and then it was kind of like, all right, I can get.
Yeah, it's made $100 million, which is pretty
huge,
wild.
I get like scary at the jumpy things that jump out like that. And in The Conjuring, there was that scene with the little music box and the mirror. And it's like, oh, there's nothing behind me, and it just shuts the thing. It's right in front of that, right in front of your face. Shit, that'll get me every goddamn
time. The one
time.
that got everyone in the theater when I saw was when she's in the room and they're like looking at the closet, and then all of a sudden it's on top of the closet.
Yes,
and then like zoomed in and it was like, that one was a doozy for everybody.
That was very fucking frightening.
Yeah,
thank God they showed it in the trailer, so I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's such a weird thing with trailers because I know they want to convey what's in the movie and kind of get the storyline a little, just so you're interested, but you can fuck it up so easily by giving too much away.
It's hard because it's like you got to sell the movie as strong as you can to get people to come see it. And if that works, you ultimately, the downside is then people know too much about the movie.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, they might not come. So
that's true.
Marketing a movie is really, it's tricky, and it's very few people are really good at it.
There's that movie out now with fucking Marky Mark and Denzel and stuff. And
Double Guns.
I think it is Double Guns, right?
Fuck yeah.
Jesus, Chip would name the movie.
Pretty good.
Double Guns.
You should have been doing the marketing.
Yeah. It just Double Guns.
It's called Two Guns.
Yeah, it is Two Guns.
I like Double Guns better.
That would have been better, Chip.
Yeah, no one says that after a fucking thing. Two Guns.
That movie, now, I don't know if it's a reveal or what have you, but watching the trailer, you find out that these two guys think that they're they're bad guys, and one turns out to be like a army intelligence guy, the other guy turns out to be like FBI or something, and it's a reveal. Like, that should be a big moment in a movie. Like, holy fuck, they're both good guys.
I gotta believe that that's in the first 10 minutes of the movie. That it's like, otherwise, but who knows? I mean, it could be the big reveal.
I've seen trailers where it's like, wow, that's a huge plot twist.
Yeah.
And then you just showed it. So now when I watch this, the whole beginning, I'm going to know that happens. But
then there's other times, like, so the movie that I'm in the city now finishing a new movie, and I finish next week, and then we premiere at Venice and then Toronto.
Whoa.
And it's, I did it with Vice. And so it's like, it's like Vice's show. It's like Vice goes to this commune to do a story about it, and it ends up being like Jonestown, and they get stuck in the middle of this big mass suicide. But that's a movie where it's like, you can't keep the mass suicide secret.
Right,
But then it's like, what if, the mass suicide, a lot of people are going to die. But that's kind of what makes the first half of the movie intense, because it's like, how, you know where it's going, but how's it going to get there?
That's true. You can know how something's going to end, and then they kind of go back and show what happens. They do that a lot in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
You have the flash forward. You know what's going to happen, but then you're like, all right, how does that happen?
Yeah.
So you could get away with that part of it, but I've just seen movie trailers destroy movies.
Yeah, no, it's true. It can be really tricky. It's funny because, again, Your Next, we made it so long ago that to see the trailers, and they're popping up all over TV now, and it's like all my idiot friends in the movie. So I'm just like, there's Joe and there's AJ, and it's really funny to see everybody on TV. And it's such an intense trailer. It's very weird to be a part of that and see it so mass marketed in a way, and it's with all your, like, everyone in that movie are people I hang out with all the time.
That's hilarious.
And have for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
so it's really great to be like, oh, this one happened to punch through on this really weird mainstream level, and it's exciting to see that.
Yeah, that is kind of, and how does that happen? Like, what was it about this that...
Well, it was that we'd all been making movies together, and then he got, like, a little bit more money, not a lot of money to make this movie, and he was just like, well, I'll just make it with you guys, because I know at least what we'll get out of it. And so we were like, whatever, and we just kind of went to Missouri and made it, and now here we are. So it's one of those things that I don't want to say that people didn't think it was going to be this, but it was just like, yep, I'm going to go spend a week in Missouri. That's about as much as we sort of thought of it, and hang out, do some karaoke, and, it's a college town, have a good time, and that'll be that.
Yeah, you're a big karaoke guy.
I am. I do enjoy it.
I've seen some of your posts.
I can sing karaoke.
Yeah.
As in, like, I'm good at karaoke, but I'm not a great singer outside of that.
I was a decent singer in high school. I was in a band, and then I'm just like, why am I doing this?
You were not.
I was so.
You were in a band?
Yes.
You were a singer in a band.
What was the band called?
It's embarrassing.
All right. What? He's such a fucking...
No, he's telling the truth.
What was the band's name?
Guns and Sunflowers. And I was...
If you were even...
those guys left and went out to L.A. and got another singer.
Oh!
And they changed the Sunflowers part.
Oh. Wow. So you were the original singer of Guns N' Roses.
Well, it was Guns and Sunflowers when I was in it.
Yeah.
It was just different.
Sure.
Yeah. Paradise Town was just a little song we did. And,
He's a fucking asshole.
Oh, wasn't?
I don't think this is true.
It is true.
All right.
Absolutely. Welcome to the woods.
No, it's jungle.
They changed it. They stole my shit.
Sir, you're the Pete Best of Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. Maybe. Or the fucking Bon Scott, really. I just meant it as a one-off line. Not an 8-minute bomb. I didn't mean this to be an interview-ruining bomb.
We kind of want to explore Guns and Sunflowers.
They were good.
So
Did
you have a song like "Welcome to the Jungle"?
I was trying to bring Natasha in today.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
what happened with that?
Oh, she flaked on me. No, they started shooting second season last week, and so she was on hold for today, and she was like, "It might not."
Black.
And then last night she couldn't do it, but she 100% will come in.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have her in. She's she seems really good. Natasha Leon,
Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black, and American Pie, and Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, she's great. I was like, we were talking last week, and she was psyched, and then at the last minute, sadly, she couldn't do it. But, I told her that I was like, no matter what publicists say, go in and do the show because she'll fit in well.
She seems like a lot of fun.
She is. She's great. She's very quick. She'll be here.
Yeah, I really used to like her a lot. Like, I had like a little crush on her and stuff.
She's very charming. I think when she comes in here, she can, because I think a lot of actresses are just sort of like kind of boring sometimes, or they're very just sort of reserved or afraid of doing this, and she's not like that. She's just like, what's going on here, guy? Come on, I'm your mother. I can talk about this. What's happening? And she's very animated. So
I'd love to have her in.
She's fun to hang with.
I saw her. I think she showed up at one of the. When I went to go see. What the hell movie was it? Innkeepers. Yeah. And she was at that one. I was like, oh, look.
Yeah, I told my friend PJ, because I know you guys love The Wire so much. He was Ziggy on The Wire. He's in a new show on AMC that's coming out.
James.
Ransom.
That guy's good. They used my cock in that second season.
Look good.
Yeah. Also in The Hangover.
Just a different angle.
Yeah. He's great, that guy. Dude, that Ziggy character, I watch that sometime, and he's so absolutely hateable and irritating. Like, that son of a bitch played that role so well, man. He's great.
Yeah. He's on a new show called Low Winter Sun that starts after Breaking Bad. It's a new AMC show that's kind of Wire-ish.
Okay.
And he's sort of like one of the leads on that show. So, but he lives here, and he'd come in. So
that'd be great.
Hey, my man, what are you doing? He's trying to talk to Cheese. Oh,
that was so embarrassing.
The dumb jacket. He told you not to spend the money, Zig, and he fucking gets that dog shit $2,000 coat. The fuck you doing?
That was fucking terrible.
Oh, was he good, man? Oh, was he fucking good?
That was a great series, man. Yeah.
But season 2 got shit on so much because it was the first time they departed from because it was only season 2.
Yeah.
And it was so underrated. When you watch that again, and when he fucking pulls out that pistol and shoots that Greek, and then his only correction is, can you say begged? He begged. Oh, was that fucking
I think it's the best season because it has this. It has this like there's like a mystery to the whole season, and the rest don't have that. The rest are just you're kind of moving along with the characters and the overall narrative of the show. But season 2 has the mystery of like who's in the crate, how'd this get there, and then all the other stuff. And I think what's great about it is the departure to show that like that was the first time you went like, oh, the show is more about drugs than it is just the sort of drug dealers. It's about the bigger picture. And I think that's what made the show really pretty amazing.
One of my favorite Wire scenes is in that season too. Not all of them, but when Omar shoots Brother Mouzone in the stomach, that's one of my favorite scenes in the whole series.
Oh, right, yeah.
That was a great fucking scene. And that's in the end of season 2.
Yeah. I was watching yesterday, like a one-off episode of Lost was on.
Oh, wow.
So I'm watching, and as I'm watching it, I'm kind of going like, this show's a little kind of goofy and silly now.
I think it's ruined.
You watch it now, yes.
Why is it ruined?
You can't.
I think everybody disliked the end so much, and it was such a what's going to happen show that when it was finally done, the idea of going back and watching Lost is like, fuck you.
It has zero rewatchability.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Fucked up.
Maybe the first season if you were showing it to someone who didn't know, but at the same time, it's all just, it's leading up to like.
Even though I love that last season scene with the father, the Christian, I thought was great in that season. In that scene. But I agree. I didn't love the ending.
Well, you guys all made fun of me for not watching Lost. Now
you win in the end.
Look who's the big winner now.
When it was on,
the big winner now.
It was very cool to watch.
Not one episode.
I liked watching it.
Not a one. And that's the truth.
But going back and just watching a random episode now, you're like, everyone's pulling their guns out and pointing it into the jungle, and like the characters are so over the top.
Well, there's also there's not much to that show other than the plot. Like it's a very plot only kind of show. Whereas The Wire is about all sorts of social commentary and themes. And
thank God it never got nominated for any Emmys except for writing in season 5.
Yeah, right.
So happy it didn't. House. Now that's a drama. Hollywood should literally fucking. If I could put AIDS in a fucking in a crop duster and fly it over those Emmy voting cunts.
That'd be nice.
Certainly would be.
Have you? I know I mentioned this to you the other day, but have you guys seen or talked about Act of Killing yet?
I've talked about it. They didn't want to hear it.
Man, yeah, I watched the trailer for that.
You
that
gotta
is
see
so
that movie.
Fucked up. Explain what it is, because it's amazing.
It's a documentary that's out now, and it's an amazing movie to see, but I really think it's sort of almost like a duty to go see this movie because it's unlike anything you'll ever see ever in your life. It's a documentary that this guy made while he was living in Indonesia, and he's trying to make a documentary about forming unions. And it's like a totally fucked up country, and it's illegal to form unions, and everyone's afraid to do it because if they do, they're afraid that this sort of genocide from the 60s will come back and they could all be murdered, and it's just such a corrupt country. But while he was making that movie, he got to learn about this genocide. There were hundreds and hundreds of thousands of communists, which are just like Chinese people, were killed, like women and children and everything in the 60s. And it's not really a widely talked about sort of massacre, but it was happening. There was death squads, and it was a really horrific thing. So he was like, wow, maybe I'll make a movie about that because people don't know about that. But he was having a really hard time getting anyone to talk about it, because they were so afraid, the country's still so afraid that it could happen again. Right. So everyone's like, yeah, I don't really want to go down that road. And then the people said to him, you know, you'd have a better chance talking to the killers. So he tracks down these guys who are in their 60s, they're like grandparents now, and they were like the heads of the death squads. Wow. And the thing is,
these guys really killed millions of people.
And they're totally psyched about it.
Yeah.
And they've never been punished, and the country doesn't see it as a problem. So they're happy to talk about it. And they're happy not only to talk about it, but he convinced them that the best way to explain what they did was to reenact it in a movie.
Yeah.
So he gets the real murderers to dress up in costumes with special effects and show how they rape and murder children and kill people. And it's...
Are they auditioning for that?
No, Uncle Paul.
Time.
No, Uncle
Help me out.
Paul.
It's just... It is like one of the, and that's kind of the hook, is that like, oh my God, they dress up in the costumes. But what's amazing about the movie is to see these conversations with these people who are so disconnected from humanity, and that because it just happened and because they were never punished for it, they don't know that killing all those people was wrong. And they don't know that showing you how they killed people and showing you how they did it with less blood, that's fucked up. And they openly discuss it. And then there's the victims they're like, hanging out with the victims, and the victims are like, yeah, you killed my father and I had to bury him along the side of the road in the middle of the night and you ruined my life. Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that cool when you did that? Because he's still so afraid that they might turn on him. And you just could never make that movie because that shouldn't exist.
Right,
and so the fact that it's there, it's like you watch it with your jaw on the floor. It's not a particularly enjoyable movie to watch. There's no real graphic footage of any sort of real killings or anything like that. But just hearing them discuss it and hearing them reenact it and having them put little kids in the reenactments and seeing it traumatize the little kids is just, it's totally unreal.
With zero remorse.
None. And to see the way that they go on talk shows, like instead of like me coming in here to be like, I'm in your next, they'd be in here like, yeah, we killed all those Chinese, wasn't it cool? Like the country's fine with it. And so I think the movie is, one, really incredible because it's fascinating. Two, it's really incredible because it's unlike anything you'll see ever again.
Yeah.
And three, like I don't want to say like something should be done, like they should be taken to The Hague, but there's an element of like, something should be done because of what you're seeing.
But it never will be. I mean,
and I think if that movie doesn't win the Best Documentary Oscar, then it's all worthless, because not only is it amazing, you'll just never get a movie like that ever again, because how could you? But I know that a lot of the Academy screenings, like a lot of people walk out because it's just so bleak. And the last scene in the movie, like when I saw it, like you're just sweating the whole movie. And even though you don't really see anything in it, just hearing these people talk about it and realizing it's real is like overwhelming. And it's too much for a lot of people. And the last scene is just so unbelievably intense.
Yeah.
And it is a real, it's a crazy movie.
How do you even decide to go like, yeah, let's have the actual killers reenact? Like, it seems like such a ridiculous idea.
It is, but they're like tap dancing, like ta-cha, and they're talking about how they killed everybody, and they're just, the fact that they have no remorse. And it's sometimes, he doesn't interject very often, but the director every once in a while would be like, but you know, like there's a scene in the movie where the guy maybe starts to realize that like what I did was wrong, and he's like, because he's reenacting it, and reenacting it was kind of hard for him, and he's like, oh, I know what it's like now, what people felt when I was doing this, and he's like, no, you were really killing them, not just pretending. Jesus. And he's like, no, I think I understand. And it's just like, oh my God. But it's a really,
holy fuck.
It's a sort of once in a lifetime kind of movie. And so I think it's absolutely worth seeing because I think it's pretty brilliant. But it's just I see Sam's got the trailer going. It's just pretty
Watch
wild.
the trailer. It is really twisted, man. Cool.
Yeah, highly recommend that.
But your movie, back to it. When does it open?
Well, so Your Next comes out August 23rd, and I believe that's a Friday. Wide is probably how it comes out.
Friday wide.
So we're all very excited about that. And then Drinking Buddies, the other film that I'm in, also comes out August 23rd, so we're competing with each other. And but that one is also on video demand right now. And then tonight, I'm going to go to a screening of that at BAM Cinematheque for Rooftop Films. I believe it's sold out. There is a standby line, but that's tonight at 8 in Fort Greene. You can go to rooftopfilms.com to find out about that. And I think some of the cast will be there for a Q&A.
What other acting have you done?
This is pretty much it.
Is this
really?
really?
I mean, it's one of these weird things where two of my friends put me in a movie as like the idiot.
Yeah,
and then both those movies happen to do really well.
I am so fucking gonna get this on demand when I go home.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I
Check it out, right?
I just want to say, it's like, look.
It's a great movie.
I know
It's
that
about
guy.
like it's in Chicago, and it's a craft. My friend became obsessed with craft beer, which I don't even like craft beer. So, and we all drank real beer the whole movie. So it was just like a headache all day long.
Oh shit!
Every day.
Uh-oh.
Does it taste like cheese?
Why?
It's fucking crap, cocksucker.
He's terrible. He's just terrible.
So we work at the brewery.
Thank you.
And so it's like Olivia Wilde is sort of the PR manager of the brewery, and she kind of has a crush on one of the guys who works at the brewery, who's Jake Johnson from that show New Girl. And they have like a thing with each other, but they're both in relationships. And so it's like, what's going to happen? And then at one point, Olivia Wilde gets out of her relationship. And so it's like Jake Johnson's still in his.
Oh,
and it's like,
boy.
but is this the moment? And so it's kind of that sort of work relationship environment.
Here comes the home wrecker.
And I play Dave, the guy that no one really likes at the brewery, who is just sort of a bum out.
Yeah,
And, I kind of come in and just kind of ruin things.
All right. I am absolutely going to get that video on demand.
I guess it's a rom-com.
look
so
at
it's a
you.
good.
There
You
you
can watch
are.
it with a lady friend; they'd probably like it. And it's
There you
I
are,
think it's a
right
good
there
movie.
on the
Oh yeah,
screen
that's
there.
a good look for me.
You get shot in the head.
Yes, this trailer for Your Next gives away that I am not in the movie for that long.
He gets shot in the head. I went to see The Conjuring this weekend, and this is attached to it. And I was just telling him outside. I would go, it's Ty, he's in the movie. But in the trailer, he gets shot in the head with an arrow.
Jesus Christ.
I go, okay, well.
So maybe he's doing the Steve Martin story.
Yeah, true. He might, no.
It also is a very,
I thought that deserves something simply for speed.
it's a very flattering wardrobe they put me in as well.
Yeah, that looks great.
That's when I showed up and they gave me that scarf, and it was like, oh, we're making a comedy. And so that was the moment that I kind of realized the movie. And the movie is it's like a whack. Like I said, it's sort of like this crazy Home Alone movie, and that there's a lot of humor in the movie as well. And that scarf is a big part of it.
A big part of
we
the
shot
humor.
that scene at the dinner table, which is where I get shot for what seemed like forever.
Yeah.
And since I'm not an actor, and I should know better from making movies, but like a dumbass, I just kept eating the food and drinking the stuff in every scene. And then Adam did like 900 takes, so I probably it was a rough.
Yeah.
It was gross. But yeah, I'm excited about that movie. It's a fun movie.
Very cool.
Nice.
Great, man.
Right
And then my last thing I can plug is that my own movie.
Yes.
Back, and it's been a year of being quiet because when you make a movie, it's very traumatic and your life is miserable.
I see your tweets every so often, so like, fuck.
Yeah, I finished. I leave here and I go finish color correcting. That movie is the movie called The Sacraments, and that's the movie about the Vice. It's like Vice Guide to Jonestown, for lack of a better term. And so I'm very excited about that. And that premieres at Venice at the end of the month, which is very prestigious, which is fun for me. And then we go to Toronto right after that.
Good for you,
and
man.
I'm looking forward to it. It's a cool movie. It's a horrific movie, but it's like if you made a Jonestown movie, I don't know if you necessarily call that a horror movie. Like, it is very horrific, but it doesn't. There's not like jump scare. It's not that kind of movie. It's a very bleak movie.
Yeah, I was reading your tweets about you were doing some sound stuff, and it's like, we get gurgles.
Oh, it's a grim
and
movie.
fucking just horrific music that you got to put into the background.
And I mean, it's a lot of old women dying and foaming at the mouth, and children, and it's pretty bleak. It's,
we're recording gurgling today.
But it's cool though, because I think Vice is sort of one of the cooler, if not the coolest, sort of media outlet now, and they're doing like investigative journalism for today that people aren't really doing. And so I think in the real Jonestown, what sort of set it off was Congressman Ryan going there with NBC, and the fact that there is all this real footage from NBC having been there right before the sort of mass suicide happened, to me, updating it felt like Vice would be the kind of people that would be a part of that, and they were really great. So
very cool, man.
Yeah.
Ty, always good to have you in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, let us know when your movie comes out.
I will.
Come on back.
I'll know a lot more as soon as I get through Toronto, but I'm very excited about it.
Very cool, man. And what do I got? Jimmy, where are you going to be? Anything?
Just Friday night, I got that Insane Clown Posse Gathering of the Juggalos gig.
Oh boy.
It's going to be terrific. And then while everyone's off, I go out to LA and I'm doing a bunch of podcasts to start promotion for my special.
Your special
comes out the 23rd.
Nice.
And by the way, Please Be Offended is on DVD the 20th. Comedy Central's releasing it.
How was that old lady to make out with?
You know what? Oh, you saw the promo, yeah.
Oh, I certainly did.
There's other promos coming out. She had remarkably good breath. I swear to you.
Yeah.
The worst part for me was I make out with that old lady in the fucking promo. They cut the last part of it.
Tongue.
We really made out.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And there's a promo. The end of the promo they cut, but there's a little bit more to it.
And
Did
you fuck her?
No, it looks like I am fucking her though. And her breath was remarkably good for an old lady.
There you go.
How was she? Was she into it? Was she like?
She tolerated it.
She tolerated
I always chew gum, and there's one scene where she's laying on her back and I'm making out with her. And I was afraid my gum was going to fall in her mouth and choke her to death. I spit my gum out.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
But was she like kissing you, like
tongue kissing and everything? She was an actress. She was fine with it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? She was fun.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was weird. She was cool.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not into older women. But
No
she was
shit.
wonderful.
Were you grossed out?
No, because her breath was okay.
You were turned on a little bit?
The breath. It's
No,
fucking,
a little bit.
No, but the breath is a big deal because it's just the mouth. Ugh.
What if the fucking old woman from The Shining in the tub, her breath was good? Well,
but I mean, like,
at least her breath was good.
You know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know why you're doing it. It's for
You're a consummate professional.
Is it not showing up in a Google search, or you're not checking for it?
Oh, no, I didn't check.
Oh, okay, because someone told me it
Google.
doesn't come up in Google search.
The Google. All right. Anything?
No, I'm good.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not going to join us down the hall?
It's fun getting to see it actually in person sometimes.
Oh,
just like being at home.
What? Just like being at home.
Because I'm sitting out in their hallway, kind of watching things go on.
Watching things. Yeah. Well, yeah.
This is shit.
We
There's
had
shit going on around here, and it was right before he came in, Ty. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm extremely distracted right now.
No worries.
Yeah, Steve Blatter.
If I put off a bad vibe, I apologize to you. But
shouldn't you be in the South by now?
Yeah.
Dolly World?
We should be in Dollywood or Branson, Missouri.
I ain't doing anything extra for this company. Sorry.
I think
I'm doing my job, and that's it.
We're supposed to go down the hall and
no
talk
extra
to
shit
Scott.
for you, sir.
Cool.
To which Opie told Steve, "I'm not. You could call Bob and put him on it."
Right. And if that causes a new problem, so be it.
Because we're convinced if we march down that hall and speak to Scott,
there's nothing he could tell me. So
I think he's going to tell us that Troy's fired.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, he wants us to go down to his corner office to tell us that Troy's fired. So I told Steve I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Why?
I told him everything I feel about the situation on a phone call.
Yeah.
So what could he possibly say? And then I have to sit there and make believe what he's saying makes sense? No, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
And this was right before you came in, Ty, so I apologize. Because I like you a lot.
It's always
But
the
I'm
way,
so
isn't it?
distracted. It's exhausting to be here because every time you get any type of traction going with the radio show, they're always in the way, making it harder and harder.
Coming off on the heels of a great appearance in Montreal, everything went swimmingly.
Troy was amazing
and
in
then
Montreal.
They got to throw this in under our fucking wheels.
And then we have to go down to the office and listen to him
I am
talk.
with a Lionsgate film, Troy's favorites.
Right, see, Lionsgate. We're in a hell of a situation.
Very frustrating.
Well, I guess we'll know more tomorrow. So stay tuned. We'll see you then. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day on the rest of the shows that are here on the platform of this great radio empire that is SiriusXM satellite radio. It's right.
The Opie and Anthony Show is available later today with SiriusXM On Demand. You've heard about it. You've waited 4 long hours for it. Finally, the moment is at hand. After Opie and Anthony Live is coming up next! Yeah! This is After Opie and Anthony Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Here we go. After Opie and Anthony Live. Opie and Anthony are down at the end of the hallway in a closed-door meeting. One would assume it is about the fate of Troy Kwan. But I have zero updates. You don't know anything, do you, Rock?
No, I avoided all of it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's better for all of us.
I'd like to know, but I wasn't going to ask at this time.
Of course, and we've all gone out of our way to support Troy behind the scenes and try to enforce what's really going on and what really happened and everything, but, you know, I don't know. I think it's out of a lot of people's hands at this point, so we'll have to wait and see. Hope, no, it's not them. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get an update today, though, unless one of the guys tweets about it. I don't see them coming back in here anytime soon. Irregardless, 866-WOW1-WOW is the phone number. If you want to say something to us here at After Opie and Anthony Live, if there is any update, I will give it to you. You know I will, but I don't have any right now. Let me go to 937 to start After Opie and Anthony Live. What's up?
Hey, I'm just wondering if Sam feels a little bit responsible for Troy's possible firing.
That's a good question. You're on the air, by the way. I am Sam. No, I don't feel responsible for anything that happens to Troy, because I think even, and if you ask Troy, he would agree with me, I think, that Troy made his own decisions on the air, but as I've told people behind the scenes, I didn't think at the time, and still to this day, didn't see any reason to stop what was happening. We were talking earlier on the show about, you know, threats of violence or whatever it was, and I don't know what Troy did that's gotten him in so much trouble. I don't know specifically what the issue is. I don't know. That's way over my head. But I do know that as I was looking at those two guys fight, it sounded like it could break out in a physical altercation at any moment. However, being in here and being a professional broadcaster, I was aware that it was not going to break out into a physical altercation at all. And they were just, I mean, it got heated. It went over the top, but this whole channel's over the top. So no, I stand by. I don't think anything that was said on that show on the air should get anybody fired. So I don't see why I would have stopped it, you know?
Right. Well, I think it was a great show, and keep up the good work, Sam.
Thanks, buddy. And it's not like it's a conflict that I went out of my way to kind of start. It's not like I said, oh, look what's going on. Hey, he said this. Remember when he said... That way, it wasn't one of those situations. It was two guys that had beef with each other, and if you go back and listen to it, you can hear that I had no idea what was happening until it happened. Let me go to Chris in Michigan. What's up, buddy?
Front time.
How you doing?
You were talking about Let's Famous Brothers earlier, and Chris Farley's brother, Kevin Farley, was in the MTV TV movie Together.
I tried to point that out. Yeah, go ahead.
The amazing song, I Know My Calculus.
I love that song. Maybe that's because that was my generation. I tried to point out today, yeah, Chris Farley's brother was in Together, but nobody really understood what I was talking about.
Together.
It was a great film. It was MTV.
The beginning of the 2000s for MTV, right?
Yeah, and it was actually kind of ballsy of them because they made a made-for-TV movie that was a parody of boy bands. And at the time, boy bands were what was making MTV all their money. And they were kind of making fun of him, so I was happy about that. Kyle in Alabama.
Hey, man. I guess kind of in the same vein of what that caller was talking about. Do you think the guys wish it would have happened or wish they would have been in studio, or have they mentioned that at all to you as far as, like, if they would have handled it differently?
No.
Not that you handled it bad. If
yeah.
that, or do you think it would have escalated to where, do you think Bladder and whatever the other guy's name is can feel that they can make that judgment call because those guys weren't in there?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Nobody has said, oh, I wish I was in there. Nobody has a problem with the way I handled it. You know,
I'm not saying you handled it. I'm not saying you handled it bad or good or anything. I think you kind of moderated it the way you should have.
Yeah, and I don't think necessarily that it would have been handled differently anywhere else. So no, I mean nobody's thinking, oh, if it had happened this way, if it had happened that way, because the bottom line is nobody thought that anybody would get punished to this extent, and nobody thinks anybody should. And maybe Troy will be back tomorrow. I don't know what's being discussed right now. So,
and one last thing is, do you think he would have let it get, or he would have got that heated with Opie and Anthony and Jim in the room, or would have gotten that, I guess, over the top to where it would have come to blows, or do you think he would have kind of...
Well, no, I don't think it ever would have come to blows. I don't think there's any possibility. But yeah, I think he would have been just as hot if Opie and Anthony were in the room, because Troy gets hot-headed on the air. He plays it up for the air. He likes to, have, like, for me, my thing on the air is I like conflict in the sense that I like poking people. I like prodding people. I don't spend my days with my wife at home, poking and prodding her, trying to get her upset, but it's something I like to do on the air because it entertains me and I think it entertains people. Troy also likes conflict, but his idea of conflict is getting people really worked up and over the top and hot-headed. But that's, that's an on-air thing. Troy would never talk to me like that off the air about somebody.
Does that come with the unfamiliarity with the higher-ups not knowing his personality, and they just kind of hear clips and then they kind of ultimately jump to conclusions and they listen to Fez because they're, whoever else? But
it's possible. I mean, I don't think this one is Fez's fault. I don't think he... in the beginning maybe, but he kind of laid off pretty quickly. But yeah, I think maybe there's some unfamiliarity, and I've talked to a lot of people around this building about exactly what happened and tried to familiarize themselves with the situation, but I don't know. We'll see.
All right, man. Appreciate
All right, I'll talk to you later. I don't know. Most of these phone calls I'm not going to talk to. Let's go to RC in Arkansas.
Yeah, Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
Professional broadcaster.
Right.
And Slavo!
See, we got to lighten the mood every now and then.
That call you take?
Yeah.
You won't take the other ones, but that one you take.
Well, the other ones are just like, oh, what about this? What about that? That guy at least had something new and original to contribute.
Nothing new nor original about that.
I disagree wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. It was fun having Ty West in here because, I don't know, it's just... Anytime they get to talk about horror movies is fun. That movie looks very scary that he's in. The You're Next. It looks like that movie The Strangers that came out a couple years ago, except everybody's kind of creeping around outside this house with animal masks on and just wanting to kill people. And that freaks me out. Plus there's these like kind of happy but mellow songs from the 60s playing on an old radio, and that's a recipe for disaster, because in a certain context it'd be a nice thing, but when there's killers outside it gets very, very creepy. I went and saw The Conjuring over the weekend, and I gotta tell you, Jackie, I think, was the intern that said it was scary. 100% right. I had my fingers in my mouth the whole movie because I was biting my fingers, and I have 3 fingers in my mouth at once. I had no idea I could fit that much.
Bill Burr tweeted yesterday he just went and saw it as well. He said it was really good.
He liked it, right?
Yeah.
It was great. It was really well done. And it was funny because it is like based on a true story, but there's almost no documentation on it. So you could kind of just paint the picture how you're going to paint them. But I got creeped out by it. I did a YouTube movie review of it yesterday. I'm starting to think I'm losing my mind because I did this YouTube movie review of The Conjuring. But when I'm doing this, it's just, and I guess it's kind of like this show on days like today, where it's just me in a studio kind of talking to the audience. I'm sitting there, Jess wasn't home, she's out of town. So I'm just sitting there trying to figure out what to do with myself, and I start writing, and I set up a little camera on a tripod, and I set up the microphone, and I get my, shirt and tie on for the video, and I'm, talking and doing retakes and figuring out what's good, but it's just me in my apartment like a psychopath. It's nuts.
You should do it with Roland.
Have Roland come over?
Be the new Siskel and Ebert.
He could be my Ebert?
Yeah.
I like you said, like, that was never up for debate. Anthony.
Good morning, Primetime Sam Roberts.
What's up, buddy?
I was calling to see if I can get one of those cool old-school O&A shirts.
I don't know. I've been having people ask me about that. There's a whole bunch in the office. Can you send him one, Eric?
I guess I didn't know what I was going to do with them yet. I have a bunch of stuff that I saved over
All
the
right,
years.
well, just save them for now, because then everybody's going to call and ask
Yeah,
for a
I've been
shirt.
getting it on Twitter too. We're not doing it like a giveaway. We'll figure out a way to give them away.
Yeah.
Well, what about a Sam and Dave shirt?
Can you send him one of those?
I think there's tons of those.
You son of a bitch.
I'll take it.
All right, we'll send you something, Anthony. Who's screening the phone calls? There's no information on here.
The computer with the phone screening service shut down on us. They're working on it right now.
It must be because I'm so popular. 917.
What's up, Sam? This is Mike Francesa, but of course, on the after show, I'm not Mike Francesa.
I like that I get to strip back the curtain.
That's right, man. I've been wanting to call about Troy ever since this whole shit kind of kicked off. I was listening to it like as it was happening,
Yeah.
and I mean, I felt like I was more interested in them really getting hot at each other. You know, like it seemed real, and but I think I have to say, like out of everybody on the show, I think Troy's the least like anti-gay dude there. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just Troy's the most often confused with being gay.
Because he's down for whatever.
When you guys did the gay off, and he's like, I don't know, man. I just feel like it's.
Well, that's what's really a shame about the whole thing. It's just like, in the context of everything, like, Troy is not a homophobic guy. He's not a guy. He doesn't pick fights with people. You know what I mean? He's not an overly aggressive, violent dude. None of that stuff is him. He just, in this moment, kind of things got heightened for the air, and now he's at the moment fucked. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I was listening to Ron and Fez right after that, and I'm just kind of like saying to myself, like Fez, like, I don't want to blame it on Fez, but I kind of felt like, I don't know, I feel like it's real hypocritical. Like, Ron and Fez and O&A, they've been together for a long time, and, like, they've seen a lot of crazy shit, a lot of offensive shit.
It was not good. It was not good that he did that at first. I definitely disagreed with him doing that at first, but he's cooled out in a big, big way, and I think once he saw that it was getting serious for Troy, he went behind the scenes, and I think he did the right thing.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't lose Troy. He's a good dude, man. I'll talk to you later, Sam.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great worker too. So I mean, it'd be a shame for the company too to lose. Those creative people are not something that you can just plug and play. When you get a creative person, you got to hold on to them because that's kind of an individual thing. You can't teach creativity. You can plug whoever you want into a seat. But if they're not a creative person, or they don't think in the same way, or they're creatively different, it's a whole different environment. And Troy is he's one of the creative people that are here. I mean that's something that should be valued, I think, and it's really not always. Kelly in Illinois.
Hey, Sammy. I was wanting to ask you what time are you going to be at the gathering Friday?
Well, the gathering of the Juggalos is this weekend, and I'm planning on being there sometime on Friday afternoon. But with all this stuff going on, I don't have a fucking clue what's happening anymore.
Well, I was planning on coming, and I was also wondering if you and Jim would be available for autographs anytime or pictures or whatnot.
It'll be about $38 per signature, but I'd be willing to do it.
$38.
$38.
It's worth $100. You're too cheap.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Kelly.
All right.
Do you like scary movies at all, E-Rock? Do you like scary movies?
We've talked about this before. I do. I like them. I don't like horror movies in the sense of like slasher films.
So you like this? You like suspense?
Yeah, the shit that scares the hell out of you. That I'll like.
I'm still thinking about that Conjuring movie because it's about a haunted house. This morning, I swear to God, I woke up like a few minutes before my alarm went off. So it was about 3:30. My alarm goes off at like 5 to 4 usually. So it's 3:30, and I look over at my clock.
And then hands clap at you?
No.
Oh.
No. But my air conditioner in my bedroom started making these weird kind of crickety sounds. Like the plastic was creaking a little bit on the shell of it. And I started thinking, oh boy. But then I'm like, wait. I don't think you can be haunted. And you know how when you just wake up, you're kind of in that half dream state where you're justifying very odd things to yourself? I'm thinking to myself, wait, no. I don't think you can be haunted right before you wake up. Like, if I get up and get out of bed now and it's time to go to work, like if I decide, okay, I'm getting up early this morning, then I can't be haunted. Haunting can only happen, it can wake you up from your sleep, but not wake you up for the day. And that kind of made me feel better, but I don't think that that's a real science. But it wouldn't have been in my head at all had it not been for that Conjuring movie.
I think it's just bullshitting yourself.
Is that all it, like, whatever? Just do something. Just do something.
Yeah.
This is good. Nate in Maine.
Hey, Sammy. Hey, I was just wondering what your thoughts were on this Rob Zombie story of him trying to shut down the skate park in his city.
Dude, my guys are getting shit upon all over the news, and I don't know. So the story that Nate's talking about, Rob Zombie lives in this town in Connecticut, and I would assume that it's a fairly upper echelon, upscale, economically doing okay town. And they opened a skate park right by his house. And Rob Zombie's wife went to a town hall meeting and asked that the skate park be closed at certain times because he doesn't want the loud noise. He said Rob Zombie thinks the skate park and those damn kids skating all over his lawn are a little too much for him. I know that Rob Zombie's like this metal guy and everything, but he's in great shape, right? He must do yoga and stuff. You got to have some kind of quiet time. Maybe I'm a little biased towards him, but then you have this Rob Zombie story breaking. At the same time, yesterday, Jack White's been all over the news, and that's my other dude. Jack White's all over the news because his ex-wife filed a restraining order against him. And TMZ posted this story where they say they got a private email from Jack White. Not like Jack White sent them the email, but they obtained an email that was privately sent by Jack White, which already, it's like, let the guy send an email. Like, why you got to hack into Jack White's email? And even if his ex-wife is sending it along, like, is that really a source? Like, oh, look, he sent me this email and I printed it out. You should publish the information that's in it. Jack White sent this email, and I guess the big fight is that he doesn't want his kid, Jack White doesn't want his kid going to the same school as the lead singer from the Black Keys because he doesn't want to be grouped in with the Black Keys. He says that the lead singer of the Black Keys has been grouped in with him for too long, and he made some reference to the dude from the Black Keys ripping him off, and that he just doesn't want any part of it anymore. He said, I'll be linked to that dude for the next 12 years if we send our kid to that school. No way. I don't want him in my life. He keeps following me around and biting off my shit. Now, I mean, Jack White is obviously influenced by other artists. It's not like everything he's had has been an original thought. He's heavily influenced by a lot of blues artists. But I get that. I get it. There's not that many rock bands left. All right? And the White Stripes, they started a whole thing of music, a whole subgenre, really. White Stripes and the Strokes kind of made garage rock this thing in the early 2000s. I mean, they didn't invent garage rock, but you know what I'm saying, in the early 2000s. And so now you have these bands that kind of come along, and they sound like the White Stripes, and they sound like Jack White, and he doesn't want anything to do with them. But he definitely doesn't want people knowing that he doesn't want anything to do with them. There's nothing worse than not only having that jealousy, but people finding out about it. If you have jealousy over the people you're competitive with, you don't want everybody finding out about it because it makes you sound weak. Now, I don't know if it makes you sound weaker than being a heavy metal icon wanting a skate park closed. But now Rob Zombie, and this is why I'm feeling for these guys today. Because Rob Zombie and Jack White both have to deal with all this shit. Jack White's over here. All he did was send an email, and now everybody knows his business, and they're saying things like, oh, he didn't rip you off. You ripped off so-and-so, so why shouldn't he, blah, blah, blah. And Jack's White like, look, I just don't want to be associated with this dude. I don't want my kid near his kid. You've heard Opie tell the stories. When you're a parent, and your kids become friends with other kids, you now have to hang out with the parent, right? So imagine if you're in a creative field, if you're an artist of some sort, but you're a commercial artist, you're doing this to make money, because at the end of the day, as much of an artist as Jack White is, he's trying to sell concert tickets, right? He was trying to sell records at some point, but then people stopped buying them. So now he's trying to sell concert tickets, right? So this dude that you're competitive with, because you think he's biting off you, now his kid and your kid are friends. So what, you all got to meet at the park? Now you got to hang out with this dude who you hate? No. Jack White's right. Get him out of that class. And Rob Zombie's got to take all this shit because I guess heavy metal gods aren't supposed to sleep at night. Rob Zombie is 48 years old, okay? I understand he's got a certain stage persona. But he is 48 years old, and he is still moving around that stage like David Lee Roth, okay? And I don't know if it's veganism or DDP yoga or just clean and healthy living. But Rob Zombie is doing something that is keeping him young. And if these goddamn kids keep skateboarding up and down his sidewalks, yeah, shut him down. I mean, it was a little over the top because what they did for him was they changed the hours of the skate park that was open. So it's no longer open at night, which, you know what? What are those kids doing skateboarding at night anyway? You skateboard in the afternoon. At night is when things get shady. But then he also had them close the skate park on Sundays, which is like...
Is he religious?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe he's religious. How about this?
Don't skate for the Sabbath.
Maybe he's religious, and that's his day of rest, but he can't have everybody knowing he's religious because he's Rob fucking Satanic Zombie. And that would kind of hurt his credibility.
Does Satan sleep on Sunday?
Yeah, maybe Satan needs a day of rest, too. This whole thing is hurting his credibility, though. Because you don't hear, like... I guess metal guys are not supposed to have some peace and quiet every now and then. It's not always a show. Sometimes a person's got to be a person, even if their last name is Zombie. Dylan in Maine.
Hey, Sam Roberts.
What's up, buddy?
Holy fuck, I'm talking to you for real. This is cool, man.
I was just thinking that.
Right on. I normally work up in the woods, and I don't have cell phone service. First time calling the show. I've been listening for a little while.
Thanks, man.
But I've been skateboarding since I was a young kid, and it's loud as fuck if it's like a cement skate park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's those like, and I'm assuming it's those kind of domed out things that almost look like a hollow swimming pool. So all the sounds just echoing. Rob Zombie is in there. He's trying to create his next work of genius. He's trying to have sex with his wife. He's trying to go to sleep, and all these goddamn kids keep skateboarding.
Yeah, wheels squealing, trucks on metal. I mean, and every time somebody lands something, everybody's freaking out, bashing their skateboards against stuff.
Exactly.
I don't understand as a skater, like, skaters are always pushing the rules. We got to just, conform a little bit to reasonable rules and everything. Everybody get along.
And it's not like it's somebody lame who's asking you to quiet down. It's like, okay, a bunch of skaters should realize, okay, Rob Zombie needs a little Rob Zombie time. We can give it to him.
Right, like what's in your headphones? Probably Rob Zombie at some point.
Right.
All right.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's not like you're just hearing skating. They're going to have music playing, too, so they're probably skating to, like, Super Beasto, and he doesn't want to hear it.
Like, Rob Zombie's sitting there going, like, oh, my God, I wrote Dragula how many years ago?
Take it off repeat.
I don't need that screaming through my windows right now, along with the sounds of trucks and wheels and cement.
Deep white zombie cuts.
It's Sunday. Okay, he's trying to ohm out. He's trying to do his DDP yoga. He's trying to Deepak Chopra it up. I'm telling you. Have you seen the shape that guy's in? It's not all Satanism and Doritos, okay?
Do you do DDP yoga?
I'm sure he does. I'm sure
high five.
Everybody does DDP yoga. I'm sure he does. But it's not. He's not just sitting there worshiping the devil and eating candy, okay? This is a guy who takes care of himself. He's a man of a certain age at this point. And, he's got to do what he's got to do. Everybody's giving him a hard time. I feel bad for him. Him and Jack White. Nicole, there's a dog in your bag.
I know.
Nicole from the Morning Mashup just walked in.
I've been missing you, Sam.
I've been missing you, too.
It's a lot, actually.
Really? How much?
Yeah, I was thinking about you last night.
What were you doing?
When I was falling asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it help you fall asleep, or did
Yes,
you
it did.
Yeah?
Thank you, Sam.
What kind of dreams did you have? Sexual in nature?
No.
A little bit?
That would be, maybe for a second.
Okay, I thought so.
Did it scare you like The Conjuring?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, did it scare you like The Conjuring? Was it me and my giant hair jumping off your bookshelf onto you?
I was laughing so hard when I watched your video.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you're very funny.
Thank you very much.
Facebook, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, great. The fucking Opie and Anthony Facebook page members.
Getting hits.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess hits are hits, right?
I will never see the movie thanks to you because it sounds too terrifying. I'll definitely be, and I have to sleep alone tonight, so I'm not going to be able to pee in the middle of the night without being scared. I can't do it.
When you sleep alone, are you still going to be thinking about me?
Probably.
That's so fucking cool. I love that. I love that.
I love your hair in your video too. Seems extra long and fluffy.
Does it?
Yeah, what's going on there?
How many times did you watch it?
Just once.
A couple times?
No,
it's a short video.
It was once, but I was like, whoa, Sam's hair is a little different today.
It's up at youtube.com/notsam. Justin in New Jersey.
Hey, Sam.
What's up, buddy?
So, like, Rob Zombie's like a subpar musician at best. And,
He's a creator, okay? He's
a shitty movie director.
He's not a shitty movie director.
Yeah, dude, come on. And then this is just confirming his, like...
Okay, listen. House of a Thousand Corpses is a great movie. Devil's Rejects is a great movie.
The second one was terrible.
Incorrect.
The first one was good.
Completely incorrect. That's an opinion, and it's not. It's wrong.
Did he do the zombie stripper movie too, or no?
No, he did not do that movie. He did the Halloween remake, and that was badass. Halloween 2, I don't know about, but Lords of Salem was badass too. I mean, get this. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Did you just hang up on him?
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking
so
about.
So you don't agree with him, so he gets hung up on?
He's wrong.
Okay.
And he's starting trouble. Did you hear about this story? You know Rob Zombie is.
Yes.
There was a skate park in his hometown in Connecticut.
Okay.
And it's right by his house. And they had he had them shut it earlier and on Sundays because he doesn't like all the noise.
What? He's allowed to do that? Isn't it a public place?
Yeah, but he's Rob fucking Zombie.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I know. He's way cooler than Brad Pitt.
I feel like Brad Pitt could do that, but not Rob Zombie.
Why couldn't Rob Zombie do that? Like, what does Connecticut have going on for it? That's so great.
No, I just feel like that's wrong. Actually, it's wrong for any celebrity, really, to
You know
do
who
it.
Connecticut has? Rob Zombie and Vince McMahon. And if either of those two want to shut down a skate park, let them.
They should be allowed to, according to Sam Roberts.
Let them. What happens if Rob Zombie takes his Rob Zombie money someplace else? Connecticut collapses, except for Vince
I doubt
McMahon.
the whole state is going to collapse.
A lot of it will. A good chunk of it will. Because I've seen some parts of Connecticut that are not great. Okay.
Well, what, like Bridgeport?
And I got married in, Hartford. I got married in Middletown, Connecticut.
Yes, you did.
There's nothing going on up there, is there?
It was really lovely.
It was lovely, but there's one hotel.
That's true.
The whole town.
Forgot.
Exactly. You were there, Eric.
Yeah.
If we weren't, we as a group, the Roberts group,
right?
The Roberts wedding group,
right?
Was keeping that town in business that weekend. if that wedding hadn't been booked, that town would have collapsed.
But that's the beauty of Connecticut.
What is?
Just to have those little areas that are very uninhabited, so that made your wedding that much more beautiful.
No, believe me, if they had the opportunity, they'd have other things going on.
They don't.
I don't know.
But they don't. And that's the beauty of Connecticut. That's why you moved to Connecticut, right?
Right.
So, God damn it, kids, stop skating outside my house. I'm trying to enjoy Connecticut.
Okay, all right.
And I was telling Eric, he's Rob Zombie, right? So everybody's going, oh, he's this metal god. He's supposed to love, like, he's 48 years old.
Is he really?
And he's in great shape.
Does he have gray hairs yet?
I think he does a little hair dyeing. You know, he does a little
just
coloring.
for men.
But he's obviously keeping himself in great shape. He needs some quiet time. It's not all just thrash metal.
Kids?
He doesn't have kids, but he is married.
Interesting. It would be really great to have a bunch of little zombies, right?
I would love that.
I'm sure you would.
I would love it. I wish there was another generation of zombies coming.
Little freaks.
And then at the same time, as Rob Zombie's catching all this shit, Jack White is catching shit too. Did you read about that?
I sent you the link over like the weekend. I texted it to you. You didn't write me back. You must not have gotten it.
That he got with the restraining order.
What's going on?
Well, he got the restraining order.
So juicy.
And then later, is that what it is? Juicy?
So juicy.
I don't think Jack White wants anything to do with juiciness.
Well, too bad. Too late. Got me going. I couldn't believe it.
You're all juiced up already.
Juiced up. I was like, what?
Do you have juicy on your ass pants?
Yeah.
What's ass pants?
The ass of your pants.
Eric gets nervous around girls. On your ass pants?
I can't believe it. Do you believe the story? Do you think she's just making it up to make him look bad?
Well, apparently there's an email that he didn't want his kid going to the same school as the kid of the lead singer of the Black Keys.
Why?
Because he doesn't like the lead singer of the Black Keys because he copies him.
My God.
But you know what? You're going to find this out. One day you'll have kids. Hopefully in the very far away future.
Why in the very far away future?
I don't think you're ready for it.
Okay, all right.
But you're going to realize that when you have a kid and that kid makes a friend,
right,
you got to be friends with the parent.
Right.
So what's a DJ around here or a radio show host that you're very competitive with? That you don't like him.
Oh, that I don't like?
Yeah.
I don't have anybody that I don't like.
Tell me.
Well,
Who don't you like?
I love everybody.
Covino and Rich?
Is it Covino? You don't like Covino because he kind of takes Rich away from you.
Yeah,
and-
we've always had. Rich always says, I feel like I'm stuck in I feel like I've got like 2 divorced parents. Like, you guys always yell at me about Covino, and Covino always yells at me about you guys.
So imagine if your kid's going to the same school as Covino's kid, and now all of a sudden you got to have family outings with fucking Covino.
You're really, really reading very much into this.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want to go to family outings with Covino? Make new friends?
No, my Covino.
Oh, okay, I see. The person that is... Okay, I got
Right.
it. Who is that for you?
E-Rock.
Oh!
I'm fiercely competitive with E-Rock. And I'm staying on top of you, motherfucker.
So you're saying when you have kids and when E-Rock has kids, you're not going to want them to go to the same school together?
No way.
Come on.
No way.
You don't want to have to be social with him on the weekends?
That's right.
You don't want to go to the same pool party?
Exactly.
Okay.
He's going to be like my kid's going to come home and be like, oh, Sex Bagel Jr. said we could come over his house. You are not going to that house.
Oh, wow.
The Sex Dome.
You might be hurting his feelings a little bit right now.
I like how you're saying this, but meanwhile you've been complaining that I haven't invited you over for a party.
Well, maybe that's where some of the resentment comes from.
Okay. It's all coming to fruition here.
Joe in New Jersey.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I've actually been to Rob Zombie's house. My wife, her best friend is Rob Zombie's brother-in-law.
What?
Yeah.
6 degrees of separation.
I know. And the skate park, he didn't request the skate park to be closed down. It was his wife.
Well, yeah, but I mean, your wife's got it. He can't go out there and be like, guys, that was my wife. Blame it on her. That's the worst thing.
The skate park's like a half mile from their house, and it's on like a narrow road.
It's a half mile away?
Yeah.
That seems like a little bit of a distance. Like that seems like the sound wouldn't travel that far.
But I just remembered what it sounds like.
Outside of the development. It's like where their development comes in, and the kids skate park on the narrow road. So coming to development.
So he's saying, get these damn kids off my lawn.
Off the road.
Like a crazy old man. Get these damn kids off my lawn.
His last name is Zombie. He's got to have a little crazy in him. You wouldn't want this. You wouldn't want.
Jewish, by the way.
Huh?
He's Jewish, by the way. He's
part of the tribe.
Rob Zombie is Jewish?
Yeah.
Zombie doesn't sound like a Jewish name.
Well, that's his real name.
Zombie Steen.
Zombieberg.
Oh, I didn't realize it was originally Zombie Scene. Thank you, Joe. You wouldn't want the skate park closed down?
No, I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I'm remembering how annoying when I have driven by or walked by a skate park, how annoying the sound of the skateboard going up and down can be.
Right.
It would start to drive you crazy, like construction.
Exactly. And he's an artiste. He needs his time.
If it's too loud, you're too old.
Good.
All right.
If it's too loud, you're too old.
My ass pants are so juicy right now after I heard E-Rock's voice again.
Yeah, if it's too loud, you're too old has never been the E-Rock philosophy.
Nope.
You sit at home and eat ice cream.
I chase
and watch
kids off my lawn.
Yeah. Get out of here, kids. But we heard there was ice cream in cartoons. Those are for me.
The ice cream truck only visits me.
Yeah. You're just kicking kids out of the way. Oh, no, he always buys all the ice cream. How much for the truck?
That's my bomb pop.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like ice cream men are super creepy.
Of course
They're
Right?
selling drugs.
Something, not always. I just
All
feel
of them
like
are.
any guy that wants to be an ice cream truck driver, he's
Drugs
creepy.
and fireworks.
Yeah.
A lot of them sell drugs?
And fireworks.
I think anything that's a profession, I mean, I guess teachers would apply to that too. No, except for teachers.
Where you get,
maybe a little teachers.
Where you
Teachers
get
are
kids' attention,
regulated, though.
attention with music and candy or ice cream.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know why ice cream truck drivers are creepy?
Why?
Because they drive around in vans full of treats and play fun music and try to get kids to come to their
Yeah,
truck.
to lure kids away from their parents.
Right. Talk about annoying. How annoying would it be to be the driver listening to that same music on loop over and over?
The only difference between a kidnapper and an ice cream truck driver is that the ice cream truck drivers don't invite the kids into the truck.
Hey, maybe some do.
That makes them kidnappers. And that's wrong.
That's 100%.
That's my stance on it.
I think it's everybody's stance on it.
You know, we were talking about you being juiced up, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been in the situation where you get all lathered up and you're ready to shave.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to get that beard down.
Yeah.
And you realize you forgot to buy blades.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck, Nicole. And you're digging through the trash for that old blade that nicked up your face yesterday. You're one step away from stealing your wife's lady razor.
Yeah, happens.
And there's all kinds of little pubes and stuff in there. You don't want to go near that. This is your Dollar Shave Club moment. Dollar Shave Club is for guys who routinely forget to buy or simply hate shelling out for blades. Here's what all the Dollar Shave Club buzz is about. Everyone buys razor blades, right? Right?
Right.
Right. Well, Brand name razor companies nail you. Oh, Nicole's getting all worked up. I don't mean it like that.
Oh, my ass pants.
They build them with 10 blades, a vibrating handle. You don't need the vibrating handle, by the way, Nicole.
Oh, no, I don't.
And a built-in back scratcher. You end up paying up the wazoo for them. Dollar Shave Club says, stop overpaying for shave technology you just don't need. You know what happens if you get a razor with a vibrating handle? You're using it, and if you have a wife anything like Nicole, she's using the other end.
100%.
And it's just disgusting. At that, you don't want to pick up your razor after that. Plus, she may cut herself.
Right.
She's not safe.
No.
With Dollar Shave Club, you send them a couple bucks a month, and they deliver great quality razor blades right to your door without vibrating handles. You save a fortune, and you always have fresh blades on hand. Join all the After Opie and Anthony Live listeners who have already found the smarter way to shave at dollarshaveclub.com. dollarshaveclub.com. dollarshaveclub.com.
Just want to let you know your favorite listener just sent you a kiss. His name is Matt Ryan.
Is that your husband?
Yeah, he said he loves you.
I'm going to send him one back.
Okay.
That was Nicole doing that. I wouldn't have ever actually made. How's things going with you and your husband?
Things are amazing.
They're on the upswing now?
Totally on the upswing.
Because sometimes they're not.
Yeah, sometimes we fight.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
But right now things are good?
Couldn't love him more.
How long have they been good for?
A long time.
Really?
Most of 2013.
Whoa, no, because I've talked to you in 2013 and things have been very, very bad. So when was your last fight?
Last night.
Last
night.
night?
He was trying to get a splinter out of my toe, and I screamed at him that he was doing it wrong.
Why would you do that?
It hurt so bad. He was hurting me. He was putting hydrogen peroxide on, and it was bubbling and burning.
Yeah, but you know what would happen if my wife came to me and said, there's a splinter in my toe?
What?
Get it out.
No, I don't know how.
You should probably take care of it.
Shut up. That's not a very good husband.
Well, you're not a very good wife. This is what I mean. You should not be sitting there if he's going and doing this gentlemanly thing of taking the thing out of your toe.
Right.
Who are you to be like?
He was hurting me. It was hurting.
It's not like he was using scissors.
He was using tweezers.
That's what you're supposed to use.
My dad used to use a safety pin. My dad never hurt me when he took out a splinter, but Matt was killing me last night.
Did you say that to him?
Yeah, and
what a shitty thing to say.
Didn't like
You're
that.
not my dad.
He was like, why don't you get your dad to do it then? He wasn't thrilled about that.
Exactly. Why don't you marry your dad then?
Talk about creepy.
How's your dad doing? You want to hear the creepiest? That reminded me. It's still to this day. It creeps out Jess, and I almost regret doing it because she doesn't believe that I was joking.
Okay.
At Christmas, my mom always gets the same perfume for every Christmas, every birthday, from the time we were kids. And
but she smells lovely.
It was wonderful. One Christmas, where everybody's opening their gifts, and she goes, "Oh, I never would have thought that," and making a joke because obviously she's going to get the perfume. And I was explaining to Jess, I was like, "Yeah, my mom always gets this. She's worn the same perfume ever since I was a baby." And Jess goes, "Oh," and I go, "Yeah, you should really try some."
No, see, you don't want to smell. You don't want your wife to smell like your mother.
No,
that
I
is
was
creepy.
joking.
But you scared her for a second.
No, for the rest of our relationship, because she doesn't believe that I was kidding, but I was. I don't want her smelling like my mother.
I miss Jess.
But other than the splinter,
other than that, yeah, we've been really good. Sorry, maybe we've been getting along really well the past few months.
Maybe the past few hours since the splinter.
Yeah, since the splinter incident last night before we went to sleep.
Getting sex on the regular?
Totally.
Good.
Yeah, he tried to go one more time before he left this morning, but
where is he?
He's going to Boston to meet some clients.
Oh my gosh,
some business.
He does real business.
He's
stuff.
got real.
He's like a man.
Yeah, he's like an adult
who does business things. We do this.
Yeah.
That's why you don't take me seriously.
I totally take you seriously.
I'm like one of the girls. He's like, oh yeah, he does the shit that I do. He talks about TMZ and stuff.
You love to be one of the girls.
I do.
My girlfriends love you more than most of my friends.
Yeah, but not like in check that guy out. And then it's like our lesbian friend, Sam.
You're not. Did you just compare yourself to a lesbian?
Yeah, because they know that on some level I'm attracted to them, but they don't look at me like a man.
You don't know that. You've never asked.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you think does?
Pretty sure Ye might love you.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you call her Ye?
It's a long story.
Oh, her name's
Jamie, but we call her Ye.
That's weird.
She was a partier back in the day.
Well, listen, that kind of clears everything up.
Yeah.
Nicole, I thank you very much for stopping by today.
Missed ya.
I'm assuming tomorrow we'll get the update on Troy.
Yeah, I just played it for Matt, the whole thing for the first time. He thinks he needs anger management, but
well, again, Troy isn't going around the hallways and grabbing Zito by the shirt collar. Have you ever known Troy to be violent?
No, I have not.
Exactly.
That is correct.
Sometimes he likes to heighten things for the air.
Clearly.
But yeah, we should get the update tomorrow.
Okay.
In the meantime, Nicole, I hope you have a wonderful day. Mm-hmm. How long is your husband out of town for?
Just for the night, so.
What's up?
What's going on?
Feel me?
Yeah.
We will see you tomorrow. Meaning the Opie and Anthony show. Nicole probably won't be here.
Perhaps, you never know.
Goodbye, everybody.
The Opie and Anthony show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey.